the safer version of the Homeboys. Because actually in MPL Malaysia, if you guys were following MPL Malaysia, this was a team that you guys would look to go in, especially after they've won like 2 games in the series, to go and pick up something like a Leomore, something crazy, something bombastic. But here around in the wild card, we don't really see that too much.
Are we live?
We're seeing
we
Homeboys
good?
play a
we
bit
good?
more
We good?
safer.
We good? We
Maybe
good?
it's the addition of Coach Jeff into the lineup, making it just a bit more disciplined with the team.
Yep, and we're going to take a look again at the lineup.
We brought my actual camera out for this.
Nets and Zorn. I know yesterday, if you guys were watching with us yesterday,
I only have one monitor, so we're
Zorn
just going to have to reach out for my phone, I think.
And I don't know if we're going to see kind of that happen throughout the best-of-5 series, but either way, whether it's Zorn, whether it's Molly.
Hopefully Mike's okay.
It looks like Homeboys, you know, and something that can
Plays
be
like
said
Homeboys.
is they really like to fight, you know, and they kind of have this interesting play style. I know you mentioned being bombastic and how they kind of.
Sorry it's so dark, guys. It's alive!
But I would say, man, we're just in a good area right now. I know we've kind of talked.
I think we just hang out up here.
Into the wild
I can't really do that much switching around, so we're just going to keep my camera up here the whole time, I
didn't even think we'd see a Zask when we saw him yesterday.
A Zask, not only did we see a Zask, but we saw the Zask win, right? Because Bobby, he was able to pop off on that Zask, dealing 50,000 damage in what, like the 9-minute mark, I think it was. It was crazy.
Mike's okay too? All right.
The fact that some of these changes have happened to the game.
Let's go, boys.
The Sky Piercer also getting nerfed. We have seen some changes, some new heroes as well. Well, a new hero that we'll be getting at very, very soon. But speaking of these two teams, right? For Homeboys, for Entity 7, Homeboys,
you guys
is
got
an aggressive team that wants to take control in the early stage, and it's really
Steph Weezy's not actually casting. He is he's doing like video content before and interviewing teams and things like that. He's doing like side content.
I would say. Because when you
Oil up, baby. Let me grab a water real quick, guys.
Good advantage. You go for an early game lead, you can get that, especially with XP with the turtle control. But the Lord control is a bit tougher to do. You can't do those Lord dances anymore. You know, with the changes, you get a lot of damage placed on you, and teams like Homeboys, they actually utilize the Lord to punish you. You take the Lord first. Go ahead. You know, try it. Try taking that true damage after 10 seconds, bro.
So this is coming from someone who before claimed that he's an LDE.
I'm an LDE, but right now it doesn't seem like anyone can LDE.
Well, by the way, LDE means Lord Dance Enjoyer. So now I don't know how you guys feel if you're enjoying the Lord dances. We'll find out. But also, real quick, let's take a look at the recap once again of the format for MSC.
Welcome, Warriors, to the grandest stage of them all, the Esports World Cup in Riyadh. Here, legends are made and champions
rise boys.
from the ashes of battle. Last year, we witnessed the
No, Steph isn't doing any desk casting, sadly.
Claimed the MSC 2023 championship. Their impeccable strategy and relentless drive crowned them champions. But the story didn't end there. At the M5 Championship, Fnatic faced their toughest challenge yet, clashing with
Mr. Naisu. Let me share the stream real quick, guys.
In an epic showdown, Falcons AP Bren emerged victorious with a nail-biting 4-3 victory, etching their name in history once again. Now, the question on everyone's mind, can Fnatic defend their MSC champion title? Or will the M5 champions, Falcons AP Bren, continue their reign of...
We're going to be watching the last match of Wildcard from the Player Lounge. I mean, the Talent Lounge. We're going to be live streaming. Come join the stream.
3 weeks, 3 stages, 1 ultimate champion. Let's dive into the battlegrounds.
Let's dive into the battlegrounds.
The wild card stage. 8 teams, 2 groups, 1 shot at glory.
Legendary, brutal.
Every match is a best of 1, where victory and defeat hang by a thread. The top team from each group will face off in an epic best of 5 decider match.
All right, let me pull the chat up.
The loser goes home. Simple.
C9 arrived. I think all the players have been arriving today. I just saw Fireflux. Earlier I forget who else I saw earlier, but we've been seeing players come in all day today.
Each team faces off in a series of 2 matches. It's a marathon, not a sprint, where every point counts. If a tie breaks out, a sudden death best of 1 will decide.
Well, it's not about. I would cast from my. I would do this from my room, but the internet isn't good in my room. Down here, the internet is like 800 upload speed. It's bonkers. It's nuts. So we're doing it from here.
The quarterfinals and semifinals are grueling best-of-5 matches, testing every ounce of skill and strategy. In the grand finale, a legendary best-of-7 showdown where only the strongest will claim the crown.
I think we're real dummies because
Moments draw near, the stakes have never
been higher.
Teams from every corner of the globe will battle.
Oh, this is a long
Each one
pre-video
with a
right here.
dream of glory. Southeast Asia's dominance is challenged as teams from other regions
I hope you guys have been liking the vlogs.
upset the balance and seize glory for themselves. The stage is set. The Warriors are ready. Who will emerge victorious?
Well, I will say this. Wheezy coming as a sideline host is a huge step in the right direction for NA. It means we have two talents. And you guys have to understand, sometimes, like, the same thing's happening with Eterna. She's not going to be on the desk. She's going to be a sideline host, which means Indonesia technically only has one English on the desk.
I don't know.
So
You sound a whole lot like that voiceover dude.
it's not really, it's not like crazy,
Yeah,
right?
You know, you've been hearing a lot of me, and I feel like we've seen a lot of someone that.
It's
resembles
good
you.
because even if a talent comes,
dude, right?
The reporter guy.
bro, Mirko's pin is sideways. Mirko's pin is sideways.
I hope he gets it back in time, of course, before the group stage, because that's what's at stake here. You know, for these two teams, of course, for Entity 7 and
Ulcora, what's up?
for Homeboys. And it comes down to really who's able to take this. I feel like the meta that's forming, I don't know if you guys can agree with this, you guys watching in the comment section, how you're feeling about the current meta, because we know that it could change also as well. We saw this last time, right? Because from wildcards last time to the group stage last time when we had M5, they did have some changes. You can take a look at some of the changes we had with the recent
Lord is a
patch
monster
update,
right now.
and, you know, it's been interesting. Juicin', by the way, is not going to be available. Is that right?
Say that again?
Juicin'.
How
do
Lord is a monster right
I
now.
think it's supposed to be Juicin.
Juicin.
Yeah. Juicin?
Afam Docs.
Close enough, man, right? But
Afam Docs.
Zask, what can you pronounce Zask?
Zask.
There you go. You got it, man. So the attributes have been changed a bit there, but the new effect, I think the biggest change has got
That's
to be
huge.
the new effect on the Lord.
It's not my room. I'm in the talent lounge. Trust me, I wish it could be brighter, but it's not.
10% per second, and it stacks up to 10 times. So
That's 100%, man.
that's 100%. That's true
How's
damage.
this?
Yeah, that hurts.
It's true
That's why we were
damage.
talking earlier about, you know, me being an LDE. I love seeing the Lord.
What have I
dances.
set up?
love
I was
seeing
trying to get
teams
someone to
pull
bring
off
me a
crazy
ring
Lord
light.
dances,
The
especially
only
with
thing
the
I didn't bring, guys,
esports
was
players
lights, and I knew I
with
should
some
have.
slow pushes in the bottom side, but it's a bit different now. You're really gonna have to try to commit onto it. You have to go for a pickoff, maybe a fight. And I
Yeah.
think we did. See
They're normally
try to
needles.
pull off something
They're
of
normally needle
sorts.
pins.
They were able to go with Fangor and the Hilda up against T2K. If you guys
Which
remember,
team
they
am I
went 1,
cursing?
just
Well, I
in
think
for 2
Homeboys
yesterday.
is going to win.
They went in for the skirmish in the mid lane to distract them so that they can get the Lord.
And I think that's, like, even if you guys probably have been testing this out, of course, in your own games, but even the Fredrins, right? The Fredrins, there's a reason why Fredrin, he's not at the top of the ladder anymore. Guys, like, this is a welcome change, by the way, I feel like, for a lot of people, because Fredrin was just first pick priority. It was like 99% contention rate, so he even struggles. But, you know, again, for everybody watching out there, the MSC
Where's my
preview
stream
event
at?
has
I gotta be able
now
to read.
started in-game, so make sure you guys go ahead and join that until July 16. You can grab a 20% discount. This
Sheesh.
unlocks a ton of stuff for you guys. We also have the MSC support
20%
chest going on.
discount.
The old MSC skins even coming
I don't
back
think
here,
my phone light will
and
work that
also
well.
just a new skin for
see.
Vexana or Valentina, so make sure you guys
I have
check
2
that
phones
out.
too,
We
so I
have
could
more
use both
battles
lights.
within.
Oh, obviously, and you guys.
But
can
it
go
just
check out
comes-
the new
it's-
Soul Vessel skin
it's so
series
dark in
because
here,
there are
it just
2 new
looks
skins.
like,
The Amon getting the Vessel of Deceit.
doesn't, like,
and
look
Hanami,
good.
My personal favorite
Hold
hero,
on.
that's a lie. Vessel of Rage are slated for a stunning reveal, so don't miss out and go
We
check
do
it out on
this.
the 7th of July.
How's
The
this
anime
look?
mains out there
I'll tab.
are wondering why.
They just, yeah, I mean, like,
Why?
That
Jared?
still does not
Why?
help, and they're just really bright
there's
in
a
my
reason we don't see
eyes.
this hero in the competitive stage. It's because
I need a ring light,
it's
bro.
too good.
It's
You see how I played
Hidden-
with it?
hidden
Expect the
powers.
unexpected.
I need like a
Expect the
good ring
unexpected.
light.
The hidden power level of Hanabi. Maybe with the new, you know, the new skin, maybe she does pop up. I feel like at this point,
And this
guys,
helps, like, a
honestly,
little
when we
bit.
get to the group stage and even the knockout stage. For
But it
the
just looks
mid-season
like there's like
cup
a
here,
flashlight on my
I
face.
think we are going to be surprised at some of the picks
Definitely.
coming out already. We already have been for the wild card stage.
Zask.
And yeah, and if you guys have been
I don't know, it's
watching
just dark in the
other,
talent room,
you know,
man. It's 'cause this is
MLBB
where all the nerds
games,
hang out, and they
Pro
can't stand the
League,
light,
this,
bro.
you know that
I'm
it
sorry
is
it's
a
so dark,
very
guys.
different kind of environment that we're used to seeing, and so far from asking people their
Can
opinion
somebody,
on
can we
the
pin a
current
comment
season,
about how
happy
about why
it.
it's so dark?
This change
Matt,
was welcome
can you
in.
pin a
I feel
comment
like
for me?
Maybe for some of for some of you guys out there, the tank mains, and
Say,
I'm sure the people that had to deal with the Sky Piercer when it was first released
Sorry.
weren't too happy. Although we could still probably bump up the cost of Skypiercer. I'm just
I
saying.
agree.
1,500 gold. I don't know about.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we were talking about it like the whole time while we
talent.
were casting, right, for Skypiercer. How do we change this item? Because the 6%, they changed it down to 4%, and we did see the impact of that, right?
Pin this.
You're not able to get those early kills as fast as you were able
I got
to
it. Pin.
before, but still,
Boom.
you know, the cost on that.
There we
Even
go.
Hilda, as a roamer, that actually lost in the early game yesterday by Fangor when he played, again, brute force.
Steph Curry? Are you saying I'm
Hey.
Steph Curry?
He lost. He died first blood and was still able to pick up the Skypiercer very, very early in the game, utilizing that to 1v1 Yahiko's Ling a couple of times and forcing him out of these team fights. So, Skypiercer,
I bet
for
I
sure,
could
when
take
these roamers can get
the
that,
two
especially
computers
the
next to
gold
me,
laners,
put them
they'll
on
be
pure
able
white
to farm and
screens,
get
and they
it
would
maybe in like the first
brighten me
3-4
up.
minutes.
You guys think
Especially
that'll work?
Roger. I think we've been seeing a lot of Roger work out in the jungle, and it's because of the Skypiercer.
Yeah.
Not only the Skypiercer, because we've seen different builds as well, like the War Axe on the Roger,
Yep.
and he's been able to fully utilize that too.
I think it's just interesting, you know, because Skypiercer is going to be an item of discussion for this whole
Prio.
midseason cup, I really feel like, and even Roger. But we are going to be taking a very short break, about 2 minutes or so, before we get ready to head into this matchup. So sit tight. We'll be back after this.
You guys think this will work? Maybe that helps. Oh, no, that doesn't really help. Just puts like a big glare on my face. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be dark. Thank you. Who was it that jumped into my comments section earlier? Somebody jumped in the comments earlier and was like, "Who cut your..." All caps. They said, "Who cut your hair?" Like they were gonna come after them. It was hilarious. I gotta turn down my mic a little bit. Or just sit back. I guess I can talk from here and it's all fine. I keep getting too close. Bro, how do you guys feel about all the breaks? The weirdly timed breaks. Hey yo, that's a camel. Put this over here. There it is. There it is, boys. No, it shouldn't be the same stage, guys. At least from what I know.
And there we go. Welcome back to the desk here. Again, we got a little glimpse of
Welcome back,
some
boys.
of the top 5 plays, I would say, mostly from also Homeboys there. And, you know, I was hearing the casters in my ear as those plays broke out.
I wasn't.
All the teams are like landing throughout the day
You know,
today.
I was imagining it.
You were imagining it.
Yeah, I could feel it.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it, right, earlier as well. Those team fights, we got some legendary calls there with the Maniacs that Yahiko got as well, but we got a comparison for both junglers.
You know, for both of these junglers here, I think this is a good way to put it. As we talked about leading into this, Hide on Bush so far for a lot of his stats are more towards, you know, these objectives like
Hide
you
on Bush,
mentioned.
baby.
But I think when you talk about Chibi and Homeboys in general, they just want to fight. They want to duke it out. They want to go for it. You know, they're very aggressive in the place.
We're not allowed to.
Especially when they get a lead. That's something that
we're not
Homeboys
allowed
is
to
very well known for. And even looking at the hero pool, I mean, yeah, you saw the
go
Dark
live
Jungle
from the
Bush, you saw
venue
the
yet or
Julians,
anything like that.
but
We're really
so
not supposed to
far,
show stuff from the
it's
venue
been
yet.
about the Rogers and the Lings. You know, I don't know how much this ends up changing as we get further into the mid-season cup, but right now,
Who do you guys got,
Roger,
man?
Ling seem to be
Is it just like hard landslide Entity 7, or I mean, is it just hard landslide Homeboys for the dub, or do we think it's a close game?
That really helps the snowball potential, and that's why you also saw earlier the average time for Homeboys was like what, under 14 minutes, I think it was.
13 minutes compared to 19 minutes for E7. So already there, it's a little bit different. For E7, they really like to go with.
Big Real once
it's
said,
an early game composition.
"A true warrior never hides in bush."
Goal laner that scales up to the later stage. Meanwhile, for Homeboys, it's been let's fight.
Let's fight. Let's find out. We are going to be taking a look at a video here to lead us into the draft.
Oh, another video.
What our reporter has to say.
Oh, is this Wheezy? Is this our boy Wheezy? Give us Wheezy, bro. Give us Wheezy. If Wheezy shows up on screen, I need Wheezy in the chat, boys. If he shows up on screen. I need nothing but Wheezys in the chat. Understood? Nothing but Wheezys in the chat. If he shows up on screen.
And here we go.
Never mind. I thought he said something for our reporter to say.
Insights on the
Golly, bro.
Reporter that we have seen many times, but leading us into this team. Also, we got the ROG ping test happen here. You gotta just watch as they get to use these amazing phones. The ROG 8 that's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 mobile platform. Asus ROG is the official gaming phone of MSC 2024. And, you know, I've had the chance to go ahead and play on these amazing devices, and I will say that I feel like I get a little bit better, you know, just playing on that ROG phone. And, you know, as we get ready for the draft, I think going back to the point that we were talking about here, man, is the way things are falling into place, jungle-wise, jungle pick-wise. Even though, I was saying, we see a lot of Roger, we see a lot of Ling pop up, and those are the assassins right now being locked in. There's still a lot of room for versatility, I think. And so far, what we've seen teams do,
bet 100 on Homeboys.
At least the Roger
Amen.
early on, because it's flexible. So I think it's still the same sense of when we had the previous patch where you always had one pick that could possibly be flexed.
We'll see. It's a best of 5, and I think we're finally going to get to see how bans are going to evolve a bit as games go forward. Like I said, I think we're going to see some Roger bans. I think we might see some Ling bans. I think things are going to get interesting. Homeboys will be on blue side. All right, here we go, boys.
In the best of 5 here for the grand final of the wild card. And so Homeboys will be on this blue side. We got E7 on the red. And we'll have to see, too. I think some of the bans that we can expect are still going to be similar.
I thought LaFell was going to come down, but
both of them come through.
The stress might be too much.
I'm wondering if teams still want to actually
He's watching from his room.
ban some of the XP lanes, which is funny because so far on the XP lane, man, it's really been just Terizla and Yuzhong being mostly prioritized. Moskov ban comes out, which even despite the nerf, if you will, from Moskov, he's still quite devastating in a lot of these lineups.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like a nerf, right? Especially considering, you know, the win rate on this hero. I think it's still sitting at like an 80% win rate despite the changes. And what's surprising is I feel like for the damage, especially in the later stage of the game, once you have that power spike.
You have rated T2K in a wrong. I know.
But what you don't expect is for the Moskov to actually dominate.
Is that okay?
Matchups. I think it was day 1 where we
do I think T2K is C9 level? We'd have to see him. We'd have to see him play against them. I heard that they did scrim, and I heard C9 got the better of them.
The Moskov, for some reason, was always able to get the lane dominance there. So the fact that it's manned out away from E7,
Bro,
the team
how do I turn off the vibrations?
So many times in Group A to go and get that 3-0 standing makes sense. The Harith, though, is also a really good ban from E7 towards Nets, but it's kind of different, this Harith.
Yeah.
While we're talking about, you know, Moskov receiving some of the nerfs, Harith wasn't really, like, nerfed to
notifications. Stop the vibrations,
like
bro.
A small little adjustment, but we're seeing Harith right now, at least the wild card, standing at a 0% win rate. That's quite ridiculous, knowing that right before the patch, Harith was the most broken hero in the gold lane. But the Roger follows through as well. We have E7 banning out the Harith, the Chimp, and the Roger.
How do I make it so my phone doesn't vibrate when it's...
Someone who's been able to utilize that versatility on the Valentina. So I would say just match up against whatever the opposing mid laner wants to offer. But that's going to be an Edith traded in.
I know, imagine guessing wrong, bro.
Which is
That's
good.
crazy.
It's a good take from E7. They take the Edith. We know that Homeboys likes to play this.
Would I have come if they said I'd be doing side hosting?
We have this fun fact here for
As
you
long
guys.
as
World
the
Champs
pay
has
works out, yeah.
100% win rate as Loyi in 4 games from the MPL Latam Season 1. And it's good that, you know, it's banned out at least for this game because we've been wondering how well.
All right, there's the Roger ban.
Loyi is
Told
gonna
you
fit
guys.
into the current meta, the current state of things.
Told you
And we know
guys.
that even with the change, even for the diversion, the cooldown on it, you know, you have to be a little more on point.
Bro, it's
Oh,
on
this is
silent mode, but it's
interesting.
still vibrating. My
The
phone
Bane
keeps
is
knocking
gonna be
over.
locked in
Bane!
for PS7. You know, we got a glimpse at this before in
Is
the
this the
past,
secret
but now
weapon right
it's
here?
a Bane and then Edith
What?
in here for E7 on that swing back. So that, you know, Homeboys wanted the game plan of picking up the Claude, throw it in the gold lane. They saw that the Moskov was already banned. A lot of gold lane options that have popped up. So they've secured themselves the Claude. What else
Hey, yo.
is Homeboys thinking here? Now that they've seen this, Vexana
How do I raise the-
come up,
Maybe I
they
can raise
still
the
have
brightness on my
Minotaur
screen.
open too, and they go to Ruby instead. Also, great choice here with a lot of CC
Bro,
potential.
this vibrating
And
phone
really
is killing
what you
me.
have to look out for from Homeboys with this
No, I don't cast this
combination
game today.
is the knock-up from the Eternal Guard with the amount of CC that Ruby brings to the table too. So that's something that E7 is going to want to keep in mind in dealing when they have to consider these skirmishes or team fights.
It'll definitely be the disengage power as well for Homeboys, right? Because technically for E7, they want to be looking for these pickoffs and they want to really try to prolong the team fight with the Edith as well. The Onward, the Earth Shadow, like we mentioned earlier, and most importantly, that's the Primal Wrath that can actually, like, you know,
How
lock
things
you
would have been
down,
with
force
last
you
Minister
into a
pick from
long team
Homeboys? I
fight.
don't know.
But with the Vexana, with the Ruby,
Let 'em
you
cook,
set
man.
yourself
Maybe this is
up
secret
for a lot of
weapon.
disengage, and
Maybe this is a
whenever
secret
E7
weapon,
wanna try to
boys.
force anything, Homeboys technically get a chance to respond in a way where, all right, we'll either go head-to-head, throw these Eternal Guards, these Terrifies,
Daniel
these
Timburn,
Blasts,
what's up, man?
maybe I'm offended, you know, the combos over to fight, or to say, you know what, we won't take this fight, we're going to go for some trades, and then we'll go after the other neutral objectives, or maybe a trade with the Claude. That's what they're expecting now, but it is going to be a Minotaur pickup as well. So Edith plus the Minotaur.
That's a lot. Yeah.
That's a lot. So that also means that the Edith should be going to the XP lane. That does give Homeboys a lot to play with now, with the Ruby still being.
I guess I can just
flex
put
lane.
my thing on.
I don't know if this is too out of
focus
bounds
mode.
here, but you know, so far I would say with the wild cards, nothing.
Do not
is.
disturb.
Edith, I'm not
think that's
sure
my
if
best
they'd
bet.
actually even flex it into the mid lane. They could actually use it to clear things out. Primal Wrath is pretty devastating as well, depending on how curveball E7 wants this to be. But let's just assume it is Edith going in the XP lane to go ahead and battle that out. They already have great crowd control available to them. And now what I'm wondering and looking forward to from E7 is...
How's the talent lounge
what do
set
they
up?
wanna
It's
pick
like
up
just
in that gold
the
lane, and what
player
do they
lounge
wanna
is
pick up
much
in mid lane,
nicer, but
because
that makes
against
sense.
the
There's a lot
Vexana
more
here,
players
and the
than us,
Valentine
and
being
you know,
banned
the
out.
players are the
This could
stars.
let us
But
see
it's
something
cool
here,
that we
you know,
have
see
lounge like
something
this.
new.
Like there's
we
about
said, we've seen Zast so
20
far
something
in the lane, and
computers
there
in here,
is
maybe
room
20
for that
computers in here.
flexibility and that
2
uniqueness
TVs
for
with the
E7
live
though.
program on,
I feel like
snacks,
on how they want to
couple
approach this
couches,
already,
couple
because they
tables.
have
It's
the crowd
nice.
control pretty much under par, like on par. The Bane comes in and has deadliest catch, so that is also
The real
layer
question
to it.
is do we
They
think this
actually
is
wanna
Jungle
go ahead,
Bane?
and if they can
Or is
pick
this
up
like
some burst in the
Gold
mid
Lane Bane?
this will
Is it
really
mid Magic
round out the
Bane?
damage boxes that
Like
they
I'm
need, and then
wondering
even the physical
what's the
department, right?
build on
Gold
this
Lane
bad boy?
is
Do they
still
go
something
physical?
if
Do
they
they
wanna
go
do it against
magic?
a Claude. Top of my head, do they
Question,
wanna
guys.
possibly pick a
If you build
Brody? I know
someone,
we haven't seen too much of a Clint even come out, but I'm
so
wondering if they want to
or you
go
build
for
some of the
traditional
adaptive items,
setup. Another
and you
combination
get
gold lane we've
both?
seen with the Minotaur is the Iksha.
Does
Iksha
that
with a
work
Sky
like
Piercer,
that?
even with the nerf, could actually end up being pretty devastating depending on how the setups come through with the lineup that E7 has.
I mean, right, it's great. You're seeing all these different
Maybe
heroes.
throw
the
like a
Iksha, the
Feather of
Brody,
Heaven on? I'm
be
trying to
comboing
think.
together with the Minotaur
Feather of
and
Heaven
the
on there?
Edith. But just yesterday, it was Homeboys who comboed.
Like
the
obviously it's
Minotaur
most
together with
likely
a
Jungle
Mince
Bane, but
Star
I'm
with
just
the
saying,
gold lane, dude.
you never
So,
know. The
little
patch is
Falcon,
crazy,
the King's
boys.
Fury.
The
Maybe
King's
we get a chance to see the King's Fury again, but at this point, you know, Chen really won't be enjoying this game, it seems, because 3 bans, well, 2 bans in the last phase, another 2 bans in the first phase. That makes it a total of 4 bans have been sent by Homeboys to E7's way. This is going to be really tough now. I feel like, especially considering the Vexana's been
Look at all
picked
those
up,
mage
it
bans,
kinda
bro.
forces E7 to
Louis.
go for the fair miss, which can still be great for them. They have
Everything
a lot
on
of sustainable
Chan.
composition.
I'm
is
just saying,
built
what if
to
they
try to
flex
fair
this
miss
Bane to
will
Chan,
add a
bro?
lot more, you know, depth.
What if they
that
flex
lineup.
this Bane to
Navarro.
Chan,
But the
bro?
thing is, right? It'll be one-dimensional. It'll be two one-dimensional.
Mid Bane, bro. I'm trying to tell you guys.
Will be a safer
Bro,
choice.
if
But now
it's a
considering,
mid
some of
Bane,
these assassins
this
are
better get
Yeah.
clipped,
meta
bro.
again, the Lings, the
This better get
Nolans even,
clipped.
That's something that's actually really interesting for Homeboys. The fact that for Chibi, Nolan has been the prio assassin for the longest time for Chibi.
Harry,
We don't
they're
get to see that
still,
at all in the
they're
wild
still,
card,
they're
at
getting,
least the group stage.
guys.
Maybe now Homeboys decide to pick it up, but E7. they
They're
go for
last
carry
picking
first, they wanna
jungle.
try to hide that last pick for Chan. Maybe it is
Or
Navaria,
mid, like, I'm
maybe
just
it's
saying, there's
super
lots of
pick like the
possibilities here.
Pyramids, but it does, kind of force them to
Navaria
play
is
a little
open
bit
though,
more
so they could easily go
one-dimensionally,
Navaria.
just going for these team fights and skirmishes all around the map.
I think it's
Farza's open
the fact
too.
that you have a Bane, right? For the most part, he can actually be pretty good when it comes to these objectives. And again, going on the stats that we saw, E7
Joy!
likes to go for these turtles and
Joy?
these lords. Yeah, that's gonna be a Joy locked in so far for Homeboys and another
Joy Sky
guy.
Piercer? Question mark?
Okay, interesting. We don't see Joy
Roma
often right
Kai?
now, but,
Or is
you know,
this
could be
mid?
an interesting thing.
I don't
This
even
is
know,
gonna be
bro.
first
The meta's
pick
crazy.
for the wild cards, at least, that we get to see Joy. And
First time
so
Akai,
far
first time
with
Joy?
that's gonna have everything fall into place, of course. So
what is
this
it,
last
Roma Kai?
pick for E7 mid lane options. No
Jungle
Mario,
Joy,
probably the safest,
EXP lane,
unless N87
EXP
wants to bring
lane,
at this point.
I really
It
just
is
wanna know
game
what,
one, you know, so
E7
if
picks
you're
here.
gonna
What are
go
they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing?
good, because you still have that best of 5.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
Duking it out for. With that too, for Homeboys, the lineup that they have a ton of crowd control themselves. You know, they can lock down just using the Ruby alone and the Eternal Guard, like I talked about. And the damage, I mean, even from a
Lavelle!
Juke, provides good enough magic
I
damage
was there
to
on a
work
shower and
with
pray and stuff.
You're good,
that
bro.
pick for the
Just started?
It started.
So, wow,
Okay, so it is Jungle
Okay.
Bane. Jungle Bane. Nana.
I wasn't expecting
it's
the
Jungle
Nana.
Bane.
This is,
Oh,
you
just
know, thinking
yeah, but they were
Navaria
banning all
would
the
come
mages.
through,
What if
but
they flex
instead
it to
it's
mid
gonna be
lane?
the Nana
Nah,
for
Mid lane
They
Bane,
were-
bro.
So,
It's not an E7
alright,
thing to do. Come on,
interesting
man.
pick.
If
This
you
is
wanna
a
pull it up
whole
here
lot of
too, you
just,
can, bro.
You know when you
That way you
land
can hear
that
it.
Deadly's
Put some
Catcher, you get
headphones
the
on.
setup and you just drop down Molina Blitz. Like you're just going for
Oh, but the one's
big
casting
jam
is
zone.
Mirko and
That's what
Isu?
you're going for
Mirko
here.
and Isu, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
never
said
mind
earlier,
then.
right? I
You
said
don't want
if you try to utilize Game 1 as a lead or maybe some kind of like experiment game, then yeah, I mean
Love
it's
you
best
too,
of
bro.
5. This is the first best of 5 in the wild card stage. They're very used to playing the best of 1s, and maybe because they're used to it, they're acting as if, that game number 1 is more of the best of 1. We're just going to try to utilize this as either
Are we
a
matched
game
up?
to
We're
try to read
synced?
out some
Yeah,
of the
I think
bands
we're
that they
synced.
were. They're
This is
prepared
on,
for,
but it's earlier,
or
bro.
I'm
ignoring that over there.
Got it.
It's like 30. It's like 30 seconds
Wild
earlier,
pick
bro.
or not, it's the last game, the last match, rather, for the wild card
Yeah,
stage
let me-
here
I'm gonna
at the
pause real
Mid-Season
quick so
Cup.
we're
One of
synced
these
up.
No, no, no,
teams
let me just try to
wants
speed it up.
start
Maybe
off
you
by
will.
locking in their slot in the group stage to see the world.
Ready?
Will it be
Stop.
Homeboys,
Stop. Wait.
or will
Wait.
it be
I
NTV7?
don't know.
Let us know in the chat as well which team
We're there.
you're supporting here. As
Yeah,
this
it's
is
the
the
same.
first game.
Now
of
you're
this
ahead of me,
best
you
of
bastard.
5. They
Seriously?
want to get off to
Nah,
a
just
great
speed this
start,
thing up.
both of these teams, and with the lineups that they have, taking a look at the emblems here.
37, 30. Yeah, you're ahead of me, bro.
You know,
Alright,
Pause
now
for
I-
1 second.
Seeing anyway, no new emblems being brought up for these
Wait.
lineups, but we'll have to pay attention to some of these early rotations,
Oh,
especially as
okay,
we
yeah,
see a lot
I'm
of
looking
teams.
to get
If they
one.
get first blood, or let's
Go.
say even a double kill early
One
on
more.
before the first
One.
turtle,
Go.
they tend to really
There we go.
dominate.
Alright, got
this
it.
early
There we
part
go,
of the
boys.
game. So, with that too, nothing out of the ordinary sticking out for those first items being locked in. Already too, I want to see
Bro,
exactly
Joy?
if any of these lineups decide to.
Here's the thing,
utilize
Chibi
the
used to be
Skycrasher because we've been
an
talking
assassin
about that
jungler,
for
but he
so
hasn't been for a
long.
very long time, so I don't know how to feel
with
about
the
this.
difference of even junglers, Bane.
Throw this in the middle.
Actually, look how much attention's going to be put on here. They know
Actually,
he's
no.
not on that
Actually,
side
no.
of
I
the
think
map.
it's fine. I think this
He
Joy is
also
fine
has a
because the Joy
support
can actually deal well with the
Oh,
carry
Joy connects onto
purified.
the back, and now it's going to be
No, you
Chan
think, like,
caught.
Sky
Still able to
Piercer
flick
Joy?
around as Erwin is able to disengage. Chibi
I feel like it
diving
works so
deep
well
into
with
enemy
electrifying
lines to
beats.
pick up
Yeah.
first blood.
The moment
He
I saw it, I was
gets
like,
out as well of
Sky
that
Piercer?
Earth Shatter. Quick pace by Homeboys.
Okay.
For this
already
lineup,
off to
she
a
might
good
can't
start,
even
like I was
go-
saying, whatever team starts.
If you
on
don't want
that,
Wishing Lantern, it's fine.
first
Just go Divine
blood
Glaive.
route, they're gonna go
Either
for
Wishing
it
Lantern or
and
Divine Glaive
start
should
the
be fine.
momentum building already.
The thing is, this Bane is
You
it
can
gonna
also
be?
get the
That,
glowing
they kinda work
wand and
around
stuff.
it.
Yeah,
Leading
yeah.
into
Is this
the
Bane gonna
first
be
hurdle.
physical or
The
magic?
fact that
I
you
don't know.
have that
Do you build
one
some of the
kill already on
adaptive and get a bit of both?
it
So
gives
usually
him
you
this kind of
build
confidence,
physical
this
if you want
advantage
team
that he
fight.
can
You
work
build
with
magic if you
against
go
Hide on
straight
Bush.
for the
So for
objectives.
NTV7,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to be able to
So it should
answer
be-
back to that. They don't want to let things get out
should
of
be
hand
physical.
already this early
But I'm
on,
saying with
especially
all
a
the
lineup
like
that
adaptive active items, though? You
It could
still
work.
get a
Yes.
boost
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
both,
It
right?
could work.
Like you could still get a little.
Nothing too crazy, but Homeboys will
Like, you could
start
probably
off
pick
this
up Sky
first turtle of the
Piercer.
game. They get this area.
This
to
is
work
crazy,
with,
but
and
Mage
now,
Bane
let's
does it.
see,
They use a
at
fleeting
7,
time.
they wanna make their
Fleeting
way.
time?
Yeah, I don't think
That's
it's
up top
that
as well.
good, but
Is Morax
Now
adapted too?
Oh, Sapat
No.
forward.
No.
Doran Wolfking now into the Minutes Fury, knocking two
Nice
members
knockout.
up. Cheapy is still doing a lot of damage onto Marquinhos.
Oh,
The deadly
sorry.
catches Sword, and now it's going to be hide on Bush to take on the
Whatever, man.
kill.
1 for 1,
A
1 for
trade
1.
on the other side.
Odell has
of
been
that
pretty good on
turtle pit,
Vixana, though.
as it's just going to be 1 for 1, but Homeboys do get one more trade on. It's the turtle, a neutral objective, and it's a first item. Sky Piercer, Chibi, an SPA, a Sky Piercer abuser.
He's gonna pick
Magic
that up
Bane doesn't happen in pro
already.
play. It's true.
And
That's true.
that was the
We saw it
question
a
I
little
had,
bit
you know, which
in,
teams would actually be able to utilize
NACT
the
way
Sky
back
Piercer
from like
first,
TSU.
or even better. And Chibi picks it up right away. He's already pumping out the damage like we saw earlier against Chen, and now that it is a Sky Piercer, it gets a little more scary to work around with. And
All right,
again,
don't
as we
forget to
get
pick up
through
that
the
MSC
mid-season
pass,
cup, make
guys.
sure you
Throughout
guys
the event,
follow
719
on
diamonds.
all the events in
You could
game.
even get it for
And
cheaper.
going back to this again,
I already got it, though.
you know, first items.
Yeah, Sky
nothing too
Piercer,
crazy
Joy,
just yet.
first
It's only
item.
that Sky Piercer.
Bro, I still haven't got my M5
Flickers
figure.
forward, goes to the turret, but gets caught
Whoa!
by the deadly catch, and the Molina Blitz almost takes them down, forcing Zorn to go for the heavy spin. It's a good Eternal Guard to knock two
Bro, that
members
deadly
up,
catch
but
was a
there
lot
are
of
no
damage, but I think it was
kills
paired up with
traded.
Sean.
Not here in the third minute.
And that was no
Already
items
both
being.
teams, though, showing how much action they can provide on the map.
I was surprised that amount of damage that comes
There's a lot of
through.
CC
Was
though
that
on the
just
side of
all the
MV7.
deadliest catch that
Yeah.
actually
With the
pumped
Minoan's
out
Fury,
damage?
the Molina
That's
Blitz.
scary.
Molina
I feel like the one
was a
having to
boomerang.
carry for Homeboy is
Was it
definitely
the
going to be
boomerang?
Nets for this
Okay,
one.
I mean, yeah, Chan's
Nets.
Molina Blitz is
Yeah.
down, so I mean that was just a surprising amount of burst damage. So even given how Homeboy started this, Entity 7
Holy
looks like they
dang.
have enough in the tank to go ahead and fight. First item are going to be locked in for hide on Bush. Does get that Hunter Strike now available.
There's
You can
snacks
see
too over
Chibi's
there.
doing a pretty good
Where?
job at just kind of farming and staying a little bit
legit?
ahead
Alright, I might
in
actually
terms
take
of
one.
XP against Hide on Bush. And I think the big thing about this, Zorn should be fine from this. Yeah, he's just going to poke this in and out. And Hide on Bush there. The thing I want to see is once these objectives, these objective fights happen, Entity 7
you guys hear both
in
of
this
us
position
decently
they're
with the
in
mic here in
could
between
actually
us?
contest this. I know they're down a couple thousand gold, but you already got
I
a
can
glimpse
put
of
the
the
gain
amount
up
of
more if
damage,
you
and they
need
have the
us, if
setup
you need me to.
potential with the Minotaur, with the Edith, that they can play around. First item also going to be picked up here now by Fury, the Corrosion Scythe. Still going to stay on that bottom
only
side,
thing you
so
gotta
it's
be
just a
careful
constant
for
1v1
is that
with
cord
the
right
gold
there.
laners
Oh, got it.
as they
Oh,
battle it
shit.
out.
Oh, it's
my
okay.
kid.
But
It's
it's going to be a
Got it,
4-on-4 eventually. I mean, neither team wants to really start this up. It's not the turtle, by the way, that has that 10%
Imagine
penetration.
6 months from
heavy
now,
spin.
Good pin
They
down
named
by
the turtle
Zorn.
Blitz, too.
Team follows it up, and this Fury gonna be able to knock
They
three
are.
members up as
Are
Marquinhos
they?
able to flip
Yeah.
around with Primal Rat now.
It's
Deadly
gonna be advanced
catch
over.
Popped up, not able to connect. Now as a Molina Blitz gets rid of Zorn's HP, but Chibi
Could be able to
is
pick it
still
up.
able to win out the Retribution up against Hide on Bush, who was around the turtle.
But yeah, I should
Zorn
get both
getting out
drafts.
too.
Entity 7 is more
Homeboys
skirmishing.
are just
Like,
playing
they have
it
more
very
opportunities
clean. Nets
to
in the
skirmish.
mid lane. We'll have to respect the Molina.
Where
Started
Homeboys, they
by
got a
Fury,
time
but
going
Chibi
in and going out.
dirty there
Chibi's
as
doing a
well.
good job with it.
Looking down, couple
Oh!
blazing duet dives up under
That's
the
it.
turret and goes for the kills. Now
That's
one last shot with
bubble.
electrifying
Bullshit.
beats to
Oh, okay.
Chan.
You know what?
We'll
Not
have
that bad.
Erwin to back him up. GB will go for the recall, jumping back in. That's a very low Chan who's forced to pop into Molina again.
I'm
Just
surprised the Sky
in
Piercer
case
didn't
GB
get
dives
in.
in.
Just in
trigger
case, I
though.
mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you're like, man, this Joy, where is she going to go to? And I think at this point, you know, what you're looking here from the team fights is really how Homeboys is able to go in, get the objective, and then disengage. That's kind of what the usage is right now from Udil, using that Eternal Guard. Sometimes it's just for the defensive peel. Oh, there's Conceal.
Heavy spin, no Purified
pin.
Fury
Nice
is
pin.
going to be pinned down. And Udil takes the kill with a Curse Blast. Now Chibi diving under the turret, Hide on Bush, able to
Deadly catch
disengage
doesn't hurt
with the
as much
deadly
anymore.
catch. Chibi going to be caught in a tough spot now. But he has those dashes. Easy reset for
That's what I
Chibi.
said. Tigreal once
Gets down
said,
an Eternal Guard.
never
thrown
hide
out
in
by
bush.
Udil.
Yeah.
Getting
True
two
warrior
members
never
knocked
hides in
up, and
bush.
You can see how oppressive that Eternal Guard
Whoa, whoa,
is.
whoa.
Walking up, pulling them away.
He doesn't say that.
On them. And everyone
that's
will
what
have
chat
to
said,
just
bro.
take
They're always
those
right.
two swings
So
with
you
the
know what?
sword.
If chat said
I
it,
think this,
I take it back.
this
You know what?
Sakai
I'm
pick-
wrong. I'm the
A
diphead.
lot of damage on Erwin. He's going to be fine. Has the heal as well. Quite tanky himself. But going back to this, Akai pick is working out really well with the game plan from Homeboys. And sometimes it's really just the timing. Like a lot of this, you
Wait,
see
is
they
that
get the
a-
information,
oh.
they lock in, purify.
I think
some
that Akai
available
went
Fury,
for
they're
the,
cutting down.
Winter
You saw
Crown.
that was a fleeting time. Now picked up by Zorn.
Okay.
Has the heavy spin even more now.
Yikes.
And yeah, that's
Really?
a big
Yeah.
yikes. It's something tough
And
to
Hide on
deal
Bush
with
went for early
for
Sea
Entity
Halberd.
7.
I
I'm
feel
really
like he
trying
could
to
have
look at
gone
how
for
can
something
they
a bit
keep
more
this from
aggressive, like
going
the
too out of control. They're
endless
still
battle.
maintaining, a 3,000 to 4,000 gold deficit.
Oh,
Zorn,
that's
though,
oh
Oh,
no!
the
Oh,
whip.
oh no! That's
Catching them back.
oh no! It's good.
Robot up top side.
Yeah.
Catching Chan as well. The
Oh,
internal
good,
guard
Nets.
locked
Let's
Erwin
go,
down the
Nets.
lane. Went out
Just
by
like that,
Nets, dealing a whole lot of damage to the back
Dude,
line.
I have
Back line. That's
chat
actually
telling
like
me,
Curse
can you
Plaza, Zorn
please teach
flickers
Trex
forward,
how to
trying
say
go for the
Sapat
kill.
properly?
3 for 1.
Sapat.
It's
Sapat.
Sapat.
Is that how I
It
say
didn't
it?
work. He
Sapat.
couldn't even
Yeah,
get the
exactly.
Earth-Shatter
I'll
down.
probably
It's
brutalize
terrifying.
it a few more
Now
times.
Zorn popping the
I'll be
pressure.
real.
TV will just
They were
go
like,
out
could you
on
please
it,
tell
and
Trex to pronounce it
Zorn takes the
correct?
kill
I'm gonna
away
say
with
sap
the
it.
heavy
Sap it.
spin.
Okay, well, I asked the question earlier. What can MSC do from keeping this getting out of control?
Oh, no passive.
Chibi.
Chibi just walks him down with the electrifying beat.
Yeah, homeboys.
9 to
Taking this
2.
apart.
It's a
9
massive
to 2,
goal
baby.
lead
Let's go.
for Homeboys.
My goodness, they got I don't know, they got to
6K
throw
gold
the
lead or
drum set away or
5K?
whatever Joy plays music on.
Okay.
Whatever the electrifying
Yeah.
beats are, they need to get rid of them because Chibi
Oh,
has
so
been
Udil gets the wishing
just
lantern,
a
so Chibi doesn't
destruction
have to.
all by himself.
You know what Trex would say?
What?
Punch
What?
her in the face.
Yes.
Punch you in the
That-
face.
that's probably what I would say. You could do something like that. Right, look at this
Shoutouts to
team fight
Marco.
replay. You see this, and then
Shoutouts
the
to
Nets
Trex.
coming in. This
You
is
gotta
the
pull
nothing
up,
but Nets no
punch her in the
moments where he
face. Punch her in
goes
the
in
face.
at the right time.
You gotta be
and
quick,
comes
you
to
know?
play duet. Signature
Can't give her any
pick of
time to
his.
hit the ult.
Comes up, cleans
gotta-
up, and then
One
they add a little
swift punch
spice, a
to the
little sugar on
face.
top of it. They go in under the turret even, and now
Oh,
another
they're
fight.
still going for it.
Defended into the Eternal Guard. Marquina can be pinned down before he can even do anything. And look at that, just with a few basic
Marquina.
attacks.
Oh,
he gets
Nets,
it.
Nets
Over the
gonna
middle, two Nets. That's a good shutdown.
Two,
It's
not on
Push
boys.
goes for some damage. Fury
two.
picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Chibi gets rid of Erwin around the other side.
I would say that's
Goal
not a
made in
good trade
XP,
for
traded
Homeboys.
in for an XP
Like,
in a roam.
Nets
So
still had his
for
prayer fire, he
Homeboys,
didn't use it.
I think they actually
Yeah.
lost out on that trade.
Yeah, this is actually good for Entity 7 to be able
When
to
you're behind
actually
like this,
get
getting
a
a trade
couple
on the
kills
gold lane,
if
Yeah.
especially,
needed.
it's good for
Also,
Entity
Fury
7.
stayed alive
And I
here.
believe he was
He's
3-0-5,
got
so
at
they
least
got a
the
shutdown
golden
there.
staff
Yeah.
now going with that Corrosion Scythe. Needs a little more time to catch up. I mean, he's 2,000 gold behind Nets.
Ooh,
so
shit,
where
that's-
is
Fury needs some
Fury
time.
going to
He
find
hasn't
that
even gotten
gold?
his
And right
Trinity
now,
in yet.
the answer is in these team fights. You know, he's kind of forced to stay together because
Ooh,
of
that's
what happened
brutal. That's
earlier.
like what?
Even if he has
Two-
to
yeah,
fight
2,000
out,
difference.
there's
This
enough
needs like
tools
another
for
like
Homeboys
600
just
gold to
kind
get
of
the
still
Trinity.
lock him
Dude,
down
that's
if
rough.
he's
He's
trying
only
to
like half
farm
of
up
it
by
right now.
himself. So he kind of needs to constantly be aware of where he's going to be getting that gold to catch up here. He could be a saving grace for this lineup for Entity 7. Zorn just checking things out here. They might still force a fight. Homeboys loves to do this. Oh, I'm offended. Will not be able to connect on Erwin. So they got this information. Again, we're still 15 seconds
Homeboys
away
playing good though right now.
from
They're
this
not
Lord to
forcing
come up
anything.
here. Entity
Good.
7,
Playing the
I wouldn't
river right
say
now.
Good.
Because
I'm-
that's
I'm-
normally where they mess up. It's
Dude,
like,
I'm not saying shit, alright? I learned, okay? Just because I'm not on the desk, God can still hear me.
That's why we're
I'm
just
not
hanging
messing
out.
with, I'm not messing with God. You know, I'm just like, hey, that's good. Hey, that's bad. Hey, yo.
When you first didn't come down, I was like, Lethal might just be sitting in the room quietly watching this game, guys. I was like, he said he might join me, but we'll see.
No, I make my peace. I'm joining, but you know, you're not gonna get anything out of me.
With an Earth-Shatter Flicker, trying to go for that
Trying to go
catch,
for
but
it.
back to the point for Entity
That's
7,
a
they
huge
want to
flicker
prolong
loss
the
from
game.
Marquino
Their
with Lord up
composition
right now.
with Danana,
Yeah.
with the carry, and technically almost everyone in that team.
Looks like the
They're trying to
casters
go
are
for
having
late game
problem.
team fights, and they'll be very, very good for you.
Well, their average game time was what, the 19-minute mark. So if they can
Oh,
bring this
I think
game
just
to
one of the
one
prompters.
to
They
that
probably
point,
still have.
it'd be better for them. But right now,
I
as
hope
the
more
Lord
go
is
wrong.
just going to be easily secured by
I hope he
Homeboys,
blacks out
as
again.
has the
That way
Turtles
we can just listen in
previously.
silence.
During grand finals, game number 3, yeah, that's the one.
And as we get a glimpse
That's-
of the items
that's-
falling into place here before
Oh,
that,
Nets, come on.
Game number 3.
Yeah, game number 3, the deciding match.
Again,
Yeah.
still time-wise, Entity 7 needing
Everything
to
just
catch
goes
up nearly
silence.
across
Yeah.
the
Pressure
board in
builds.
every
That's
lane.
actually kind of hype if you think
In
about
terms
it.
of itemization,
You know,
last
and
big
at
fight.
least
You know
for
what
Shan,
could be worse?
with a lightning
What?
charge
If
and
the
then you have
X-Men
wings
switch to a
there, you
different
know,
game.
how much damage
What other
actually
Other, that's the
If you're
worst.
able to combo it with that
What's the
deadliest
worst
cast.
possible thing that could happen during
You can see there,
MSC?
though, he
That happened
Somehow
before.
the other game just.
Interestingly
You know,
enough,
it happened
damage
before.
outlet
It was
thought he'd be
MPLI.
able to
They were
move on,
showing
but
Mobile
hasn't
Legends,
landed enough.
and all of a sudden they switched to
Molina
Free
blitzes
Fire.
are just damage.
I shit you
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
Udil's damage, you know? So
That was epic.
again, a little more
Different
defensive,
casters and
picked
all, or
up
were
here,
our
passes
casters
away
still
to
talking over the
Erwin.
free fire?
You're gonna have to
No,
look
no,
at
no,
it
no,
since
different
it is that
casters.
first Lord,
The
they
production,
do
you know,
deadly
fucked up.
catch cleared out. They're gonna flicker out too from
Very
Mudil.
strutting.
So that for now.
Supply, come on,
don't
don't
chill out, bro.
Yeah.
Chill out, bro. Do not pull up.
Dude, I don't even want to say what Homeboy should
So
do.
far, it looks like Homeboys will just go ahead and get these turret
Jimmy's
shields
doing-
down.
oh.
and there
They just
goes
take
the
it slow at
eternal
this
guard.
point. Eat up jungle.
Now, onward,
Don't do
Earthshatter
this.
catching support, bringing him back under the
Oh,
turret.
yeah.
Oh my
Gonna
God.
use a purify. As a
Sword.
two-man pinned down by
Here
arrows
comes
and able to
Chibi.
flicker out.
Good pick
Marquinhos
up.
will be taken out by the electrifying beats of
Roamer for
Chibi.
Roamer, Roamer for EXP.
You know why this is stressful for me? I said Ness was gonna be the one carrying the
of the
team.
game.
And then he keeps doing shit like that.
I mean, he's 3-1-6. He's 3-1-6.
Yeah, but he
This is-
almost like
this is
3-7
better
and
for
6.
7. If they can just hold it down
Fair.
again, they need a.
My
I would
chat
honestly
thinks
say
Homeboys has got
6
it.
to 8
Really?
minutes,
Makes
they'll
you
be in a
feeling
better
better.
position to go ahead
If you
and
wanna say hi to
deal
anybody,
with
feel free.
Homeboys.
Hi,
But
chat, but I'm
as
not
you're
gonna.
We're not chatting,
Homeboys
bro.
is
I'm not.
actually
Ooh,
Ooh.
no!
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 no.
They're gonna take him out to punish him. And Homeboys just are still playing
Dude,
slow now.
I'm watching as a
still the
fan,
question
but
of,
at
like,
the same
how do we
time,
deal with
it's like
Chibi?
I'm.
He hasn't died yet.
I
He
feel
does
you,
that time
bro.
and time
Sup, chat, sup,
again.
chat. How you guys doing, man?
Pop some damage. And,
Do you-
know,
do you-
part
are
of
you
it,
guys
too, is
single?
just dealing
Are you
enough.
I don't know.
You can talk however you want, but my
Yeah.
chat's brutal.
Sure, sure, sure.
It's almost like choreography at this
Why
point.
is Lafell
Homeboys.
women tries voice over the
But,
tracks he's close to the
Zorn
mic? Oh my
also
goodness. I
doing
should
his thing,
quiet
yeah,
down.
doing his thing.
No, you're
He
good.
knows
All right.
there's
I see,
probably
bro.
someone over here from Entity 7, so they go ahead and just really for Homeboys, they can't
I haven't
really
looked.
count
I have
out
trouble.
on
You guys
anything
know.
just yet.
Same reason why I don't
It's
always
interesting,
why I
right?
don't co-stream with other
Okay,
casters sometimes
so
is
this is
because
what I was wondering also with Chibi.
like I
He
won't
does
do
have the Genius Wand,
guest
and
streams
so
or
I think it
whatever.
works
You know,
brilliantly. Oh, and
because when
Zorn-
I'm in like public places, I can't unleash my true.
Dodge away from the battle mirror.
You're nerfed.
Don't let go of
Oh, Jimmy, pick it up, pick it up,
down.
Oh, God.
Deleted in the back, Marquinhos with the
Everyone.
primal wrath and fury. These basic attacks.
It's not
that are just
happening,
so
bro. Don't worry. It's
deceiving.
not. It's
That's
not
the carry
happening yet.
damage.
Dude,
You
late
don't
game
expect
play,
that,
it
and then
hurts,
suddenly
man.
all
They got
the
lured
hits.
though,
Get
right?
punched in the face.
You get punched in the face.
They get punched in
Chibi
the
got
face.
punched in the face.
That was a bit more brutal, to be fair. That wasn't like a punch. That was a.
That was a kick.
That was.
It's like
Okay,
was
the
a
Bane
kick in the
can,
face. I don't-
like
you know,
Homeboys
Chibi-
wants to engage,
Yeah,
but the
Chibi
Bane is
thought
like,
he
yeah,
was okay,
engage.
and
I
then he's
gotta
like,
go
oh,
and
wait,
catch.
hold on.
He has the
What
BOD,
happened?
man.
And I was
He
gonna
has
go
the
with
BOD.
he has the Genius Wand, which actually works
Malefic
really
Roar?
well
Oh,
with
dude,
the
it's
deal
GG.
and why they can
That's
follow
gonna be
up,
I
but
don't.
man,
Oh no, he's not
talk
going for
about
Malefic. He's
a-
going
just
for.
a clapback
No, I
from
think he just
NT7
creates
in
the
that
magic
last
blade. Oh,
fight.
he's going straight for Rose
So
Gold.
with that, I
Rose
would
Gold
say
and then probably
NT7 is able to
Malefic.
get enough kind of
Oh,
confidence.
Homeboys, don't throw
in
this. Oh my
even
god.
Bane is gonna
dancing
continue
off
to get
with this
scarier, I
Lord,
will say
'cause
that.
Like we mentioned earlier, guys, the Lord gets pretty devastating. Even at this one, the second one.
Someone
of
asked,
the game,
Trex, do you think
Chibi
NA
can't
deserves a
just
walkout
sit there
slot?
and deal
I'm
with
gonna
it. You're
answer
have
for him,
to
and I say
rely
yes.
on these other members
They
of
go-
I just want
Homeboys
to say that
to
I don't know
take
if you saw
that
the clips
front.
about
And
2
then
months
you look
ago.
at
I brought that
NT7,
up, and
they have
everyone
a lot
was
more
telling me
tanky
I was
options to
retarded.
hold
But then
Lord,
Mirko
hold
says
that
it
power.
a day ago, and everyone's like,
They might
"You're
find
so
themselves in a
right,
bit
bro."
of a difficult situation where then they have to decide: do we split push? We have a Claude.
Homeboys, not
Don't
Homeboys without
Nets has
joking.
done
Sounds
this
like a
time
real
and time
MLBB
again,
fan.
You know
You know what
and
you're talking
on
about.
this specific hero. So that's something that ND7 might want to watch out for. Conceal going to be used. Zorn, but not going to be able to
Cancel
find
out.
anything. So they go and just might go ahead and set up for this Lord.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what they want to do here, but they gotta burst it down. They gotta commit to it. If they take too much damage, these members aren't really tanky. And they can, you
Now
can see from
LaFell's interested
Homeboys,
in
they're
you
just gonna
guys.
go
Yes,
and shut
he
it
needs to
down.
look away for a
Problem
second. He's like,
whatsoever.
loads up,
Jumping
let me just look
in.
down.
I need
Half
to
HP
lower my
though, so
blood
I think he
pressure.
has
Oh,
to
they
be
got the
careful.
Lord?
He will
Oh,
just use
that's
electrifying
yeah.
beats for the
That could be
mini wave.
bad.
A good Lord take for Homeboys.
Like,
But NCT7,
that is how you throw the game.
They know
You get the
that they
Lord,
can't
you die,
go
you get
for that.
wiped
They can't
out.
defend it.
Only a Malaysian
They
would
can't
say
defend
that.
it. They can't
No, they don't.
They're-
Oh no, they got Lord. This could be bad.
Banana, for instance, you know, who also has the Divine Glaive locked in now. You also have Carry
For me,
now
it's
locked
like,
in.
dude.
Oh no, they're
Idolization
rushing
wise
Lord.
already
This could be
locked in.
bad.
VHS
That's.
has the
Dude, it-
meter
Oh no,
rolls
best player
Listen,
pick
listen.
Banny.
as
This
well.
could be bad.
So you
If
have a
Homeboys
little more
with this
defense
Lord,
to deal with some of the,
4 of them
some of the
died,
magic damage that's
that's
being
it. I'm
pumped out,
keeping
and
my
that's
mouth
been
shut.
The main problem.
They got this, bro.
For
Yeah,
NCT7
they
against
got
the
this.
Homeboys.
Alright.
So they get ready for this Lord to push
Please,
in.
no
Go ahead and
four-man
get
die.
this charge off.
Fury's looking
See if they
scared
can defend
though.
their base.
Oh.
Oh, heavy spin already
Going
used
well.
up in the bottom lane as the Eternal Guard gets
They
popped
broke.
in.
They got it. Oh, she could just get it. Just get it. Get the hell out of there. Get Get out,
Fury
get out, get out, get out, get out.
assassinated by TV in the back.
Good
And
push.
now with the Eternal Guard munching on Arrow's HP bar.
push, boys. Clean
It
up,
will
clean
just
up.
be them
Clean up time.
completely wiped out
1-0.
everyone
I knew that was
except
gonna
for
happen.
Chan,
1-0.
and they'll secure game
Yeah, I-
number 1.
Never doubted them.
Oh my,
Those are
on the
closest
second
bathroom, man.
Lord.
Legit
Homeboy
next
said,
to us.
"Yep, let's
Legit
go,"
next to
and
us.
they went.
I'll be right back, chat.
Taking out just Fury,
be
one
you,
of the
bro.
main members.
No.
we talked about leading into that,
That's
to
the
be
worst
online,
advice
to
I've
fight
ever gotten
for
in
that
my life. When
defense.
guys,
GB knew the
if you guys are
assignment,
listening to me,
went for it,
whenever
and
someone tells you
got
to
it.
be yourself, don't.
That gives HOMEBOIS that
They're
first
lying,
step
right?
towards the direction of getting
Tell a
that
fella,
spot
say, hey,
on
what's
the
up, Ted
stage.
Dim?
Very
Can I just
strong
call you
game for
Ted?
them. You know, again, it took
Everyone
them a
was
little bit
shitting on you
longer
for
than
that,
the
but when we're
average
just,
game
yeah.
time, but as
I know
we
you're
take a look
you're
at the
talking to
highlights,
Trex, but you know.
You saw this joy, this first pick that we're seeing.
Why is the
here
fact
from
worry
the season
HOMEBOIS
come
winning?
to the wildcard
Trust,
stage.
dude.
It looks like it works out great.
When
You
your
just
trusts
have to
have been
play
betrayed
around
this
it,
many
and then once
times,
transition
you don't
into the
trust
late game,
anymore.
you got to be a little more careful, you know, going into the approach of some of these. But Chibi still.
Why
played
are
this
Deal not picking
very,
Farsight? I
very
legit
well.
feel like it's just
Yep,
very,
this is where he gets, you know, he
very
gets
risky
checked a
at
little
this
bit.
stage
This is-
because
yeah,
everyone wants to
that
skirmish,
was the damage
and the
from
Farsight is good at
Marquinhos, by the way, with the primal
zoning
wrap.
people away,
So,
like for
again, he knew
sieging
his
and
job,
stuff.
he did
So
it
it's
well,
like
and the team followed
it's
up.
still
Nets,
good,
again,
but
two
it's
Nets
not
on this
directly
squad.
good because of the
They
meta.
didn't have an answer for that, you know, either. So just things really coming together for this game number one for HOMEBOIS.
What's up, Sour Apple?
Played their play style, played their composition really well. And I'm
Who? What
wondering,
am I
you know,
watching,
wondering how
dude? You're
Infinity 7 will
watching
adjust from this.
Trex
We are
is
gonna
just
take
going to
a
the toilet
quick
for a bit,
break, though,
and now
before
we're
we get
watching
ready
HOMEBOIS
for
going up
game
against
number two.
Entity
Sit tight,
7. And
we'll be back.
Mr. Mama Thought, man, hey, thanks. I really appreciate it, but yeah, haven't done it for a while. Damn, that didn't make sense. No, okay, so for example, right, with the meta being fighter/assassins in the jungle, picking up the Farsa could be a little bit more risky. Where
Hey, yo, is that Wheezy?
yeah, that's
Is
Weezy.
that Steph Wheezy?
I think this is pre-recorded though.
Nah, this is live, bro.
Nah, bro. Here.
They had HOMEBOIS run all the way back.
But Sanji's spamming Farsight is meta. I think like it's just because Sanji is really good at it, you know. I'm not saying Udo isn't good at it, but it's more like, how do I say this? It's risky. Because even Sanji picks it up going up against the Yuzong. That kind of shows like it's a player diff, you know, not because of the hero.
You know what I really like about Saudi Arabia?
What?
Or at least one of the things that I think I've started to like is they don't have like urinals. It's all just stalls.
Yeah,
It's like privacy. Bathrooms are always private.
It's going to be possibly your hardest match
nice.
so far in MSC 2024. But for today specifically, what team would you say was your hardest that you had to face?
I don't know why they keep blurring out one of their sponsors.
I see. Yeah, they're definitely full of some challenges.
No, for HOMEBOIS,
You guys
they're
have a crowd
groovy.
favorite. I asked
In
so
Malaysia,
many
people are
out here in the
talking
video,
about it.
who
They got
was
a
your
black
team
tape
out of
over the
Group B, and
sponsor.
everybody said HOMEBOIS. So I'm
Like, look at
excited
that blurry,
to see
yeah.
tomorrow. I got a
What
question for
sponsor is
Chibi. I've
that?
seen a lot of the Ling gameplay out there. How do you feel
I
about
don't know
the
how
patch?
to-
Do you feel like it works
I
in your
know-
favor?
Oakley's
Do you feel
on
like
there.
it's easier for you or harder?
Is that like Oakley, like the sunglasses?
Yeah.
It's not easier, not harder, but we need to take time for practice the new patch.
Take time for practice on a new patch. It's definitely one of the most challenging things teams have to face. A new patch in a $3 million tournament. The pressure is higher than ever. Speaking of pressure, guys, tomorrow is another day, another story. It's not best of ones.
All right,
anymore. It's
HOMEBOIS
the
up
decider
1.
stage for a
Easy
a
road
seat
from
or a
here, bro.
chance
No,
to make it
don't
into
fucking say that,
official
bro.
group stage
You're a
of
caster, you know what you're doing.
2024. How
Easy
do you
road,
guys feel
bro.
about your competition in
kidding.
87?
NE7's got this, bro. You can say that?
yeah.
NE7's gonna stomp
easy.
HOMEBOIS.
You feel the
No,
same,
that's a little
Chibi?
too much.
Dude,
No,
that bait, it was just
We
experimental,
just
man.
respect the enemy lah.
Respect the enemy. Well, I love to see it. Both of you guys are undefeated.
But I swear,
you guys
if
out of
HOMEBOIS
Imperial
picks up Leo
Malaysia,
Morton game number
short
3,
to SRG, but again,
they-
here being kings, dominating,
Leo
not
Morton.
able to find a loss so
they
far.
do this.
Same thing
Whenever
with
they
MSC.
They're
win,
up.
whenever they're
Full
match
of
point,
surprises
they pick up Leo
watching
Morton and then they
for the
lose.
decider stage to see.
Leo
All right,
Morton
guys,
has,
it's
has
time to do the
Guys, congratulations
the
again for
test.
today.
they
Time to see if
legit
it's meta yet.
they legit have
Never
0% win rate.
meta.
It's never meta. I gotta check. What is the other audio? What is this game?
That's you know.
What
That's
I keep hearing this in the background.
that's LOL. Laugh
Lol.
out loud.
Lol.
Lol.
Can I sign out? Nah.
Yeah, bro, just sign out. Who's the camera you on now? Let's play actually. Let's plug up some ranks. Time to get you banned, bro. We gonna teach you today. You gonna leave your account logged
just
in.
go in and just all chat. Just like.
Bro, I need a ring light for in here. That'd be too much. You think if I just full set here?
I need. Oh my. I try to look up Trex.
You gotta put trexcasts, bro. That's why.
Alright, you got. Death meta, alright. Nah. Just want to zero life.
There it is.
Easier for me to look at.
Easier for you to look at that. Fair. Fair. I'm ignoring them right now.
But someone just said don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
Oh, that's my editor. Matt
Oh.
Alvin.
What's up, Matt?
It's him.
He's him, yeah.
It's him.
Matt, we've heard so much about you.
He edited out some of the bad things you said.
Man, legit, you gotta start flushing your toilet, man. Like it's getting unreal. That's what we heard, you know.
That's true. Yo, what's this, bro? Cheesy onion? Oh God!
What the
What
heck?
the hell?
Why does it keep going?
Oh, it's full of cheese.
Is it? It should be cheese, but
It's
what?
full of cheese.
Maybe the entire ring is a cheese.
Maybe it's just fried cheese.
With new Clear Men, powered by triple formula technology. To eliminate
Oh,
dandruff,
yeah.
friction, grease,
Oh, I got a few Malaysians in here.
8 hours of freshness,
Yeah, we got
and
some of those.
100% dandruff-free hair. New Clear Men, 0% dandruff, 100% confidence.
How do you know? Because he said easy server. Easy
Nah.
server. What do I think about T2K? Everyone's asking me, what do you think about T2K now, Trent? Honestly, I'm very happy that they proved me wrong.
They're very good.
Like, they
And
looked
we
great.
are back.
Yahiko was a
Once again,
monster.
welcome
I don't
to
like
the
our
English
casters,
Desk.
though.
If you're just joining
Yeah,
us,
these guys,
I'm Nice
they
this is
look-
Mirko, and
His,
we
they
bro,
are
look
this
like
guy's
nerds.
pin was
for the
sideways
grand
earlier.
final for the
Really?
wildcard
Yeah,
stage.
Mirko whiffed hard.
Day number 3.
Luckily he fixed it
and
now.
it's
Still kind of
Homeboys
crooked
and
though.
Entity
No, it's just that
7.
here's the thing.
Homeboys is
Someone,
now up
Matt
1-0
said I need
in
a
this
cuss
best
jar.
of 5.
Yeah, Matt said
And I
you
can
need
say,
to-
man, after
Did
watching
he say that
that
in chat?
first
Yeah.
game,
He told me,
that was
actually,
pretty tough
told me, he
for
was like, he's like,
T7.
you should tell
I think they
Mirko
have to
and
really
Rafael to get a
fix
cuss
a lot
jar.
of things.
No, right now I
if
want
they
to cuss out
to
Mirko.
not
But
get
I
swept
know the
here in
things
the
I
series.
say is not
I think
appropriate.
definitely one of
Just
the big
use
things
like,
about Western
just
Game
use
one
letters
was the fact
instead
that
of the
Chan
curse
was just
words.
not
Oh, he's
comfortable
such
on
a
the Nana
F.
pick. Because it
Such
was
a
really surprising
F,
to us that we
A,
see the Nana. Maybe it's a
L.
pick, maybe it's something that they want to
Yeah.
experiment
Yeah.
on. But if you take a look at the entire draft, that was
Look,
what
they're
Homeboys were
blurring
preparing
Kohai
for.
Esports logo. Do
They
you know
wanted
why? I
it
have
to be
no
on a
idea.
pick
No
that
one
he's
has briefed
comfortable
me yet.
on. Sure, the Nana could
That's
work.
probably
I think
'cause it's a-
in that game particularly,
Kohai's
they had
like
a lot of
another
combos that could
esports,
work. But the thing is,
No, I
Homeboys,
feel
league or
I
something,
feel
right?
like it's
more
clashing with
meaningful.
one of the sponsors,
Chan
but
was
I'm
on
not
their
so
hit
sure
list,
which
at least all the
sponsor.
way in the draft.
It's either
So I think
clashing
for
or it
37,
means something.
Easy adaptation will be.
It
Kohai
could be
made the
something in
first
local
phase.
language that
Kohai in
I think that
Chinese
could- I agree
means
student,
there.
right?
Let us
what?
also know
Like
what you guys
student, or in
That's in
Japanese.
Japanese. That's in
Student.
Japanese.
For our
In
broadcast,
Chinese,
production here, of
Mandarin, it
course,
means
for the Mid-Season Cup 2024. You can go ahead and scan that QR code.
means a whale?
Let us know your
a
constructive
baby whale or something.
feedback for us to improve everything.
I could be right. I could.
As we go through
Kohai,
NSC
it might be a baby
wild
wheel.
cards after today.
Chat.
We have
What is Kohai in
Help us
Mandarin?
out here, help us out here.
Is it?
Outline in the Rion, and
Is
then
it,
we
you
get to
know?
look
Oh,
forward
dude,
to
you
the
are
group
dark.
Stage, which is
I
going to
know,
be
we're
quite
dark in here,
interesting,
bro.
especially depending on which team locks this last slot in here from this matchup. Homeboys is looking pretty
Why
good
is someone
to
saying
be that
Baba
team,
Aero
though, and I
LaFell?
think
LaFell sucks at
even when you
MLBB.
kind of
That is a
dissect
question,
the
not a
game,
statement.
number
I
one
appreciate
they
that
had
you
there,
phrase it as a question.
He
I
did
don't know. I
phrase
didn't
it
see
as a
too many
question.
weak
Yeah.
points other than it just looked
Unfunny
like
dude.
when they did get, when Chibi got checked, it was more so if we have this
BBC. Why
is the-
lead that
why
we
is the
work
bridge
with,
so
we
long?
have
Just-
this kind of
just
lineup, we might as well keep putting pressure because I think that's what the Joy did, man. The Joy was simply for the fact that you
Start
had, especially when
game.
the Genius
You wanna
Wand
get in
was
there,
locked
chat?
in.
Dude, yeah, dude, what the
We
What
already
if
saw how
we
much
jump to the
damage
official chat and
Joy
it's
can
a
do
valid
early
track?
on.
Start
Like,
game
like-
already.
like, yo, shut the fuck up. Just start a game. Oh, wait. Are we starting? Oh, no.
And then, you just follow
11
up.
KDA on
Udil, he
Chibi.
was just topping damage because by then the magic resistance
Isn't Udil
of
like a noodle?
NC7 was already whittled down, and you follow up with everything that you can with that Vexana. So
What?
now,
Do
looking
you
at
wanna
this
ask that
spin,
again?
Chibi on
Is
the Joy
Udil
pick,
a
that was
noodle?
the first one.
Yeah, is an
Finally
Udil
that we
like
got
a
to see
noodle?
Joy picked up here.
Actually, what?
Udon's a
Udon
noodle.
is a noodle. What the heck?
But maybe there's a Udil. What does Udil
Assassins
mean?
in general,
Um,
Fredrin. But now you see
It
Joy,
could be
and I
his
would
name.
say, for a lot of teams
Is it
that
his
want to
actual
play
name?
this
What
kind of
is his name again? I
snowball,
forgot.
let's get the ball rolling.
Is your
early
lights
on,
broken? Bro,
Joy
read the
is a
pin
good
comment.
quality pick.
I wonder what he sold
I
by
don't
the
know why
way to
he
get that
reads
immortality,
something.
right? Because
might
I
have just
was
said it
actually going to
nicely.
mention in the
Yeah,
game that
he
is the
legit
big glass
went-
handability.
Worried about my lights.
Yeah.
But it's
And I'm
a
like,
bit longer than
you're
the
right.
duration for Homeboys.
What a nerd.
Usually it's 13
Nah,
minutes,
it's just that in
14
Saudi the
minutes,
sun isn't
but
up yet.
E7
Yeah,
were
it's
able to
actually
bring
still
that
dark
out
here.
of Homeboys.
Yeah.
just through.
You
making
actually
the
have
right
to.
decisions,
You're not
I
allowed to
would
put
say,
your lights
because
on at
even
this
around
time of day.
the
Do you
last
guys know
lord,
over
I think
here,
it would
even
be
at night, it's hot.
way riskier to go for the contest over that.
Okay, it's warm,
defense,
it's
right?
warm.
It's warm,
Unfortunately,
it's
they weren't
warm.
able to go and pull off the defense.
It's still
either,
like 90
but I think they would have been able
at
to.
night.
Like
had
legit
Chan
just now,
gotten a
even
better pick,
at breakfast,
compared to
the
lineup
what
in
was
the
his name
early
again?
phase.
Roger.
So really got to give props to HOMEBOIS.
Roger?
They
Our
did
server-
their
Yeah.
homework.
He
A
was
lot of
asking me, he's like,
as
oh,
I think in the group
how's the heat in
stages,
Malaysia?
especially
Is
wild
the
card, I
same
think
as
they're
here? It's like,
underestimating
no.
all their
And then
opponents. So
I figured
the
out
fact that
how to
HOMEBOIS
say
are like, okay,
it the nicest way
Group
possible.
A,
I was like, the heat
significantly
here
weaker
is
on paper compared to our group,
inexperience.
but we still gotta
Experience.
respect
Yo, what
them,
the-
just
okay.
like
I thought
all
we
the
I
other
thought it was
guys. So they did their homework really well. They targeted Chan, and so far, when Chan doesn't get his pick, it doesn't seem like it's the same E7 that we saw from day one.
Yeah, definitely. And like we had that fact when we were
That's
in
you,
the draft.
John. Yeah,
for game
we know
number
what to do.
one. You
No,
know,
I just don't have a
he's-
light
he's
in
been
here,
a monster
bro.
on the low E pick,
So-
I
sorry,
think
Okay,
guys.
thank you,
that's
Kura, for
probably a
saying
staple
nice
from
vlog, but
HOMEBOIS,
some
at least
part
for
of my
draft.
video got
They're
cut from
just
the
gonna
vlog.
ban
I
out
have
the
no
low
idea
E,
how
so
that
they-
happened.
Yeah, you gotta wonder.
Like, my
You
video-
uploaded it or someone
No,
else
so
uploaded
no,
it?
so
Can,
I
because
uploaded it, but
we've
it's
seen
like
him be a
people
playmaker
keep saying,
himself
why does it
throughout
end
NK7's,
abruptly? I'm just like, oh, that's
run in
interesting.
their
And I
group,
rewatch
and
it, and
now
it
at
did
this
end
point,
abruptly.
They
I had
gotta
like
be
at
able to
least
answer some of the pressure that
maybe I
HOMEBOIS
messed up
is
on
putting
on
I
the
think
edit.
any
Yeah,
team
maybe because
that goes
I'm
against
pretty
a
sure
team
I
like
put at
HOMEBOIS,
least
and
2 or
there's a
3
lot
clips
of
after
them
that. It's like,
in the groups waiting.
but now
I
the
feel
views
like
are there, so
you
I
have to
can't
really
Yeah.
adjust
re-upload
early
them, so.
on, man, because for
Whatever.
some reason,
Sad.
Sad.
I know the
Is
reason.
what
It's
it
this
is.
patch.
Lafel,
Things have changed,
Cominel.
and you can't have these like slow starts anymore.
It feels like the air
It's
blower is always
all
turned
just,
on. Yeah,
like,
actually, that's
fighting,
a nice way to put it,
clashing,
Nada.
But like
even
a
when it
heat air
comes to
blower.
those
Yeah.
Lord
Like
fights,
even
it's
the
same
breeze
thing.
here is
You know,
just
if you fall so far
warm.
behind,
Yeah.
and right now it feels like even
People-
4,000
Yesterday was actually the
deficit
first.
is
And I don't know if it's
tough
because I'm
for
getting
some
so used
teams
to the
to
super
actually
heat.
go and
Yesterday was
contest,
actually
when it comes to the Lord.
kind of
It
nice.
Yeah,
feels
like
like, especially
last
when
night
your
we were
team is
outside
able
and I
to
was
get
like,
the
this is
Sky
actually
Cruiser
nice.
very
Yeah.
early. That
It's probably like a
4,000
solid
gold lead,
89 or
First item,
something
by the way,
Fahrenheit.
First item for Chibi, the 4,000
your
gold
friend-
lead feels
you and
more
your
like a
I know, it's
10,000 gold lead.
Americans.
Yeah,
We're the only
Because
ones.
the Sky
This is
Piercer, I think we
a
got,
rare
you know,
Like the word
um,
banana.
This is a
visual
rare
on the
occurrence
stats
where
as well. I
you
think at
guys
that
are
point
the
in game,
minority.
we did
Yeah.
see Chibi get
Inches.
level 15 on the Joy. He had
Okay, we
clearly
use
that
inches.
You guys use
Sky
inches?
Piercer. So
Just for one thing.
already there
What's
at
that?
that point, he was executing people very, very
Uh,
easily everywhere on the map, and that's
we
why he
use
was able
inches
just go
to
in
measure when
with
you're
the
sitting on the
immortality,
toilet.
with the blood wings.
Okay.
How far it is
Man,
from
How big is
hitting
it?
the
This is
water,
actually,
from how long it
talking
hits the
about
water.
nerfs before, when
Like
Joy got
your
nerfed,
butt
the
to the water?
anti-CC
No,
no
your
longer
penis.
there for
Oh.
electrifying beats.
Like
I was
when you
alright,
see it,
cool
it's like
move
normal,
time.
right?
That's-
When you
That's
sit.
actually how you measure because it makes it
Yeah, yeah.
bigger.
So like
So it's like I got 6 inches.
No, yeah. So
The
when
damage,
you sit,
punch,
it's
different
normal
damage
for
too, and now
you for your
I'm
penis
seeing
to hit the
that-
water,
okay,
right?
this is a
So we
nerf
just
Joy, by the way.
count.
This is a Joy that
We
can
just
be
count
caught,
like,
and he was unstoppable in that game.
you know,
It-
how
it's
many
still, in a way,
like
it's like a
how
glass
deep
cannon,
is
right?
yours in
But
the water?
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's
That's how we
happens
measure
we are gonna be
in
just
Asia.
heading
Yeah.
to the draft here in just
Ezekiel,
a bit,
message
so
Jamar if you're out
let's go
there.
ahead and take a quick little trip to the
Have,
draft.
have mercy on us today. Normally, if I
Okay.
tell them not to do that,
That's a
flip
quick little
it,
trip.
they,
Yeah,
they,
that is the
they
trip.
respect
For
me.
the first
really?
time, you know,
They do,
your
actually.
They
little
don't to
trip
me.
was actually quick.
Well, have you ever
Yeah, that
told
was
them?
about a second or so.
That was a second?
I feel
No
like-
way.
Because they
I mean,
come to
like,
my
you
stream a lot,
usually
I was
say
like,
enough,
hey,
it's been a second, and that
no
actually,
clips today.
It's like a day.
Oh,
or an hour
that's how
at
you
And
least.
I'll be like,
Well, you know what?
yeah, I'll just be like,
That
guys,
was-
please no clips today. I just want to
that was
like have fun
less
on
than
stream.
10
Oh,
seconds.
because I
No,
usually
it's
just
fine.
tell my chat, it's like whatever
That's
happens
like my
here.
time too. Maybe he's
Tell it to
adapted
everybody
to
else.
my time, to the human
Clip
time.
away.
Like, man,
Clip away.
I'm in the human time zone now.
If I
But
get
look at
canceled, I
this.
get
Louis
canceled,
E
you know,
is
like,
actually
it's-
going to be the
The fact curly hair looks so majestic. Oh, thanks, man.
Like we talked about.
I
So
follow
that's-
Trex.
That's not happening
My
for Chan.
barber's better
Chan's
than
gonna have
DJ
to have a
Wise.
different idea, and I think that's how it's solved, Miracle. I think you
It's
hit
the nature
nail
of
on the
Middle
head.
East,
I
where
don't
it's-
think
Mage
DJ
first
has a
phase,
barber.
if you're
Oh, hold on,
E7,
but before that,
because
this is
you
actually
get
quite
those
true.
picks
It's
to be on
hot
the
here, but
red
we don't
side.
sweat a lot. not.
You know, you can
No,
just
it's
go
not.
ahead
That's actually
and
like you can
play
actually
on
wear.
that
Yeah.
Like, you could wear
because
this out there and
Nano
be fine,
was
like a
not gonna
long
work.
sleeve
Yeah.
and be okay.
I get to. Nana can provide.
That's
some
why,
pretty good
like,
burst
I think
damage,
the
but just
thobe and like all the
overall
outfits are
impact.
like.
What are
It's
you gonna do with the
actually as
boomerang,
long as it's
man?
light
You know?
wear.
Like, what-
Like if it's light,
what-
it's better to
How
wear
is
a
that
long
going to
sleeve
work in
because it blocks the
comparison to
sun
what
and you
we
don't get
saw
burned.
from the Vexana earlier?
All
or
right,
a
draft time,
Valentina,
boys.
for example, if it's not banned out. You know, we might see one of the teams actually.
You could
ban
play
the
Hot Wheels on
Valentina
Trex's
out here
forehead,
still,
damn.
because it seems like they're going on that focused route on dealing with that.
Is
Mozkov
he right?
might still come
Nah.
up.
Is
or
he
not.
right on
I'm not touching that.
Gold
I'm
lane
not
so
touching
far,
that.
I feel like even
I'm not
if you look
touching
at the previous game, that gold lane matchup. There's the Mozkov ban.
Let's
Dealing with nets,
just say you would save
and
money
you
on
can't
buying
let
a
him get
track.
the quad. I feel like this
Huh?
is
I
probably
would
one of
save
his
money on
best
buying.
picks,
Yeah,
if not
just-
the
yeah,
best
just-
pick for
real.
Nets
Yeah.
to
I
play
got a big
around
head,
with
bro. I got like an
before.
alien
You know,
head.
it's
Like
been
it's one of these.
This has been a minute.
It's like an upside
Bruno-
down pear.
Bruno has not popped
Is
up
it
here
weird
That's the
doing,
best way
at
to
all for
doing
all
my
the
my
teams.
entire?
You have like a
Also
brick,
love
and I
that
got
Bruno
an upside down
pick
pear.
No, it's just
does
that
play the quad though.
I'm
to
not being
a T,
racist,
and that's
yo,
what we
but,
saw
like-
here. So I'd love to see E7 if they wanted to
Do you
go
understand
ahead
that
and play,
normally when any
you know,
comment starts
Yeah,
with that?
yeah, I know.
try to put the advantage,
But it's like
either
when
they ban
I
out
went to the
marksman as
airport
well
and I
because
see a
of
lot
the
of,
Moscow
you know,
has been
white
banned
Caucasian
here.
people.
people,
I'm teaching him.
Caucasian people,
Or
is
you
like,
try to
you
pick
guys
up
look
the Claude in the
better
first
with
game.
short hair
Whatever
because
Homeboys
your
are gonna
entire
give
face
up,
structure is like
maybe you
a lot of
swing back,
angles, you know?
either get the Claude,
Asians don't have a lot of
and you
angles.
lock
It's like
in
a lot
bait.
of
Because it looks like Homeboys, they might go
round.
for Roger, right? Depending on how these
Yeah,
bans,
you guys
these
have
last
edges,
couple
so-
bans go out for the first phase. You saw the Harith already
Except
taken
for the
out here.
girls. The
So
girl
we'll see
Asians
exactly
have
what the Homeboys
Yeah.
plan is going to be this
and
time.
Korean.
No. That's
Korean
makeup,
men.
Trex. Let me teach you that. That's makeup.
You're right.
Right?
Have you
That's
ever seen the
makeup.
makeup videos where they're like,
Yeah, dude,
pulling
it's
stuff
insane.
out of their nose?
What the
Have you
fuck?
seen
Right?
those?
Yeah, I've
It's like
seen.
a- It's like 2 feet of cotton or something.
Don't magicians do that?
All Asian girls are magicians.
All Asian girls are magicians. First she's there, then she's not, and then a few months comes
What
in,
does
and
that
then she's
even
pregnant.
do, bro?
Someone
What?
who's been able to perform
Sorry, what?
consistently on the Claude, given
Down.
over. Maybe
Let's
even
watch the game.
Vexana
Okay.
or
Game time.
Udil.
Yeah, it's-
Udil's
dude,
only
sorry.
Always
played
blue side
Vexana,
again.
I
Wait, does
believe, in
winning?
wild
Oh,
card.
losing team probably
And
picks an E7 wants
I think
red
for the
side.
most part, even back in MPL ID, when he
Roger
used to
ban?
play in MPL
It's still very
ID,
hard for me to tell which one is blue,
Udil
which
is
one is
always
red.
like this, dude. If he wins on a pick, he's like,
First
why
pick.
should I even swap?
Thank you. I
Yeah.
keep telling
He
people just tell
goes
me
on
first pick.
Farsa.
Because I know
wins on
numbers.
I used to
Farsa,
forget
plays
all the
Farsa
time,
the
and
entire
finally-
season. Now it's Vexana, so he's definitely found a new favorite there. I'm glad it's new because I would be pretty surprised if he still wants to play Farsa
Hey,
after
might
playing
could
Farsa
work.
the entire. It could work,
Still
but
work.
it does seem like he wants to
C7,
utilize that
is someone
eternal
in the front
guard
of the
more
pick
than
lane?
feather airstrike
Yeah,
now
yeah.
and wants to have like a beefy boy protecting him in the front, but
Feel a little safer, you know?
if this is the exact same bans, which I think it should be because
Yeah,
I think
someone
the
said I
Roger
got chubby,
would
he
be a
got
bit
slim.
deadly to leave open, knowing that both Nets
Well, Lapel's
and
lost weight.
Chibi
Oh, they banned the
Right?
Claude.
Didn't you say you lost some
Oh,
weight?
the
And then I
Claude
gained it
ban
again.
comes through, but you leave open
It's
the
the food
Roger.
here. The food here is
Homeboys
amazing, by
just
the way.
swinging
It
for
is.
it.
Oh,
It is really
the
good.
Claude is a great ban. I understand. You know,
It
you
tastes
mentioned
very
it.
hot.
It's great on nets, but the thing is, the Roger could be flexed, and both
Roger?
Chibi and
Roger,
Nets have
first
played
pick,
so
Roger open.
well.
It'll be
GB
first
just
pick.
yesterday, it was the same kind of
It better
build
be
that we
first
saw
pick.
for
Oh, there
the
he is.
for the Joy, but yeah,
then you
Sky
follow up
Piercer,
with-
War Axe,
The Fairness
endless
is open,
battle.
but
He didn't even
people
go
aren't
for the
picking up
Wind
the
Talker.
Fairness.
That was
Maybe it is
how
bad
ahead he
now.
was.
I mean, the Valentina
Yeah,
is
you know,
is
they're
bad.
happy with this too. They're
Shouldn't
smiling
be,
about it. You can see that. You know, it's interesting.
Angela is
because
open
he's
as well if
got
you
a
want Angela Ling.
44% win rate, but that's because he's been
Yeah, Angela
flexed.
Ling right here, bro.
I would say
Really, that's the play.
his statistics in the gold lane aren't as good.
Or
as we've
pick up
seen
the Angela
in
and
the
pick something else so that
jungle, and
Homeboys
that'll
is,
probably carry
you know,
over
forced to pick
even
up
into the group
pick up the
stage.
lane.
We'll have to see
Yeah,
how that
for
Roger
Ethan
changes
Stead.
because I think one of the teams or one of the things teams really have to have like an answer for is dealing with the Roger and dealing with the lanes that have been
I
popping
wonder
up.
how good are
This is
their
still going to be an
headsets.
Edith that's locked in here for E7 in this first phase.
Because I don't
Let's
know,
see,
from
do
what
they
I'm
go for the
understanding, it
mage?
doesn't
Do
look
they
that
lock it in
Most
here
cans look
already?
just pretty
Depending on
Yeah.
how this goes, because the Edith actually is still what?
banned
It's
again,
the same
bro.
2 picks. They go with the bane again.
Okay. They should change
That's
the
the deal
third
with the
pick. They
Roger,
should
like, I
change the
get it.
first. Maybe they're just trying to look at
But-
Homeboys first. You know, you got the Roger already.
I get it,
Are you gonna
guys,
pick
but
up
I don't know.
Vexana again. If you do go for the Vexana,
Pants are
okay,
tight.
that's
I
yeah,
got
like I
some
said,
few
it'll probably
pounds,
be the
actually.
Vexana, and then
Dude, the food
what
here,
are we
it
seeing?
does
Okay,
that
we're just
to me.
seeing.
Oh, is it
You
going to
know
be
what?
like
What's
more or less the
scary?
same draft?
We're seeing a change, but that was actually a good
except there's
change
a
for
better
Homeboys.
jungler
They got a
now.
better pick than the Claw. They got the
Except there's
Roger. They got the Roger.
Or Gold
Now
Liner,
they
you
have
know?
2 flex picks,
Nah,
right? In
I
the
prefer
previous
this
draft,
in
we saw the
jungle.
Claude and then the Ruby Vexana, which means that the Vexana and Claude, we know where it's going. Ruby, a bit of a flex. Now, we get to see the Roger, so now it's going to
If
be
this is
even more
Minotaur?
confusing. If E7 go for Minotaur,
We're in the Twilight Zone.
oh man, it'll be very scary for E7 if they go for the Minotaur. I mean, it's good for their combo, I get it, but also, you can see the previous draft right above there. I just had to, look at it again.
Just
It's
confirm it was the previous
confirm it
draft.
was
just don't know what
exactly
they
the
want to pick up
same.
here.
I guess we'll
I
see
feel like
here
they
if
should
it's
pick up
going
the
to
gold
be a
lane before it
change.
gets
Maybe they
banned
go
out.
for a mid
Like pick up
laner.
the Natan
Maybe
or
they even
something.
go for a.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
Eve.
There it
Eve.
is. There, but Eve wasn't bad.
I don't know about the
So,
Eve here.
Technically, they could have got Minotaur.
I
I
here.
don't really
They
know
could
about
have
the
gone for
Eve much
Eve, right?
anywhere. that
yeah,
much.
they
I
could
don't-
have.
If
She
they
was
had the
banned
Ruby,
previous game,
maybe.
But you know what? This
No, I feel like
hey,
Eve going up
this
against certain
follows
things
what we
like
were saying they
Fredrin,
should do.
and
Mage
Firemist.
first phase,
I can see it
lock it
happening,
in.
but
All
like
right,
picking
at
it here
E7 Kevin has
instead of like a
locked
gold
it in.
laner when you already
Chan's
have
got
2
it,
gold laners
and
banned out.
this is a
and
pick
Homebois
that,
will probably ban out other gold
he
laners.
does like this
I don't
pick.
know.
It does provide
And it's not like they
that death
banned
box
Yeet. Like when they
potential you're going
targeted
into
onto
the
John,
objective.
they didn't
The only
ban
thing I
Yeet
hope
last
for
time,
is
so
that
they
they're
could have got
able
it at
to
any
actually
point.
get to that
Do
point
you know
where
why it's
they're
fine
able
for
to
Homebois to
contest
just
against
ban
the
out
objectives
like
because of
marksman just because
the mere
Nats have
fact
shown he can use fighters?
that's a Roger.
Make you pick up the Mincetar.
And
right?
So if they want to go
if anything
offline,
is to be
offline.
said,
Yeah.
Roger will snowball the heck out of this game number 2.
Oh, wow.
And looking at this too, a little game
First
fact
set of
here
match.
before
Dude,
this
Nets is 27
decider match.
KDA.
and the
Nets
highest among all
27 had a
Yikes.
27
And
KDA.
Sapat
It's the highest
is
among
nine.
all the wildcard players. The second highest is Sapat with a
Sapat.
2 homeboys
9.33.
players.
Supat?
2 homeboys
No, that's funny.
at the top of that KDA
Sapat.
standard
Sapat.
here. Wow, 27.
It's
KDA for
Zapat,
Nets.
man.
And that's what I was saying. You know, at the end of game 1,
What if
I was
what
like,
if
man,
that's
even if they
racist
had
in
an
some
answer for
cultures?
Chibi,
You're telling.
you gotta have an answer
This
for
is what we're-
Nets, because
No,
Nets
this
is
is where we're
just-
going. This is-
I'm changed man.
especially
You're
when it
changed
gets
man.
in cloud. So
Alright.
that's why I'm
I
saying,
know
like,
my
I
rules.
actually
Okay.
like
When
the
Matt
fact that
tells me I need a
57
cuss jar, I know
decided
I've
to
gone
go
too
that
far.
route, ban
That's
out the
fair.
pod.
Yeah.
It
Before
forces
this,
Nets
I
on
have no
something
idea.
else. So
But
I'm
when
also
Matt
wondering
comes up
what
with
Nets
cut-
will
cuss
pick
jar,
because he is
okay.
one of the players that likes to
Okay.
play the Harris in the
Sapat.
gold
Yeah.
lane.
I don't want
but
God
that's
hate me,
banned
you know?
out.
It's just quick,
We
right?
might
It's like
see him
Sapat. It's not like
bring up
Sapat.
maybe something new for the gold lane, unless this is a flex. Unless the Roger is flex.
Trex about to
for
gain
Nets
weight
in
too
that
after
gold
his
lane.
marriage.
But as we get through this second phase
Why is
of
that, bro?
bans, the Terizla is banned out, the Minotaur, like we mentioned earlier. And, you know, for
Yeah, people
really
keep
for,
saying
I think
that
both the
after you get
teams,
married,
You gain weight?
this
you gain
first
weight, right?
phase is
But what if I lose
good.
weight?
It's locked in.
Does
I mean,
that
it's
mean
nearly
my marriage is
identical.
unhappy?
But the Eve,
Or-
I
or-
like
no, 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 no.
Now you're trying to look good for
No,
the
no,
game.
no. I know.
I think a lot of people
If I
still
get
need to
married
see
and I
the,
lose weight, that means I need to marry
the
again.
value of
That's
Eve
true.
in the
Yeah.
It's not
meta.
enough.
I'm Muslim,
Because
I
I
can't
feel
afford.
like she could be quite
Is that so
devastating
like,
with some of the new
is that
items, too.
legal in,
You know, the poke is
Very
actually
legal.
pretty good. The glowing wand
It's very
could
legal.
actually
is
provide
your,
a lot of
What?
Is your lady
value
Muslim
to this
as well?
lineup
Yeah.
going against Homeboy.
Is she okay
if
with
that
that?
happens to be one of the first few items that
Potato,
is
potato.
picked
No,
up.
it's like-
It's up to the man
Yeah,
anyway.
it's like if she doesn't know.
And you kind of need to deal with that.
That-
The only
so,
thing
like,
I don't like about Eve is stationary.
So, like,
Yeah.
let's say you guys tried to have
Vulnerable in that
kids,
sense
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you-
and for
once
some
you set up.
reason
And
you
that's exactly why
couldn't.
they banned the link.
I'll just tell her.
You would then, it would solidify it even more, right?
So it's like, babe, we could max
in
have
these
4.
skirmishes. You can't
But if
really,
I have
you know,
someone
as flexible as
else,
Valentina,
we
as
can't have
flexible
8.
even as a Lo Yi with
Eight.
diversions, you can't find those angles, and you don't really have a way to
And let's say like you need a man, you need a boy, and you
Usually
don't get
with
any
the heroes
boys.
like this, you have a
you know,
way to
'cause you have to have
see
an
your
heir.
opponent, right?
No,
You have the
okay, you
Barca,
know what? Scrap that
like
idea. I have a
Vision,
different one.
passive,
It's like,
but now with the Grok
babe, you
and the
like your best
Terizla
friend,
banned
right?
out, they're really trying to stop E7.
Like you love your best friend, right? You don't want to go anywhere without it.
Don't you want to, you know, be in the same
play
house?
farther.
how they played or executed their game plan for game one. They wanna attack with
Okay,
the tank,
next
they wanna
question.
utilize their mobility
Next question.
and to
In the
make
Muslim
E7
community,
utilize
Yeah.
their resources, and then Homeboys
If
comes
you
in.
have
Again, it's
two
like
wives,
a alluring type of gameplay.
is it
for
considered
Homeboys,
haram
baiting out resources
for
and
all
then coming
three of
back
you to
again
be in the
later.
bedroom at
Yeah,
once?
we'll see if they do that. Also, as we wait for the second
Or does
pick,
it have to be
I almost would
separate?
like to see an R-lot
Okay.
picked up here.
Okay, so the real
I
answer
think that
is
could work
it's
out
fine
really
for
well,
3
kind
of you to be
swooping them
in the bed
into
at the same time.
deadliest catch
Let's say you
or
want to
into
make a baby,
the real world
then it's best if you
organization.
Then you
alternate.
have to
You know, it
alternate.
But
could
if
work
I'm
out,
not
but
mistaken,
Carmilla's gonna be the
it's okay
answer
for the 3 of you
now.
because it's, you know,
So that's
Yeah.
so
It's
that's
okay.
the answer for
It's okay.
E7.
You guys
So
are all-
this means
yeah, but
Carmilla, is this going-
but like the base of it is that
going? Is this
you have to
Rome?
be fair.
Rome
If you
Carmilla?
did
You
it
have to
with
be fair.
if you did it with your first wife, say
Yeah,
2
it should
times,
be
you gotta
Rome,
do it the other one
because-
2
Okay.
times as well.
Fair.
Edith,
Fair.
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
XP. Yep. All right.
It is
The
still
more you
one
know.
dimensional.
The more you know, boys.
I mean, if we take a look at game number 1, the main reason, you know, E7
All right, let's get
weren't
back to the
really
draft.
able to look for anything else except for team fights was this competition, and that's why Homeboys were able
This
to get
this Carmilla might
overall
actually be
lead
very
at the
good
start of
combined
the
with the
game.
Bane.
They utilize their pickoffs, they utilize their mobility.
Eve
And now
maybe get the
they're gonna see
stun.
Nets
Yeah.
on the carry, so it'll be confirmed the Roger will be going into the jungle. That's the higher win rate of the 2 jungle/goal lane Rogers that we've seen.
Where do I live in
Last
USA?
pick
I live
for
in Florida.
Zorn. Or perhaps for Sapat, it's going to be the Mathilda. So Mathilda for Zorn.
Yeah, this is a great last pick here. And it's funny because Matilda, in a way, is kind of slept on now, which, you know,
This
she
time
was
I'm
in this
in.
kind of mode where she was banned out constantly previously in the year. But
Rewind. Should I show that comment?
her up
I have
as
no
much, but
idea.
she still provides a lot of value. And this, really, the value that comes from Matilda with this lineup
Ask
for
LaFell what's
Homeboys
up with Daddy Hook.
is the guiding win. Mostly, I'd say the
Oh,
guiding
no,
win,
just the
allowing
wife
carry
is
to maneuver
having,
around a little bit better because
what
there's
you
a lot
call
of
it?
lockdown
Health
that
problems?
could happen
Problems.
from
I don't think it's
E7
anything
in the-
too
in the form
serious,
of that
but
deadliest
before it
catch.
gets serious,
You know,
Daddy Hook
even
just
the
wants to take
curse
care of her.
blood will be able to
Fair.
set things up for Entity 7 despite what they
No, see,
have
here's the
here
thing,
for
though, guys. Even
Homeboys,
if I convert
I
it to
think you
Muslim
need that
in USA,
mobility.
that
You already
doesn't
have
fly,
a Ron that
guys.
has enough
You're only allowed to
mobility,
have one like.
you know, and you can play around that.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
have
if you don't
a
get
turtle
caught, it's
guard to
fine.
disengage for yourself, so this is really for that
I
character
mean, you
pick.
could just
But
not
here's the
get
glint that comes
legally
through
married and
for
get
East.
Oh, wait,
married
yeah,
under God.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I
This
forgot
is,
you need to get
you
legally
just
married,
look
yeah.
at this lineup.
Well, you really don't.
Mobility
Like,
versus
like I
stand
could
your
just
ground.
have a.
Just stand
so
your
like
ground, post
you
up,
like technically the only reason you
fight
get
it out. and hope,
legally
too,
married
that, you know,
like
can
not
make it
religiously
through,
married, but
because
like paperwork
I
signs is
still
for
would say, like,
government
it's
tax
almost a
reasons.
similar
Ah,
essentially.
yeah,
Like,
got it.
and also it's a safe haul. Like if
They
I
wanna get to
die,
the late game.
you are
Clint
legally
can
bound
do
to get
quite a bit
something,
damage.
you know.
But
But
he needs
if you don't
time.
get legally
You know,
married,
he's
then
gotta
some of
get
those
time
things don't tie
to
in.
get to that
But
high
but
noon
yeah, like
status.
there's actually
He's
lots
not
of
just
people who
firing
just
off
get like
early on, you know, and
quote unquote
Carey does
spiritually
too, but
married, you
the
know,
whole
like
point of this
you
is,
could have
yeah,
the
Roger
religious
is
service,
across from you. So,
and it just
you know, we
wouldn't
saw
be
a
legal in
glimpse
the
of
state's
Bane's
eyes, you know.
damage
But
in the previous game.
cares
Hopefully they
about
can
the
have
state? So
even
I
better
wonder
time because
what can be
he
considered
lost
as
a
an
lot of his
illegal
purple
marriage.
buffs. If you guys lost the, if
Yeah,
you
he
didn't
did.
see
Getting married
the
with cocaine?
breakdown there of buffs, they
I'm
need to
sure-
lock that
I'm
down.
sure- you know, I just watched the game.
We got the lineups here locked in for both teams, Homeboys and E7. It's about same, but
we're
a
getting
little
into some
sorry.
deep conversation.
Let's
sorry.
get into game number 2.
This is the podcast.
And find out if Entity 7 can bring this series in the best of 5 to a 1-for-1.
All right, so question:
Both teams get
even though you want
punching
Homeboys to
things
win,
in for the group
do you
stage.
still
And also looking at
do you
this,
still kind of
a
want
lot
a
of
1-1
quantum charge
for the greater
for
good, or is it like
Entity
once you
7,
get to 2, then
focusing
do you want a
Marco, too,
2-1,
for Erwin. Look
or
at
do you just want this to
already,
be a
the
sweep?
pressure.
Once we have a
Warren,
2,
I don't think
then
you
I
can
don't
catch
mind.
him at all. Takes a couple
For me,
hits,
if it's
gonna
my
be
team, I'm okay. Like
War
when
Cry, by the way,
I'm a big
for
Liquid
Chibi,
Echo
but
fan.
this
Yeah.
matchup and a
So
goal
like when they
range
4-0'd, I was
should
still
be
cheering the whole time.
for,
I was totally
quite
cool
a bit
with it.
Marquinhos
Even though the fans were like
very
4-0
early
for
on
him, I
as
was
well.
like,
That would explain why he went
Yeah, I
for
get it, I
the
get it.
lane cut very early. Udil still with this Vixana. Chibi!
Oh.
Taken out
Bro,
now.
Roger's so
Under the turn
broken.
like
Oh
it's
my
out,
God.
and Chibi
Yeah, he's-
doesn't
Roger's
even
bro,
follow
ban
through
Roger.
under the
Except
turn.
when
He
Cloud9's
gets
playing.
out.
War Cry.
War Cry.
Except when Cloud9's on
Plus,
blue side.
Obviously, man, the like and pounce interaction. Sometimes you follow.
Then let it slide,
sometimes
that's
you
just
just deal the damage.
Sometimes you just somehow you follow him and you're still in the jungle, you know?
It works for them.
It works right there, and this is exactly what we were talking about in the
That's why
draft.
cheating
Guys, you know,
Shrek's
when
the way.
you get this
This is the
Roger
way.
locked in, and somehow, some way, you're able to get the lead.
Can't believe they
which
banned
most
twice in a
teams
row.
play around this. If you are going to draft a Roger, you look for that play potential early
Might not be able to
on,
play
and
lane,
that's
huh?
exactly what Homeboys did.
I think a
Good
lot of
response here from
teams
Hide on
are going to
Bush.
fall
Whoa.
short because of that.
Interesting dive into the deadly catchy goes
Another
for it though.
hard
Provided the guy to win his
uses
turn
the,
connects onto the back line with the curse
no,
flash
no,
as well.
no,
Hide
no,
on
honestly,
Bush,
I saw
unable
in
to go
chat
for the
someone
kill
talking
from
about
Chibi.
Bucks,
You can see him.
I think
He's
Bucks is
smelling
legit
blood in
very
the
good now,
water.
but
The
yeah,
Hide
why
on
not,
Bush
you know?
will be able to escape.
Sidestep.
Under the turret he goes. Sabat canceling the
Because
recall
right now-
blow. Onward now with the Earth Shatter. Connecting more turn flash.
Oh,
Flash
dude, that's
gets
good.
rid of
Dude,
it.
Udil.
He can
Udil,
even
man,
go for the
Udil.
trade. Chibi gonna be locked down.
Oh,
Locked
Chibi,
in
though.
there together with Chan.
Good down.
Picking up that damage and the kill. Now the turtle free for Hide on Bush.
This
Doesn't have the
is so low.
retribution though, and Eternal
Oh,
Guard
you
is
better
already
get
dealing
that
damage.
Oh
If
my
Chan
God.
secures it
Oh
as a
my
real
goodness.
That was
revelation,
close.
locks them down, and Chan secures the double kill. Sword trying to run
This is
away,
why they become
will be
the
able to do so as he also
Eve gets a
used the
double kill
Purify
and a
in that
turtle.
skirmish.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's
For
what
him,
we're
at least.
talking about
Not
from
for-
Chan. Locks in this Eve
Sorry.
first phase and is going
better
to
watch your
be
wild
the
boy.
start here. Yes.
It's been hard for me, like even last game. I didn't even would get some kills. I'm like, okay, 2-1. Then I'm like, wait.
Game number 1, that's what Entity 7 needs. So now that he has these 2 kills, he's going to be locking in.
Boo, it's new too.
Sooner.
Come on, Homeboys.
They play around with the real-world manipulation. So able to punish Homeboys. You know, Homeboys going for that play, and they were off timing a little bit. They weren't able to get Chibi there when they tried to follow up through that setup. So
This
it was
team is doing
unfortunate
well.
for them because
I
then
actually
they
think
just
this
ended up
Clint might
overstaying on that
destroy
side,
Homeboys 'cause
taking
they're
a lot
not
of
tanky
damage.
at all.
Entity 7
Yeah.
punishes them and it makes a great play. So they'll be able to
Oh,
keep
his first
things
item
together.
is
A
the,
good item already
Heptasis.
picked up here
Oh,
for
that's gonna
Fury.
hurt.
Gets that blade of Heptasis locked in. So the Clint, I think one thing you really need to pay attention to is where is that power spike for this lineup from Entity 7. It's already showing that they have a lot of fighting potential early on. You know, and meanwhile,
Warwick's
too,
first item
Hide on
should
Bush
be-
with the
I guess
deadliest
it's-
catch,
I
all he
guess
has
it's
is
fine. I
a
was
Fury
thinking
Hammer.
for Sky
And he
Piercer, but I
actually
guess it's
does
okay.
provide quite a bit of damage.
Warx.
if they're
I
able
feel like
to
all the
catch them
jungling
in that
Rogers have been
real-world
Warx.
Yeah,
manipulation.
Warx. Yeah, but I
At
mean,
least in
Now he
wild
does
card. We'll
lock in
see.
the Hunter's
yeah.
Strike.
I mean, like
So this
Warx
already
is a good
good
item for
and
the
E7 is
Roger,
much
especially
better
the
than
War
the
Cry.
previous game.
Yeah.
You know,
But
goal-wise,
yeah, I just
You
feel
get a
like
little
same.
sustained
Pretty
too.
much a balance between both teams, but Entity 7 is really able to keep these early
Whoa.
skirmishes.
I just think Homeboys might have difficulties if
Curse the
Entity
blood.
7
Little fake out
initiates a
there.
fight, because
Yeah, I feel
once
like
the
that was
Formula
more of,
catches you in the
could something
Curse
happen
Blood,
here?
it's
If
gonna be
not,
hard for
then
him to
they
win.
at least got the Curse of Blood out. They might still try to do the same thing on
Oh.
this side of the map.
They're going to be slowed to
Oh,
a deadly
wait.
catch by
They
Hide
get that
on
out
Bush.
too.
And they get 2 big resources. Like you said, man, I think Entity 7 might have to give away this turtle.
Yeah, they might have to just go ahead and get that orange buff, but it looks like Homeboy's not going to actually fully start it up because they still need Chibi to get his purple.
Oh,
Little guard will be dropped
that
down.
is-
But they're just
I
going to
didn't
deal
see
with this
anything. What are you
zoning
talking about?
potential right
He
now.
missed
Early
Seppat,
on,
missed
it
the
doesn't
I'm
look like
offended.
it.
I
Neither
didn't
does
see that.
Iron Bush have that deadliest
That
catch.
didn't happen.
So they'll try to play around these timings,
Seppat's
waiting for
being a
those
real
cooldowns to
sleuth
come up.
Oh, Marquino with the Earth Shadow
Marquino.
and the Flicker combo connecting on the Chibi with
Rat.
armor, not connecting with the Primal Rat, doesn't have damage with that, the catch as
Chibi.
well. Chibi's like and pounce now caught in the real world. Manipulation as Hide on Bush gets rid of him. The Curse of Blood on the 2 right into the combo of Hide
How do you
on
actually
Bush.
pronounce
Earth
his
Shadow
name?
knocking
Because
Udo up.
so many
Some
times
damage,
I wanna
can with
say
the Flicker
Mark and Hole.
forward, but Udo will respond to
No,
that
it's
with his
Mark and
own
Hole?
Flicker.
Mark and Hole.
Both teams.
Mark and Hole. Like
For
Marks
Chibi.
in
He's not able to get anything. It's going to be E7.
Yeah, I didn't see
Into the
anything
tier
wrong with
1 of
that.
the
Or
mid lane,
Mark and
taking it
Ho.
away.
Yeah.
either way,
Good
it's the
lead
same
for
thing, right?
E7.
Yeah, but that's his
This
name.
is
Like,
a
is
great
there
lead.
a
I mean,
different way to
they're
pronounce
up
it?
now
Marquino.
to 1,000
Marquino?
gold
Oh,
against
I see
Homeboys,
now.
really showing that they control
I
this
think.
phase of
Because
the
I'm like
game.
Mark and Hole.
And meanwhile,
Mark
this
and
whole
Hole!
time, Fury,
Don't
the
do that.
gold
Oh.
lane experience, just chilling.
It
Big
was
gold
more
lane
like
coming
that.
up, getting everything
Why
that
would
he
you
needs,
do
does
that?
get
Why
that
would you-
turret down now,
No,
tier 1
not
down
hers
at
like
the
that.
bottom side. So he's going to go ahead and get to rotate and
Like, you know how the
continue
rappers
to
are like,
farm up
Mark
here,
and
because
Hole.
so far, he doesn't need to be in these
There
fights.
just wasn't enough
He's-
over.
He's doing his thing, his own
There wasn't
time.
enough over,
and
all right?
7 is able to just again post up and fight it out. Look at the XP difference this time around, and this answers the question on why the
If you didn't point it out,
again
nobody
in the
would've said
first
anything.
phase with that Edith.
People might not
And
say
there's your
anything.
answer. Really being able to farm up this
How
time.
you
around
really gonna
for
chat?
Iron
Like, what
Bush
are these?
hasn't died yet.
Ayo?
And really,
Question
when
mark?
you look at it, one of the answers to deal with Roger here might be real-world manipulation. You trap him in, you lock
And the
him
Curse of
down.
Blood.
The Curse of Blood. There's a lot of these abilities that are working really well against how much mobility Roger has here. And now hopefully
Sorry,
they
we're
can
doing great,
maintain
guys.
that, but you see
Yeah, you
this
know,
too,
it's
the
good game.
Lorax is going
Good
to be
game.
that first item locked in, so it looks like even for Chibi, you know, he wants to be a little bit more cautious and not just going all in on that first Skypiercer build path we sometimes see from the Rogers here in the jungle. So with that right now, Homeboy is going to find themselves working against a minor deficit. And Entity 7, as they get ready
You know we
for
gotta
their
add to the
third turtle,
memes,
they've
guys?
already got 2
We
in
need
their
a good
pocket.
LaFell emote.
They can possibly just go ahead
Yeah,
and lock
nice.
all 3 in.
Some like this to me
And as you
notes.
see them
Oh,
get in
those are
position
good.
here, Turtles now
Got a
gonna
nice
spawn up.
miracle.
Turtle guard already going to be
I
dropped
got my
down.
It Sphere.
Marquino with the on-road.
Dude,
Also
this is
support with
good.
Earth Shadow connecting as well. Surprise
We just
and
need a nice- now we
unable
need
to
a
go
nice
for the
LaFell
escape.
with the new
Chibi to be locked
haircut.
down by the real revelation
Oh
as
my
well.
God,
Chibi
look
able
at
to lock
that.
him down, but they gets caught by the Primal Rat
Dude,
of
I feel like
Marquino.
1-1
Three
question mark?
members of Homeboys taken down.
Nets, though.
And
Dude,
Entity
tower.
7.
Dude, Fury,
They
he almost-
collapsed. They got
he
the
like
win.
2 or 3 shot it.
Homeboys can only go for a
One
trade
of the
up
members for
top.
Homeboys.
Entity 7 right
That's
now
his
is
farming,
in
though. He
full
hasn't taken a
control of
death.
this portion.
Dude, look at
Gave
that
him the
damage.
on the
Oh,
board.
Clint.
You
Clint
know,
hurts.
Fury, we were wondering,
And he can just hang
when
out
would
in
that
the
damage
real world
start to show?
manipulation.
When would that
Mhm,
power
mhm.
spike come through? And I think it's already here, and that is going to make it even more difficult to move around with. That's the ice
Look at
cream
this
wand
area.
picked up
The
by
amount of damage
Chan.
to Clean did.
Great initiation that came
Once the
out
pack
through here.
went down.
Primal Rat
Dude, look at
was
that.
to
Blood
pick up
pact,
the
right?
kill from
There's a
Zapata,
blood
and then
curse.
they
The
punished
alt?
Chibi
The alt,
even
yeah.
Curse of blood.
further,
Curse
as
of
he was
blood.
just trying to get his orange buff. So it looks like Entity 7, man, they really had this game plan to get revenge here at Marquino.
I'm offended. Into the knockoff of the circle.
Whoa,
Equal to the damage.
yeah,
And Marquino still able to
Nets
survive
is
with the Primal Rat.
starting
Now
to-
Oh,
doing some
dude,
damage.
still-
Nets. Get the hell out of there, bro.
Kill down. Now with the flicker with the
Oh, no, that's
God.
it.
They look
GG.
at the deadly catch. Now with Fury dealing the damage with the grenade bombardment. Entity 7, they respond to that play. And they capitalize
So
on
the,
it. It's only the XP traded in for 2
The
big members
RWM just buys
inside of
everyone
Homeboys.
enough time to...
Chibi walking
catch
up,
up.
hide on push. Oh, the bounce of the crab.
Her slow got a
cannon.
big buff too, didn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
back to like what it used to be.
Yep.
Those crabs hurt, man.
And more damage on the
Yikes.
That crab cannon
The
is
blast.
loaded. And like you just saw, the combination that we were talking about even
With
in
the
the
fact that
draft,
there's like
real world manipulation with the deadliest
fighter
catch,
and
is able
assassin
to just
jungles
do
coming back in
so
twos,
much
hers,
damage. They
she's gonna
can
be a
see
bit
how
more
much
viable.
kinda
She could
work.
definitely be a pick that pops back.
Oh,
up.
dude.
Down in the
Ooh.
red bombardment, he can
Chibi's
only
not
look
having
like
a
a
good
pass,
game.
but then Chan and Fury
If this keeps on going
continue
on,
the
Homeboys need to
damage
tighten up.
output.
people
Taking
won't
down
ban
under
Roger.
the turret.
That's
Thor's
good.
looking for a trade with
Yeah,
the
that's
circling
good.
eagle.
That's good.
Marquino pops into Primal Rat just in time, and he soaks in all that damage. No problem. Now the Sharks running them down. The crab cannon nest.
Oh.
The bounce as Fury
Oh,
takes a
Fury
turret for
has
free up
a
top,
Sky
bites
Piercer.
the Sky Piercer as
I
well.
think Homeboys
9
might have
minutes
been better.
in, and
they didn't
This
pick
is
up the
an
Matilda.
even bigger goal lead
If they
than
went
Homeboys
for
had
more
in game
aggressive
one.
Yeah,
Roma,
this is
because then they could have been more
Entity
aggressive
7
with
from
the
what we saw.
Roger.
Honestly,
Through their
they could pick up something like a choke.
going the distance, 3-0 in all their games, sweeping their
Or even
group,
put the
going against the same
Even put the
for
what's it called,
Homeboys as they
the
swept their
Ruby.
group.
Someone's
but man, it
asking,
looks
Matt's
just
asking,
Entity
what is
7
hot
very
block?
strong
It's
in this
basically
game
like,
number 2. Look at the damage.
Someone
Look at the
responded with
amount of
Glug Glug
damage
9000.
that this pig,
No,
this
it's
Bane
twice.
is doing in the hands of
More
Homeboys.
specifically, how Triple H does it.
It's
You know,
this is
the
big damn, man. Like,
the
and
spray.
he's not even fully locked in right
I
now
don't
in
know.
terms of the items.
But yeah,
And
that.
so it's really, you're wondering, you know, what can Homeboys now do? They're finding themselves on the opposite
Well, looks
end
like-
of things. That's
looks like it's
already
gonna be a
little
1-1,
insecurity
dude.
for Entity
There's already like
7.
EDM remixes with
Homeboys,
that
they're
before
gonna
they
get
drop.
prepped up
It's
and
like,
ready for Nets to pick up the DHS.
I can see that. I can see that.
So
Yeah.
those items still paying. I mean,
Dude,
you
Fury,
could say they could pay value to this lineup for
Have to
Homeboys.
seize
but right
endless
now,
battle, and it
as
looks
you
like it's
look
going
at
for a
the
malefic roll.
disparity in terms of items, they're
Dude,
having a
this feels
difficult
like-
time fighting. You
What's he
almost
building?
have
Bro,
to
what's that? He's getting
rely on
crit?
them to get the
No, I feel like he's
outputs out
malefic
from
roll.
Entity 7,
Yeah,
especially
but he's got a
the
crit
real-world
item. He's got the what's
manipulation,
it
but
called?
it looks
I'm
like
talking about
they might
Roger.
find
What's he building
themselves
next?
on this defense. The Lord
Windtalker?
making its way up top.
Windtalker,
Chen now
yeah.
also picks up the glowing wand. So that even helps further dealing with some of the possible shielding and sustainability from Homeboys. As that Sea Helper is already locked in too.
Oh.
They go in.
Narrowing in the flank. Meanwhile, Lycan pounds him in
Oh.
the behind. Chance going to be
Oh,
shut
that
down.
was-
TV in the midst of it all.
You know what
Going for
else?
team fight now with another Lycan pound with the Earth Shadow will connect the
Oh,
what the
down
fuck?
Oh.
to get
Dude, did
one
you see that
shot by the
damage?
shots of the deadly catch. Hide on bush. Only now does he buy the Sky Piercer. I thought he already
Dude,
had
Chibi
it
got
with all the
eliminated.
damage he was doing. Now in a
Who's
mid lane,
Chibi?
base turrets.
Yeah,
That whole
that-
defense already getting blocked down.
that's a
And now
good
it's going to be
question,
Fury
right?
with the great bombardment together with Hide on Bush, munching on the base turret HP.
You know what even more,
with the
bro?
First
The
Lord,
Clint
they're able to take all
also
three.
works great
Up
with that
top of the
blood
Lord,
pack,
down
with the
below
Curse
with the
of Blood.
sharks coming
Yeah.
down again onto the
Because it's
base.
just spread damage and it
Does
just
damage, the curse blast as well.
echoes
Everyone
like,
else will just walk it
oh,
forward.
God.
11 minutes, Entity 7.
You got us a game.
We got us a
They
game.
didn't
Badly.
even have a chance
Feel
to
like you could
defend.
go all
I
5
mean,
games.
Hide on Bush was not hiding
Dude, Chibi
anywhere.
is
He just
inconsistent,
goes
man.
in, knocks
One,
down
he will
the
pop
base
off, the other
right
one, he
under
will
the 12-minute
off pop.
mark.
Off pop.
Entity
Yeah.
7
Like pops.
came back in game 2 with a vengeance, man.
Wow.
300
Sky
viewers for that one.
Piercer. When he got the Sky Piercer, I was speechless because I thought he already had the Sky Piercer.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
How
Chill
was he
out,
doing
guys.
that much damage?
Not yet. Homeboy's
This
still
Bane.
in.
No wonder it's first pick, right? Now you really see it. You really get to see it in Marquinhos this game on the Edith.
Dude, someone doesn't believe me
Sorry
that I'm
for doubting
married.
that Edith first pick. bro.
Yep, we're
don't ever believe that I
sorry
have
for
a kid,
doubting
so.
these first,
Oh, okay.
first 2
You know what?
picks.
Fair.
from
Too much of
NC7.
a Riz
This
master.
one worked well.
You're just
You
too
know
much
what?
of a Riz
I
master.
think the biggest
Oh,
change is
look
just
who it
the
is.
ease, man.
Pull up a chair, bro.
Dave, and I would say giving away the Roger.
We just
instead
watched
of
Homeboys get
Roger
destroyed.
We're on live
just
stream,
for
just
these
to let you guys know.
initiations.
Hello.
This engage instantly let the clock, so you can't
What's going on?
lock
Where's the
down
camera?
team
Oh, there.
fights.
Wow,
Yeah.
you brought a good camera for this.
Yeah, but no
Huge
lights.
value. Yeah, they
Just
should,
quick warning.
They should be happy about that win because, man, did they come out. And now it's a 1-1 for the series. We're
How was
gonna
it
take
like?
a quick
1-1.
short
Homeboys
break
1-1.
before we
1-1.
come back. Sit tight.
That's great. That's great.
Is that great?
I like it tight.
Is that great, bro?
I love it tight.
Tell LaFell that. To his face.
It's okay. It's not saying.
What does that even mean? It's not Singapore?
I
He's saying he doesn't care about Malaysia.
I think he might be racist.
He's saying he doesn't care about Malaysia.
He's
And
Malaysian.
as long as Singapore does well, he's okay with it.
Yeah, but it's okay.
Oh, you're talking about Nip Flash?
Oh, ha. ha. What group are they in again?
Nip Flash.
What group are they in again?
Legit, I can't remember.
Yeah, because they're not very
He lost
memorable.
Akira.
What the?
I mean,
Well,
they do have a great name.
Yeah.
We'll give them that.
Yeah, Nip Flash.
So apparently we're supposed to put NIP Flash.
No.
So the day before, okay, story goes. Okay, story
No,
goes.
it's definitely Nip Flash.
The day when we're doing rehearsal, one
Yeah.
of the team manager came to our place and we're like, oh, they just dropped the announcement. It's NIP Flash, and it's like, what? How do we call it? We cannot call it Nip Flash, right? So we had to call it NIP Flash the whole tournament. So
I don't
that's the
know.
agreement between us and the team.
I feel like Nip Flash doesn't sound like a bad name.
It can go there.
No, I mean like what could go wrong with a Nip Flash?
TOCs,
What's a TOC?
What's a TOC?
terms and conditions.
Terms of conditions. Like the check-out box that I never. I mean, the box I
No,
checked.
more like this TOC on Twitch say you cannot show nipples.
But we're not showing
not
Nip. We're not showing.
showing-
What are you talking about? We're talking about Nip Flash, the team.
I know, but it sounded like,
What does it sound like?
What does it sound like?
I'm gonna say it out.
No, it's just Nip Flash. What's so bad about Nip Flash?
Okay, hold on.
Dude.
Let me find that.
Dude, it's your own team.
No. Let me find that meme for you.
Guys, in the comment section, is it wrong that we want to see Nip Flash? No, they're playing for MSC. They're playing for MSC.
We should have called him Nip Slip. Can we show that? Hold on. Please show that to my chat. Okay, we're good. My chat's brutal. Let me make the camera bigger. Look at this meme, guys.
RG made it. I lost it. I lost it the day when I posted it. I lost it.
Dude, look at what comment is saying. Oh look, it's Arashi from SG.
Bro, everybody.
Oh look, it's Arashi.
Dude.
Guys, Arashi made it.
Yeah. It's not stuck. It's not anymore.
Lapel shaking me? What am I doing?
I don't know.
And welcome back, ladies and
we're
gentlemen,
back.
on the
boys are
English
back.
desk here. We're
Do you just
now
assume they were
almost
boys?
halfway, I would say halfway, depending on how things go, through this grand final against XP7 and HOMEBOIS. I don't
Did you just assume? Yeah, when I say
it's
boy,
1-1.
I'm talking
It's
about
even
gender.
now.
Oh, it can be something else. Holy shit.
That's not happening. Entity 7 with their.
Oh, someone asked.
Welcome to the Trick Stream, boys.
Dude, someone's asking you if GG offered you to be manager, would you take it?
If GG
ended up
offered
playing
me
a part
Yeah.
in
to
that
be their
game of two, and they
manager,
did it in a decisive fashion.
I don't think I
It was
could
under
as a
the
caster.
12-minute mark.
Oh, really?
So, you know, before
Yeah,
we
I
talk
could.
more, go ahead
I
and
could
scan
like.
that QR
I can
code
pull the
for us.
midnight
Let us
and probably
know
like
your
manager
feedback
coach
and
for a
broadcast here as we go
foreign
through
team.
the MSC 2024.
But I don't think
We
locally I
appreciate it,
could.
and
So it'd be
Got
a
it.
huge conflict
see
of
your guys'
interest, right?
feedback. So thank you guys so much. Now, again, for this matchup, as it's 1-1, one thing's for sure. Roger Jungle
Say
was
someone
at
says,
100%
we want
right
Nick
before
Flash.
this. It's not anymore. He
See
has
them
been,
at least top 4, I hope.
at least he's felt the loss. And
felt the loss.
we saw the struggle, man. Like this Roger pick
I'm just kidding. It's possible, bro.
did not work as well as we've seen it
I
in
don't
the
like how
past.
Renzo looks.
Definitely not.
What was the answer?
I
here?
hate his hair.
Miracle's
I
definitely
think
not
the
looking
answer
pretty,
was
guys.
just
I hate
that
his
for
hair.
E7,
And
they
his
had
lips.
a
It's
way
too
to
red.
actually
I
lock
hate
him
the way
down
that you
as he
walk,
got,
the way that you
goes
talk.
down,
I hate the
down,
way that
and
you
because
dress.
He goes in, once you go into the Roger, it's really
I-
Better
I-
come correct.
especially, I mean, technically
Good
not
energy.
even that,
Good
right?
energy. Yeah,
In
good
that
energy.
game, they had
We're
ways to
definitely
engage.
the
They
loudest
had
one here.
a Mathilda
Yeah.
to bring him out constantly.
Whenever,
They
can hear you
had
from the other
so
side.
much CC,
Oh, really?
Curse
From
of
there
Blood,
on?
the Primal
Nice.
Lab also to
What's
lock
up,
him
guys?
down, but before that, Earth Shatter.
Yeah.
So many layers on top of that, so much
RWM.
damage, and you mentioned it, the Eve.
Run around with the partition, Dave.
Locks you down as well. Inside
Manipulating
of that
his world.
immobility field, you're going to have to
Dude.
blink out, and that's why the Cloud was so prio. They
Which one?
prioritized the Eve
Hiko
because
looks like Mirko.
they
No,
had
Mirko
Cloud
looks
already. That
breadable.
blink is no longer there.
Breedable.
Breedable.
Not breadable. That's
Oh.
breedable.
Very
Readable.
clutch here to pick up the Eve, and that's kind of what we were looking for.
You know what, this chocolate is good.
Mana didn't work in game
What
one,
is it?
bring out the Eve. Hainan Bush here. on
Maldives?
this vein
Guys,
pick
I saw
back
this
to
Gideon
back.
Bush.
Oh, that's like what's it
And
called?
like I
in
said,
there,
he
right?
came out
Malt?
with a plan this one because
not a
he
big
had
malt
a
person.
difficult
I
game
saw the idea.
one. He
Mhm.
actually
Played
had good
because I
damage
didn't see
game
the
one.
H.
Oh,
But he didn't
Everything
get any
else,
time
Gideon
to
Bush.
have
Gideon
the
Bush.
purple buff.
Gideon
He wasn't
Bush.
able to rotate the way that they wanted.
You know what?
Someone, so when I first saw that, they were like Gideon
behind
Bush. They're like,
in
what?
terms of
Is that a joke on Gideon's name? Like,
You know, Hainan Bush was
Hainan
a
Bush,
huge
Baker.
component to
Who's that?
this lineup working. And even if you look at the items, you know, he picked
Who's
up, like
Faker?
Mirko
I have
mentioned,
no
the
idea who that
Skycurser
guy
was
is.
later.
Guys, my
By the
chat's
time
not
the
like-
game
like,
was
you
nearly
can-
done, he locked
he's
it
so
in.
scared.
So
I'm scared.
just
So
with
can I say the
Counter-Strike,
word
it's
League
pretty
of
much
Legends?
DOD, and then you had the Sea Halberd.
I can get
Deadly
As long as you don't say, as long as you don't say the
It was
other,
deadly, man. You know,
the aggressive game.
Guys,
mind the pun, it was crazy
Yeah, we
to
know.
see that amount of damage
too.
in the real world manipulation. And I think that layered together worked out really well because what we're talking about is when the
So
Roger
being
is
first
trying to
pick again?
sometimes even
bro.
avoid
For
getting
Gideon
you know,
Bush.
some of the
For Gideon
damage.
Bush.
They're using that lichen pounds, but when it's timed up with
It
a
rolls off
deadliest
the
cat,
tongue,
yeah,
you
it
know,
does.
the way
If
that
they
the
have,
sharks,
hopefully
the
they
sharks go
don't make
through the
it,
real
but if
world
they happen
manipulation,
to make it,
your
Yeah.
timing is not
Me
going to be
and
there. You're going to
Gideon
get caught
cast
no
a
matter
game with
what.
them
And
in
that's
it.
Yeah.
what we saw really
You
shut
gotta.
down and
Or
control.
if
Gideon
anyone
Bush.
casts
This
is
Yeah.
Gideon
lineup
Bush.
from
Gideon Bush.
HOMEBOIS.
Gideon, is this your brother,
And,
Gideon?
yeah, interestingly enough, too, I feel like with that Matilda
Gideon,
pick,
is your last name
Zorn
Bush?
wasn't able
First
to
name
play his
Gideon,
game.
last name
Like,
Bush.
I feel like Zorn is able to be a lot more proactive on some of those tankier, you know, roams
Initiator.
that are, initiate
bring this
with
to your chat's
Matilda.
attention.
You technically
One
can
weird
kind of
thing
initiate
that keeps
with some
happening here
Cohico,
in Riyadh
but you're
is
more
that-
so there
Wait,
to
repeat.
protect
Let's chat
the
here.
team by
Chat,
using the
one
guy
thing that I do
in,
have to say,
playing a
one
little more
weird thing
passive
going on in
back
Riyadh,
front, you know,
I don't know
and so
why,
I
but
think
everything
that might
shocks
have to be
us.
the adjustment here,
Every,
too,
it's It's the hotel.
for Zorn,
Right, no.
for game 3.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
wondering,
For
man,
You know what
basic,
Brigitte said?
what?
is this
She
just
said
gonna
it's
be
so
the
that people don't
same
touch each other.
First 2 picks, that we see from Entity 7? Like, are
That's
those
true.
the game
That's
changers
true.
that
Full scene
Eden
electricity
and
in
the
the
main?
I also then wondered. I also wondered if she was just telling me not to fucking.
No, science.
I was then like,
That's,
did she
that's
just
the
tell
thing
me
that
not to
E7 did.
fucking
After
touch
game
her?
number 1, they
Because I
didn't
like this joke.
overreact.
Yeah,
They weren't
this
like,
one got-
okay,
I was
our
like, yeah,
draft
we're all
is
shocking each
completely,
other, and I went,
like,
she's like,
garbage. You have to
she's
completely
like,
just
so people don't touch
put this
each
in the
other. And I
trash
was
bin
like,
and go for
away,
a
yeah.
completely different
In
way.
case you guys don't know, you know, it's like guys and girls shouldn't touch. It's haram.
Things in this
But yeah,
draft
legit,
that
like
could work. You just
touching
need to make
touching
micro
someone else. Like I
adjustments here
touched
and
the
there.
fridge
Maybe
door
we
and
don't
I
go
got
to
shocked.
the
Like,
mid lane in the second.
Earlier it happened.
Yeah, you
when
can't
I
touch
hit the
anything.
elevator
Or
button.
get
Yeah,
it inorganic.
first. That's a comfort pick for Chan that can lock you down, and it.
That's why I
also
don't touch
adds
myself
in
anymore.
as another layer of CC on top of the
Zero's
damage. You
always so
mentioned it,
innocent.
glowing
She's like,
wand.
"What's the
Now
hot
you
flip
can
mean?"
get that down onto any one of the
It's come
members
to, you know,
on the
it's like
other
the,
side. And maybe that's why the Mathilda
It's
has
like the
really
hero
fallen,
back in
right?
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Usually, at least in the early
the
to
hero.
mid,
Sorry.
you're able to get so much healing, so much sustain to the rest of the team. but
Huck twice, like,
because the glowing wand has the NOD effect,
yeah.
Necklace of Durance.
and it's first
Seriously?
item
No, that's really that's
kind
Huck
of
twice.
lose out on that sustainability that you were able to
That's legit it.
dish out back in the day.
Yeah, I think I'm saying, like, the mages, I like that some of the shake-up in terms of itemization
This
that
is
is brought
LaBelle.
through, because that was always a struggle. Even me as a
They were
as a
at-
mage
they were
on
at-
main,
they were at
I
breakfast
love the
earlier, and I was
mage
telling them about
heroes
you.
here, but I always wondered,
Reputation.
all right,
Oh
when
shit,
is the
people
right
know me.
time to take the Necklace of Durance? Because usually I would
I'm
always
pretty
go
sure I
glowing
don't
wand,
disappoint
ice
or I
wand,
really disappoint.
You'd have those, maybe
a little bit of both.
Maybe you want to go Holy Crystal a little more now, but now it's perfect because now that Necklace of Durance is built into the glowing wand, and the value of it is huge. And that's what we're seeing here for a lot of these teams. Utilize
It's not true,
first
Grandpa. I
item,
feel like
pick
the
it up if
value
you
of
want to.
the stonks
I
of
guess
glowing
the other
wand.
variation for
Yeah.
first item
Yeah.
for most majors.
They're
would
up
be
right
the
now.
Tactics
It's
House
up your
Spirit,
ass.
depending
Not only do you get the
on
burn,
that
but you
hero
also
picked
get
up.
the.
But
Reduce healing.
this
The,
was great.
so reduce
This is
healing, yeah.
exactly also when we
Why
talked
do you
about
not want
Chan
to explain about the
specifically,
shock
what
thing?
he had to do kind of to step up because you mentioned it. Marquinhos.
Talk louder.
Can you
People can't.
speak? Yeah.
People can't hear. Check the blanjing.
Unfortunate that
So-
they
so
got
because
collapsed down on.
the air
from-
is already
And I
sorry,
think
mic,
this
bro.
was the
So
proper
because the air is
adjustment.
drier,
Yeah.
Looking
it
to it, I
generates
mean,
more
we didn't
static
even
as
get to see the
the
Clint
friction and
fully
everything.
shine.
That's what I thought.
So how do we
For the
make the
majority
air
of
not
the
dry?
game to mid-game, like he was just farming. You know,
How do we
solo
make
lane experience,
it less?
farm
How do we
up,
make
do
it
his
not
thing.
so dry?
You're in
And
a
then
desert,
when he
bro.
started to approach the base,
You're in a
you could
desert.
see it
Yeah,
with
so
that
we
with the
cannot-
bombardment
unless we're
raid
hot
bombardment.
toilet.
It's like the damage was there. First,
You want me to
open
spit
up
on you?
Was the blade of Heptases. But he didn't even get
Guys,
to use
is
it.
it is it really that weird for people to spit in your mouth?
And
Alright.
then
Okay.
at the
No?
end of the game, like
No,
I mentioned,
not a good
we saw the
conversation?
impact
Okay,
of
okay.
the amount of burst potential that came from this lineup from Entity 7. And it's interesting, man. I'm wondering if this
Bro.
game 3,
Leafer, are you
what
American?
kind of adjustments will happen here. Because we haven't had a game go
Comment
past,
too.
like, I can't even recall throughout the wild cards. I think we've had maybe a couple 20-minute
You gotta
games.
be American, bro.
We haven't had
Oh.
to go that distance.
Yeah.
That 25
With a comment like
26
that,
on
you gotta be
And
American,
we've
bro.
only really seen best of one. So the fact that now we
Yeah.
get to see both teams having to adapt to the different circumstances, to the different drafts as well.
the picks.
Picks,
Oh,
positions,
bro,
the
I think you win the
execution
name of the
most importantly,
day.
because I feel
Homie
like
with the
even
extra
if,
chromie.
You know, in the draft, E7 had answers to Homeboys' draft.
Yeah.
Homeboys could
Where do y'all come
Homeboys could have still
up with-
executed it, but maybe they got overconfident.
My
We'll see
IGNs were
on
just
their target
tracks.
level here as we
You
head
guys
into
over
the
here.
draft for game number 3. So we'll find out, you know, what the plan is for them. Let's go head over to the draft.
All right, back into the draft.
So
1-1.
my big question now,
1-1, baby.
it's got to be, how's LaFell feeling, right? Because, man,
just ask how
Homeboys
LaFell's
yesterday, he
feeling.
already almost
The
got like a
casters.
heart attack in the
I
game.
remember.
He almost
They're talking
threw
about you right
against
now.
T2K.
Is that
They
when
said
the
you almost
hack
got a
came
heart
out?
attack
That was when
against
the
T2K.
hack
Paper
came
hack
up.
came
Yeah,
out.
like they won, and LaFell was already shaken. You know,
Yeah.
his heart was going crazy. Now that the Homeboys have dropped the game, they don't look
This is your
invincible
favorite
anymore. Not in the
casting
wild card. E7.
Yeah.
I prefer
I don't
Wolf.
know.
He's getting a gossip.
No, by the way, I think, you know, shout out to LaFell because I think he's watching alongside Trex as they're both on rest day today. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people came into this though, Mirko,
The chat's
thinking
going NSFW.
it might be
It is.
an easy sweep for Homeboys. Like I think that was, you know, for some people that might not even know
It's getting cold
Entity
in here.
7 very well. Let's
You're
say they
getting
missed
cold.
part of the group stage leading up to this grand final. some people might even be surprised. Whoa, Entity 7, the grand final gets Homeboys, and then they're like, wow, now it's a 1-1. This is a great thing, though, for Entity 7.
Homie with the extra chromie just say he's just like 9am. I would agree.
The region as a
What's
whole,
so bad
because
about having
they're
extra
so
chromosomes, by the
competitive
way?
in their play style,
It means you're like,
that's why I was saying before, man. The teams that
Oh.
like to play like this, they
Yeah.
really shine on this current patch.
Oh.
Same bands look like they're coming
Someone
out,
say,
you
"God
know,
damn it, LaFell, I'm
still
eating."
Chip, the Moskov.
Bro, I'm kinda
I think
hungry.
E7 might even still
Can we get
decide
lunch
to ban
delivered?
out the Claude as their last ban
I think we could ask them to
for the first phase.
or
They
get
could
some
still
boxes
go
to
that
go.
route.
Which
But
week?
so far, I think
I don't know. I legit don't
it's
know.
Give us like
interesting
some to-go
because
boxes.
it's still the same sides too. Homeboys is going to be on that blue.
3 games.
3 games.
And it's the same exact side,
Bro,
same exact
so
bans
Homeboys
for
are taking
Homeboys.
blue after
Maybe,
the
again,
loss?
though, it's just
E7's happy
the
with it.
execution that needs to
Blue
be
is a
changed
good-
a bit.
good
And
number.
also,
I mean,
maybe
color.
the draft order. That's give the Claude.
Dude,
earlier
shut
this
up,
time.
alright?
Go for the
Dude,
heritage
okay.
band.
Nicely said.
Probably go for the heritage band as
Group
the last
number
band.
B
And
yesterday
that's-
on desk.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
said, number B, huh? Nice deal. Calling out on it immediately.
Oh, being bad.
Personally
Being
by
bad, babe.
Homeboys, but they
The
will have to
respect.
lean
The
over
respect.
Valentina.
No more.
And
That means
I
they
think
gotta
that's a
ban
great
Roger
option
here,
to
right?
go for the Bane ban because for Valentina being left
Someone
open,
did say
you
the
can also
first
pick
one
up
to
for
introduce the
yourself.
Haktua
Udil is an
is
amazing
the,
player on the Valentina. You can
Barats.
definitely utilize that in the
So
draft
now they can
for
just switch to
Homeboys
Barats
in the
and do the same
game.
thing.
That
You don't think that's what
versatility that
Valentina's
adds
doing, though?
Towards
Yeah,
Homeboys, if
Valentina
Udil
always
does get
spitting.
hands on it,
I always
it'd
call
be
it
really, really
spitting.
great.
Oh, no wonder I
Roger,
like Valentina,
I
man.
don't really want to change that much.
She sparks
It's
my
still a great
interest.
first pick, 'cause yes,
so
you
you'd
did
still
lose.
see them pick it up.
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm going
There's
up against
no way they
Valentina, it's
would
like, yeah,
right?
that's
E7
that's
will
my.
be very happy to go for it
It'll
as
be
well.
impressed me,
It's
yeah.
an amazing first pick. You may have not gotten the best of games
Mm.
on the Roger. They leave the Roger open. They go for the Valentina first, and this should be
Everyone
an
say hi to
even
Nami real
Roger,
quick.
unless
Nami just joined the
both teams
chat.
say,
We gotta
"You know
chill
what?
out, guys.
Nah."
There's a
Sup,
girl in the
sup,
chat.
sup, Nami. Now,
Do you remember Nami?
yes, I do
Alright,
remember Nami
alright,
actually.
Yeah.
Jay said some very inappropriate
Throwing you
things,
back
but
why me?
Yeah, don't mind him.
don't mind
Why
him.
not?
He's an
for a
SG
little bit
caster.
in the jungle, so you know.
No.
It's
Innocent
all
is in
Still the
SRG.
percentage there that you guys see, of course.
Innocent
is a player,
He's
yeah.
a player. You're not innocent. Like
This,
now you're trying to steal someone's
I don't
identity.
want to say 100%.
Dude, just
yet
be
that he is
yourself.
gonna be
I'm
put
trying to, but
Be
you guys
Arashi.
keep calling-
jungle.
Yeah.
Could possibly go in the hands
Let's
of
go
Fury.
there.
Go to the
I
gold
was
lane.
going, dude.
But
I
I think
bumped into
Homeboys
every single
wanted to change
Indonesian
things
pasta
up a
just
little
now.
bit.
During
Bringing that
lunch.
Valentina
And they all called me
ban
Arashi.
for the most part. Actually, quite a bit throughout the
times one up
entire
for?
wildcard stages.
Oh my
because
god, yeah. Never
Valentina
mind.
is just
You can ban
that
Leether.
hero that provides
got
a
one more.
lot of uniqueness to a lineup, and then it also
said this
forces
to
the
Nami.
enemy team to draft possibly in a different way because you really have to consider what
Oh.
ultimates you might be giving up. to
Guys,
that
we were
Valentina.
joking in
So
chat
as we
earlier, but
wait for this
you
next
guys
two
gotta-
pick- wow, there it is.
Gotta chill.
The Ling is finally going to come to play. So Ling is locked in. Ruby is there. Funny too
Ling in.
that you know the,
Ooh,
the
they
game
gave
plan
up the
was
Roger.
the Ling, and
They
so
gave
I
up
think
the
this
Roger.
also force an
Someone say, "Am I
anti-ban
Rafaela's lost
coming out
brother?"
from
So I'm
NC7
Argus.
if
Yeah.
they want to, right? Because
Argus
technically
is-
you could
is
still
Raphael's
put that
brother?
Angela
Yeah.
in the mid lane, let the
Why
Ruby
is the
go roam.
brother-sister thing always
Or- no,
like
sorry, the
evil
Valentina
and
is
good?
there.
I
So
wasn't gonna say
you could
weird.
actually.
I mean,
pick
like
up-
stepbrothers
put
for
Ruby-
Fredrin.
Okay, I'm not gonna say this is crazy.
Harley?
You can see
They're
Ruby in the gold.
stepbrothers or they're
Yeah.
just
this year in
actual
the
brothers?
XP.
Step.
And then-
Definitely.
And then
Their
Or
parents are
Angela
married,
still-
or
what
they're
was
just after brothers?
what was the
We've
girl
seen
with
that a whole lot,
the
you know,
snipe?
the
Leslie.
Ruby going
Leslie.
to the gold lane. That would be really cool
Yeah,
as well
Frederick's
to
the
see. But for
stepbrother.
E7,
Like their
now,
parents
what
married
is it
out
going to
of-
be? Because
I think they're
Eve
just
was picked up
half-siblings.
earlier,
I don't think
but
they're
right as they pick up the
step-siblings.
Eve, they ban out the Ling.
they have, like, the
You don't really
like,
want to
one of
be
the
on
same
that
parents.
stationary target
But
when you're up against the Ling, and that's why they go for the
is the
Kufra
new-
first here. The Kufra,
No, there's a big
obviously, with the
difference
bouncing
between
ball,
you having
able to
one
stop some of these
singular
dashes, and
parent.
This is extra
Like,
value.
we have the
This
same
is
mom, but we don't.
No, but like
value,
step siblings is cool
value.
now.
Why is
Lots
it
of
3
value.
times?
So
Because
that's why
that's a Valentina,
they're
a
step
Ruby,
siblings.
and a Ling.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
great value.
That's
Like, you
great
see
value.
everywhere
That's
in the net.
amazing value.
That's
3 of the
what's
picks
good.
that Homeboys have gone for can all
Do you guys
be
remember
countered
the,
by the
Kufra
bouncing
pick
ball
from E7
for
yesterday?
E7. If they are able to use the bouncing ball properly, then everybody will be locked down in the place for the Roger, for the Edith to deal enough damage, and that's going to be the Minotaur ban as well. Great adjustment as they pick up the Kufra.
Yeah, great pickup there. We see here too. Chan.
Someone asked you,
Chan
what-
is at
like, what are you doing in Rio?
611 average
EWC,
damage. She's the
so
highest
it's like
of
a
all
EWC
the
HQ thing,
players
so
for the
I'm
wild
like an MLBB
card teams
correspondent,
here, and
that sort
which
of
makes
thing.
me think what
Yeah,
mid
like-
lane
Dude,
pick
you're
he's gonna
very
go ahead and
quiet.
pick up to
You're
deal
very
with this
quiet. Like, look up to
Valentina.
us.
Yeah, of course.
Good
I
read
can't
here
barely
too.
hear
The
you.
Lonox is
It's,
going to be banned. That
you
is
guys are
actually
so
one
loud,
of
so I
Chan's
just
signature
take
picks
quiet.
that
See,
does
like,
come
it's like, you know,
through.
we're co-casting. you know.
But right
I
now,
covered-
still
I
deciding on
covered
what they
the
want to
parts that
ban
you
out.
guys
They did take
don't
out the
have.
Minotaur.
You guys allowed, so I come in
Good
soft.
choice to deal with
But
some
when
of
they're
the
soft, I can go
crowd
loud,
control.
right?
And
I don't know about
wouldn't
this
be
link pick, by
surprised,
the
like I
way.
said,
We're gonna have
if this is the case where you
Leaper,
do
you're being a little
possibly
crazy.
see
We're gonna have to
Homeboys
use you
fit
for a
in
bit.
Angela in
For-
this lineup,
we're getting
despite
like
how
a
things are
30-minute
falling in
timeout.
place. It could be what they need to deal with
You're
the
like the
set
dad of the
potential
chat.
from
As I'm
E7.
saying,
too much.
The
I'm
Kufra
not
there
too sure about this
alone
link
is
pick.
enough to be a threat. Like
There's
we
so
said,
much
it's value
CC
upon
on
value to
E7 side
deal
already,
with this lineup. Then you
and
have
his
Edith.
decision
So
making
the
has
last
been
ban
on
is
off.
actually going to be an Akai.
The thing is,
Interesting ban
E7's
that
not
they go
banning
with.
the
They banned
Angela. The Angela is
Akai.
still up.
When,
Homeboys could pick it up if they
what
want.
are they thinking? Akai going roam?
Yeah, I mean, game number 1, Zorn was able to utilize the.
They're
Akai
really
as a
banking on
roamer,
Zorn
so
not wanting to
technically,
pick up
you
something like an
definitely see
Angela.
what they're going
Yeah.
for here. You definitely see the respect given over by E7 to Homeboys. But now with the Lunox ban, we have seen this before. Same
Yuzong
thing
has
in
any
game number
siblings? I
1.
think he does.
Homeboys.
Yeah, he does. He's
started
related
to
to,
nail down to these mid laners, and in game
he's
number
related to
1, after the
somebody.
Lunox,
Changa?
it was the Lilia.
Wait, no, Changa is
I
someone
think
else.
they should be okay up against the Eve now with this
Definitely
kind of
same place.
composition, and they
Same
should
place.
actually
Yuzong
find
is
a
a
balance
good
point
guy,
against
though,
the
isn't
Eve,
he?
but
Even though he looks like a
Lilia
bad
with the
guy,
overall
he's a
good guy.
combination too. So Lilia should
So
still
don't
be the
judge
for
people,
me
guys.
particularly. No,
Yeah.
they're gonna
Don't
go for the
judge people
Vexana.
by
There's a lot
Lancelot
of
and
sustain,
Guinevere
it's a lot
are
of heal,
lovers?
cover,
Yeah, what's that,
CC
Odette?
for your
Oh wait,
team.
Odette.
That
Gwyn
eternal guard,
and
good
Lancelot are brother
terrify,
sisters.
instant almost,
Lance
Vexana.
and
What do you think of that? Do you think
Odette is
it's a good
lovers.
ban? Because we
More,
haven't seen
I'm
Chan
confused.
on it much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen Chen on
There's
it
so
much.
many red strings
I
and
think
tangling.
it's more so just dealing with the fact that they already have a ton of
Alright.
like
Do you know that
knockups
DE
with
is
a Kufra
Einstein's,
alone, so you don't want to
teacher?
deal with an eternal guard being dropped on
combo.
your head. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little too much
The
that
more you know.
combo combo
More you
to
know.
deal with.
The more you I'll bring
They
that
might
fact
be
back
looking
to
to
school.
force
Yeah.
E7 to even pick up, like you said, the Lilia. Novaria is still available. You can go
Einstein
Farsa if
student
you
called
really wanted
Einstein.
to.
Yeah.
You should be okay even on the Farsa, dealing with the mobility
Unless
from
E7
this
can
link
pick the
pick
hand
here.
up away.
There's a lot left in the mid lane.
What?
That is
Oh,
not
that's
what I thought.
oh,
what,
this
bro?
is
This
bad.
thing is bad.
Right after
This link is
Eudora
bad.
gets
This link is
picked
dead.
up E7.
Oh, look at him
Look at his
smiling.
eyes,
He's like,
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
judging my pick, huh?
yeah. What are you
Also,
gonna do?
wait,
Well, I mean, technically,
Dude,
if you think
Ling
about
is
it, right,
smoked.
they already
This
have
Eudora makes me
DPS
nervous.
from the Edith. They already have a lot.
His smile makes me nervous, but he looks good.
This goes back like what, 6 seasons?
I don't know. He's looking a little nervous now.
One of the OG heroes.
Oh man, when was the last time we saw
Mincetar.
Eudora?
He was smiling and then
picked
he
up as
kind
well,
of started to
so
go.
Mincetar gold, I'm feeling for
Alright,
Homeboys.
yes.
No Minotaur to combo it together, but they do have an I'm
Oh,
offended. So, what, the King's offended?
The King's offended.
The King's
Because yesterday
offended.
LaFell said King's
King's
Fury.
offended?
Now
Because
it's
of the
King's
Minions
offended.
Fury.
And the Grok.
King's offended charge?
The
King's
Wild
offended charge.
King
The
is
Wild
offended.
King.
The
The
Wild
Wild
King's
King's offended.
Mitsutar, gold
Come
or
on,
XP?
guys, get it together,
I think
Mirko.
it's got to be the Mincetar gold.
You're
against
going
the
straight to the
Roger. I
WhatsApp.
think they want
Yeah.
to
The
try to
Wild King's
counter
offended.
Roger.
No,
That was
they'll
the
steal
same
it,
way
bro.
they did
Let 'em
against
act- let 'em
T2K yesterday when they went for the Roger in the gold lane.
But
So
what if the Roger goes
The Wild King's offended
jungle here?
because
that's the thing.
I am you.
Because
I guess for the
Pepper's
Mincetar, later on against the Roger, but yeah, in the lane, not so much. So I guess we'll see. What do you think?
Personally, I'd much rather see the Midstar go gold because he can
Bro,
be a
it's getting
threat.
cold.
Ruby, put her in the XP lane.
Go
Just
grab a,
deal with that
Jack
for
or
now.
something.
But okay,
my
Oh,
Dairoth.
the
So this is going to be a Dairoth jungle, right?
This is very
This is gonna be a
bursty.
Dairoth
Dairoth.
jungle.
Like everyone from
I
E7
don't
can
know.
burst.
Locked in. Very interesting.
They're slowly
I love
losing
game
me, I'm
number
not gonna
3.
lie.
What?
Their draft is
I am
losing
rejoicing
me, but at the same
because
time with the
as
meta,
we sit
like,
here and we might
Yeah.
react
I just
like
never
this,
know.
Yeah.
This is great to
like
see
I feel like
because
they
this
already got
opens
crazy
up
enough.
so
They
many
could have
doors
just
and avenues for
rounded
teams to
themselves
come
out with
test
something
with.
normal.
It makes
Wait,
me
is that
really
a?
think about what we
It's
could
not a mid lane
possibly see in the
Dairoth, right?
group
Because
stage
things
as
moved
well.
around.
You know, and this is also the beauty
They
of
messed
now
up
being
on the
best
move
of
around,
5.
right?
Like we've
There's
mentioned
no
with
way
the
this is
girls.
No way.
There's no way it's a Eudora jungle.
No way
There's no way it's a Eudora jungle.
They
If
definitely
it's
messed up on
if it's a
Oregon.
Eudora jungle, I'm going back to
And,
Homeboys.
Yeah, I
I'm
was on the
actually really
fritz, right,
curious about
guys?
how the Eudora is going to work into this
What do you guys
competition.
think?
Like you said, obviously right away you're like burst damage is what you're going for here.
His Dairoth
but
is good.
once
He
once you
played Dairoff
use
the other day on
everything,
the-
like it's kind
He
of done.
is
Well, I mean,
fine
what else
trading
can you
his
do?
own
There
life
is
for
an
kills.
on-demand stun that you might be able to play around with.
jungler, you don't want to
Let's
trade.
see how both teams deal with the lineups.
I
they
feel
get
like it's a
brought
Dairoff
to
is
game
fine.
number 3.
Because once you
Homeboys
go in,
and
you really
Entity
can't
7,
go
a
out.
1-to-1 for now in this
Yeah,
best
it's
of 5.
fault.
Jungle Dairoff.
Looking to cap out game 3 to get to the match point. And we'll
So
see
gold
as they get
lane
us
is-
situated here.
For some reason,
Yes,
I really
Ken
like the
on the
Mincetar
Eudora
stab.
pick.
Yeah, it's very
Still running
satisfying.
the lethal
It is.
mission actually as
It's like
well.
you're in
Look
prison,
how
you know?
Yeah.
aggressive.
What?
Actually, they're gonna go here. Erwin doing
You want to run that? What the fuck?
You're just like,
Do
you remember, did you ever watch Futurama?
Yeah.
You remember the robot? That
Yeah.
and he's like, I got my knife here. He's like,
Eudora. It does
That's what it
seem
reminds
like,
me
you know,
of.
at least for the Eudora, I think it fits Hide on Bush's character and name
In
a
the
bit more,
book,
right? You want
Lance's
to be
lover's
hiding in
win.
these bushes, but maybe
But I thought it's his
book.
sister.
Wait, what book? Is there a book I don't know about?
a little bit of a delay
think
from
the
the coup
book-
from
In the
Erwin
great book
invading
of
earlier.
Mobile Legends.
Looking at it too, I really want to see how the rotation's going to be with both this. This is a lot better though for Zorn to have the grok, I would say. You know, work around this, find set of potential.
Oh, it's Net's
I think
gold
one
lane
of
on the
things that
MSC,
they
huh?
have to watch out for
So double off
is
lane.
this Dyroth.
Net's getting pushed
Where
back
they can
already.
shred. Look how much pressure's here.
Chippy's here to help out though.
Oh,
Oh, nice hook on the hide on bush though.
Now it's going to be the
Good kill. Good pick. Good pick.
but Nets is still able to claim
Darrow's
first
too deep.
The
blood.
question is, when he pulled him to that side, does that consider inside the jungle so he gets additional damage? Like, technically he's lane, but what if that, like...
Does that bush consider jungle?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. Are all bushes jungle? Or is it just like...
No, like,
You know how
because...
you could figure that out actually?
No, because let's say, if Munton just codes it, anything behind this line is considered jungle, right? What if?
Your own no, because you get buff on enemy jungle, don't you? Or is
No,
it
you get
only your
nerf.
own jungle?
No, you get,
You don't get buff.
you receive more damage inside enemies
Damage as
jungle.
well. He's got to be respecting this because Chad will get his ultimate. Oh, that was
watch
close.
Out. He's got the Thunder's Wrath now. But man, Entity 7 will just go ahead and take the turtle here. Give him the
Felt cooking.
objective. Pressure.
Are you cooking, bro?
Now with the Thunder's Wrap, but he's able to steal the primal
If
wrap
people
now.
only
turning
people
around,
know the things
surprise!
Oh!
Forward and enough, I am offended.
Well played by
There
Sabad.
will be able
Tempest
to
of
save. Now
Blades.
it's going to be a flicker and another shatter. GB dives in deep, picks up the sword.
Dancing
but
well.
will
Udo
be
though,
able to shut him
Noodle,
down.
Noodle.
Another shatter. It's going to be Marquinhos. Still with the primal wrath. Dealing
Oh,
some
dude.
damage. Getting out the
Oh
ward
my
as well.
God.
Okay, no,
Somebody
he
be
goes
chased
down,
out
he
by
goes down.
Hide on Bush as the power of nature will be enough by Zorn. Hide on Bush stepping forward, getting that physical defense shred, but the wild charge
Get in that
gets
bush.
Zorn
Hide
out
on.
to safety.
He never hides in bushes.
Chad's
so
going for it.
But surely wanted to
He's always
go,
out of the
doesn't have
bush.
flick
He
of the
lied.
barrier.
He's doing it now.
He's caught there.
What are
He's
you
gonna
doing,
go
Zorn?
For the last
Okay.
kill, and he decides to walk back up. As Udo gets spotted in the bush, now it's going to be Hide on Bush, jumping on the support, trying to go for that assassination. But I don't think you can do that.
He's
Not
getting
to
his
the
power
final.
level up. It's like, you know, when you play like the Dragon Ball Z
very
games,
interesting.
you have to like
Just
charge up.
Yeah.
extended
Like, you have to, like,
skirmish
stop
that
fighting for a
turned
second
into
to
all
charge.
of that.
I think, yeah, I
That's
think I
what
need a
looking at this
demonstration. I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
really going to keep an eye on where this build path is for next. There can be some changes here that we see, of course, build path-wise.
I don't know if I
Not gonna
like
be a
Chibi's
threat
first
too
item. It's going to
early
be a
on
half
just
ball.
now. A lot of it's going to be utilizing
I would
that,
prefer a
that
lane berserker
ultimate
fury,
keep
but
calling
I
to
guess
help with
actually
some
no.
fight.
Going up
Maybe
against
Spear of Glory, if he can
actually
grab
going
the
up against
right
this many
target
CC,
here.
maybe it's good
It
to
happens
go
be
for a
Chan.
half swap or
Chan
something.
doesn't have his flicker available just a
Bro, what's it called?
Reach
Oh!
into the abyss. Some
That was bad
strike.
from Udil. He already
Hide
got
on
out of the
bush.
bush and then he got back in the
Not
bush.
hiding at all in this game.
Hide on Bush is just, when he gets this Dyroth, like he knows the timings and the positioning so well. And just the way the Dyroth works, able to shred through some of this armor.
And as long as
You know,
Erwin
makes
stays
you
with
even
Sean,
worry for
Chibi can't
Zorn
really like
on the ground.
Yeah.
you
focus
know?
it.
And with that, they have enough.
This is a
Also,
good-
Roger's
that
pretty
Hide
good
on
at
Bush can
escaping the
actually
Tempest of
just
Blades
kind
because
of
of that in
swoop
and out of
in,
wolf form.
get that penetration.
This is a
through,
good
and then the
anti-lane
Abyssal Strike.
draft
So,
coming in from a
and
TT7.
even
That's literally all it
Marquinhos,
is.
man, Marquinhos has been
It's just
on
countering the
this is
lane.
his third Edith game in the series. And I'm surprised earlier he was able to. Oh, hold on, mid.
Another abyss strike.
Oh,
Now
good pick, good pick.
Chibi should be able to take this kill, and he does. Meanwhile, up top,
Oh, Nets. Okay, this Nets.
Calling
Nets.
Fury
Oh,
still
no.
able to scratch him down. Even with his
can't use, like,
soldiers,
the pumps.
it's not enough. Marquinhos stunned up, has the primal rat.
Oh!
Blades used up 2
Oh, well played by Chibi.
To the blades, Erwin gets a 3-man rage, and now tries to go for the steal, but Udil secures it. That's a double kill. As that's going to
Flicker.
chance, locks down a Defiant Blade, stunned up.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God, bro.
Udil picks up the triple.
That was
Oh.
such a good Guardian's Barrier right
Oh.
on point.
Dude.
Fuck her up a little bit
Slaps
there.
that in
Oh,
and get the
dude.
triple.
Fuck her up a little bit there, bro.
Come on, man. Don't do that, man.
It's
Oh.
nothing.
They know you're
even with the
watching,
triple,
bro.
It's nothing too crazy.
Oh.
You know, Entity
Nope.
7 isn't far behind here or anything.
It's a Rashi,
Wise,
it's
they're
not
doing
base.
fine farming up. So they
Rashi's
finally kind of
using
dealt
Parasol
with
or something.
a couple of the problems, right? Hard on Bush did have that death. but even Nets, he does get the corrosive sight.
Is Rashi coming for the Indonesian desk
You
or
can see this
anything? No.
fight, this
I don't think
replay
so.
break out. Also keep an eye, there's a lot of pressure there in the live, but this was just a good team fight.
Because the only English
Coming out
casters
from
coming
Homeboi's
is Milko and the
mid
tournament.
lane in the live.
Right into the
Turtle's not
additional
even
strike
on
they
desk.
go, but the King's Calling
Side
locks them
rows.
all down in the mid lane. Airwave gets a
Whoa.
rage onto 4, or actually going to be 3 actually, and now Fury goes with like in 4, trying to deal some damage. Nets out of range, but the onward brings Sapat back into the Earth Shatter. Fury deals some damage now with the Lycan 4.
Oh!
Back with the other turret.
Oh,
So that's it.
Holy
Into the
shit.
turret with the
was-
divine
see, that's how you
blade
pronounce
as he was
it.
Going for the purple
Sapat.
bubble to take
Yeah.
him
Sapat.
down.
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
now
saying.
it's a Sky
Good.
Piercer for Mr. Chibi.
Just
GG
shouting out
locks
for
in
all the
Sky
Malaysians
Piercer.
here.
That was
Sapat.
an amazing play from Sapat. Able to go in, flicker. I'm a
Sapat.
grabbing two
that right?
under the turret. They take
Close enough,
Fury.
close
How do you
enough.
say it? I mean, how do you like yell it though?
So, you know, that's one of the strengths, obviously. of this
Honestly, we
team.
never yell his name.
Able to
I can
provide
never do like a
moments
key.
like that
Oh,
where
I
you
can't do like a
fight.
Sapat.
Now, Homeboys,
Actually, that's right. Yeah,
getting
that's
that little bit of lead they've been working for up to this point. Chibi has done an outstanding job at staying alive. He's only got the Hoscons plus the Sky Piercer, but you know, he's really
See you later.
using his fights here, and that's what they.
Thanks for joining
that's
us.
what He needs to do in
thanks
this
for having
lineup.
me.
You
Big
can
shout
already
out
see
to
Genius
Jay's
Wand locked
Jay-Z.
in
Welcome
for
to Jay's
Chan.
Cast.
So
It's
they
the
really
YouTube
wanna
channel.
pump out that
Yeah,
damage,
Jay's
get the
Cast.
magic
Jay's Cast,
resistance
guys.
down, and then let Marquinhos pop Primal Wrath and follow up with
Guys.
that
Homeboys is winning.
reduced
This
magic
fight are yours.
resistance.
Can't say Path to Power
Try to
anymore.
win
They're
some
Cloud9.
close
I'm sorry.
fights
I know.
later on.
That's
But
fine.
just wait. Once Chan gets some more
Unless
items
you're
locked in,
missing
I'm
one,
not
then
sure
let me
exactly
know.
the build path for
I
this
don't
Dora
have
because
that, so-
I barely see her picked up.
If you don't have it, then why do you
Well
ask?
played.
Then why do you ask?
How's it gonna go? Chan?
If you don't have it, then why do you ask?
Able to escape despite the wild charge. Now it's given
That's
turn
some
red.
cookie. That's some
Good.
sneaky stuff. Ooh,
Right now,
Jay.
able to get him down as Aaron popping the bouncing ball.
Fix up my phone. Is this yours or is it mine?
Channel gets the shut on
Ooh,
the
that was-
Wrath.
Whoa.
The King's calling.
Played well played.
Will be taken
Dude,
out
Nats
by the
Mincitar,
Bulls with
man.
Oliver. But with Marquinhos and Fury in the back line.
Oh,
Aaron
Erwin, what are
Primal
you doing,
Wrath,
bro?
Lycan bounce, does some damage back, but Marquinhos flickers
Marquinhos?
forward, tries to go
How
for
is
the
his
no
name
strike to do
Marquinhos
it,
now?
And it will be Marquinhos with the damage.
He's saying
in
yo
overtime
at the end.
to take him out. A
How
2-for-2
is Nets
straight.
better on the fighter than the gold lane?
Oh, great hook.
Right into the turret. That's a
Bro,
kill
they are
spree.
brawling, bro.
Fury has the
This is the
Lycan
wild
power,
card.
continues under the
This
tier
is the
1.
wild
This
card.
is
They're
the wild
wild.
card.
Oil up, baby.
Around to safety, and both teams decide that's enough.
What, bro?
Yeah, it's a good saying.
That's the meme of MSC right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's what we're gonna be saying all MSC.
I gotta give
Oil
it
up.
up to them. You know, they
We're in
deal with
Riyadh.
Chibi. They finally, you saw how much
It's hot out
damage
here.
The Thunder's Wrath
It is.
had there.
It is.
And
Get your oil
that's
on.
something to
But
be
it's
said
cold in
because,
here.
It's time to get
again,
wild.
the item that was
In the
locked
cards.
was the Genius
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wand. What more
You activated my
those-
track
cards.
Those later items, even the magic penetration items locked in. A good setup there. I mean, there was a lot of patience as well. Nets was luckily there to finally
Nets
cap off
might
that
secretly
kill.
just be an
But,
EXP
you know,
laner, man.
For Entity 7, they also
so good
have
on the
a transitional
fighters.
thought of not just worrying about
What are you gonna wear
Chibi,
tomorrow
but
for the gala,
eventually
bro?
Nets on this Mincetar
I
pick.
might wear a.
You saw, I think he
A
did
thobe?
just pick up the golden
Yeah, I
staff
might.
Oh, yeah,
too,
'cause
you know,
you're,
so
you're
Oh,
host.
he is going to
Yeah,
start
never
to
mind.
be even more of a
Because if
threat
they don't prepare it, I'm just gonna
they have
wear
to deal with. Oh,
what we call a baju batik.
Okay.
should be okay. Gets away. Berserker's Fury locked in here. So for Entity 7, I'm going to be looking. Let's take a look at the items. Still working on that next one, that second item here for Chan. Also, you have the Corrosion Side
just
Golden
say for
Staff
Chan?
already for Nets locked in.
QAnon?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, they got.
Oh,
they
into
got.
the hook. That's the combo into the King's
Bro.
calling.
I don't push this off.
The King's charge.
The King's Charge.
King's
This-
charge.
The Spear Charge.
The
That
wild.
was a spear. That's good. Now, Wild
Stop,
King.
guys.
I think that was shout out to Trex.
Yep, shout out to Trex, Wild King.
Wild King. He said Wild King's calling or something.
Something like that. You just shortened it, you know?
Yeah, I just mean Wild King. You know, the Homeboys.
Good Lord. This is already just going to be taken. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, in the current state of things, look at this. The gold gap isn't
How is
anything
Homeboys winning?
crazy. It's 9.5 minutes in, but you cannot go forward and contest that first.
Zorn hasn't died by the
It's
way.
just kind of different to see here. And Entity
10,
7,
he's got 10 assists.
part of the
He's a
answer
bulky
might
boy
be
right
just
now.
be, you know what, we need more time to farm up with this. As you look at, you know, they're tanking quite a bit of damage. You
Let's
have
go,
Owen
hide on
here.
bush.
What the
Zorn,
fuck?
this is, like I said, it's gonna take his Guardian
Come on, man.
are always
That's the
on
wrong
board.
team.
Udil holding on to the Primal Wrath. They're going to go in.
Earth Shatter dodge away from Soren now. Going to the launch charge right into the calling
It's funny
of the
'cause
King.
he's a
and
lead
they
caster.
all
Really?
just
Yeah,
get
so he
mauled
knows,
on
like,
by
oh,
the rest of
shit.
the members. Even
He's probably
Udil.
sees it last.
He was the Primal Wrath for
They're
that
even
one.
copying our names
It's,
now. It was dirty.
I mean, and the thing is Zorn is
I think he's
literally
so
just
mad right
sitting
now.
there. He's 2-0
And I'm hungry.
and 12. and he's got this quantum charge Grok. And
All right, homeboys,
he's
easy G's.
doing that. And then you get pulled into
like
the
the
King's
games?
Calling.
Easy G's.
The shields are going to pop
Easy
here
games.
on these
All
base
easy
turrets,
games.
but
Easy
man,
games.
Entity 7 might
Be
want to
easy,
check
like the
themselves
rapper.
after that one. They need,
My
like I
wife
said, more
likes this
time
song.
here. They got to clear
This
out this
song?
Lord.
Yeah.
Wings are going to be
Jeezy's,
picked
which
up
one?
by Chan,
Most of
DHS
it.
by
I
Fury.
don't
So
listen
those
to
are
that
some good
much.
items.
Because
Getting
she keeps
locked
talking
in
about fucking
at this
songs,
point
girl,
of the
and I'm
game.
like, I'm not
But
down
as
with
all
that.
these shields pop on the base,
Unless.
you're gonna have to
Never
clear
mind,
things
there's
down.
no
and I think
unless.
for
No,
Entity
there's no
7,
unless.
it's really
My bad.
to the point of they need to utilize the Kufra pick, man, and part of that is just maybe an amazing set that we've seen time and time again when Kufras are locked in. This could be it.
Bench.
Have
And
you
the
ever
into the
seen
Abyssal
the
Strike as
new
well. Supply
Wi-Fi
able to flick around the safety though, and now the
Supply
turnaround.
got the
So now
Oh.
he's taking down
Dude,
King Calling,
Nets
locks him
is
down.
a-
Now another hook into Erwin to bring him into the
Dude,
King's Calling,
Nets
and
should be
Chibi
online.
goes
Dude,
for
Nets,
the kill.
Nets,
That's a
dude,
double
dude,
kill.
Nets.
Chibi still going for more. Times the blades, knocking
Oh.
Marquinhos up. Now with a few more blades, he should be able to pick up a triple kill, and he does. That's barely getting Chan there. Chan was able to get the stun off right
Barely.
before.
Able to get the
He's
stun
talking
off,
about
and right now it looks like their eyes are
Maybe
set
it's
on
just
this
trying to
mid
be
turret. I don't think this is endable, but Homeboys might still just go ahead
Here
and
comes
grab
Blast
the
Ray
base
instead,
turret,
though.
get the bottom
Dude,
one as well as
This guy.
Bad in his
yeah,
job.
Zoran's just powering up. He is the turret. He's the turret right now. The King's
He's just
turret
shit
right
talking
now.
to other
Oh, man.
casters.
This is what I'm saying. Last game we saw Zoran on the Matilda. This is a different Zoran.
This is a completely different Zorn.
He doesn't do this on Matilda for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to have him on an initiator at this point, right? You need to have him on a hero like this, the Grok, the Cho. In game number 1, it was the Akai, so that was, I mean, technically, yeah, you're up there, right? You can go for
Technically, Akai's there.
initiations, Yeah.
Yeah,
That's easy.
he's one of the, he did get banned, you know, so the respect was
true.
there. Entity 7, and like I said, Erwin's kind of got to do that. Like, this is up to Erwin, and it might even come down to just being able to get a setup in the base on the defense, because as this Lord comes up, I think it's still going to be taken out quite quickly, as you see happening here. You can see them forming up on that mid side, possibly, but that's already Lord taken. So Entity 7 with 2 base turrets already down, and this top one most likely going down in the exchange as they deal with the mid lane push.
All right, boys.
It's
Homeboys.
Entity 7 could possibly see themselves facing
Shout out
match
to
point.
girls in chat as well.
Now,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
this is where we have to see
Homegirls.
your setup
That's
potential
actually
with
a team
Erwin
called Homegirls.
plus Marquinhos.
Yeah.
Is it
GG
going to be good
Homegirls,
enough
right?
with
Homegirls,
this
yes.
lineup from Homeboys? They have to avoid the Spear of Glory. They have to avoid a lot, actually, to be forced into the King's Calling, and
How
here
do we
they
know some
go.
of these players on Homegirls?
Already, Udil doing a whole lot of damage.
You know what?
He's gonna
That's
Wrap
gonna be
Purify
fun.
as well out of the onward, and Marquinhos going to be caught in the midst of it.
Oh, that's a
Getting
sick
more
Erwin.
man-time
Oh,
right
we
here.
got the
Connected
response,
to the
though.
back. That's going to be
Dude, that's white. What is going on?
Already onto the base.
Chibi,
Looks like Marquinhos
Chibi.
is gonna be able to dish up some damage
Okay,
onto
Trex,
the
let me
other
ask you a
members.
question.
Three members
When you
taken
see
out
this,
but
now
the
do you
Lord
understand why
slowly
I
but
say
surely
something?
is
Oh,
running at it. Chibi goes and picks it up, but now loses his life.
Wait, they don't have minutes.
What?
Marquinhos.
No, just end it.
It
Okay.
should still be the end.
What was that? What the fuck was
Man,
that?
they really worked for that ending right there. It was such a, like I was saying leading into that defense, it's going to be on Erwin. Erwin goes in with a great set. But unfortunately, by that time, that game, the team fight didn't go in their favor. It was a little too late to be able to find something like
I gotta
that.
go pee.
And
Yeah.
again, it makes me question, was this possibly the right pick for Chan? Was the Eudora
Dude, what do you
enough
guys think about
burst,
the ending, though?
you know, to kind of
Holy.
handle what was thrown at them from Homeboys? Because it just looked like
Like,
they weren't
Erwin
able
got,
to,
like,
once
most
things got
of
kind of
them.
out of control
And that's with the
snowball already
King's
started
Calling?
happening for Homeboys. It was almost like we throw all this at them, the Thunder's Wrath,
Shout
we
out
use
Chibi
the
for the
stuns,
Maniac.
and then once that's all gone, we have to wait.
Bring back the TP
It's
stats for
cooldowns.
MSC.
You wait for it. You wait
We'll
for that to
try.
be available
Chat,
again
let me
to
just
make
tell
a
you,
play.
like,
You might get one, but how
this
many
event
times
is so
did we
difficult for
see
me. Everything is so
them trying to
sensitive.
get
Like,
Sapat, and he was able to avoid
so many jokes I can't
you know,
do.
getting killed. Sometimes just with the flicker alone. I think Sapat really played a big part in this win, doing stuff like this.
Bro, they almost came back
Like,
after that
use
Kufa
an
ult.
undefended
Yeah, if
flicker
they
into
got
the
wiped out.
combination,
Okay, chat,
get
now you
kills,
know why I'm
when
nervous
really it was
when Malaysian
FD7
teams get the
trying to
Lord,
push that
right?
envelope. You know,
They
right
almost got
here,
wiped out there.
it's
Now
great.
you
John is
guys
able
understand
to
my
go ahead and
concern,
use
right?
that
Like,
Eudora,
you guys
get a
just
couple
saw
kills,
it.
get some burst
We almost
damage down,
threw
but
that.
once some of
We
those
got the Lord.
defensive
We
items were
almost
locked
threw
in,
that.
It wasn't enough. And like I said, great setup.
If it wasn't because
there
of Chibi
for
getting the
Erwin, but look
Maniac,
at this.
ugh.
Yeah, team fight. You know, it happens sometimes. What I'm noticing is how fast some of these fights end and how quick people go down. But let's take a quick break before we head on to the next match.
Yeah, Mincy seems OP. Pretty my boy LaFell Saudi limiting his potential. Nah. I think because there's a lot of money on this tournament, so people are like very anal about everything. But it's okay. Is Wolf gonna cast? Yes, I think he's arriving today. Mual? I'm not mual. What do you mean? After this, I need to go to the toilet. The snacks are pretty good though. The snacks are legit pretty good. LaFell, next vlog, only English? Honestly, chat, I've considered to change my YouTube channel to a full English channel, kind of like Mirko. Because English is my first language, but I don't want to alienate the Malaysian audience. So, you guys can understand why it's difficult for me, especially because I want to do subtitles, but I need to hire someone. I need to hire someone for that, but I don't have the budget just yet. I need a better production team to do that. If I better crack some jokes, dude. I've been getting warning over the jokes that I do that I think is tame, dude.
Yeah, LaFell's been getting smoked.
I'm getting nerfed, guys. I'm getting nerfed.
I might run out and grab a jacket real quick.
Sure. Mincy, my favorite hero before even this revamp. Yeah, it's honestly very good. I have no idea why Kohai is covered on the Homeboi's jacket. I'm happy that the Hawaii Brothers destroyed Homeboi's in M5, said that Zoran never learned from his mistake. No, honestly, it's like... How do I say this? Like, you know how from the outside what it looks like, but then when you go to that guy's head and it's definitely not what you think it is? So, like... Zoran's head goes blank when he's TP. Like, he's really not... I don't know. It's hard. Like, knowing the guy for a while now, I'm like, okay, like, once you know the guy, you kind of don't care anymore.
I'm hungry. I don't want this. Alright, homeboys, I need you to 3-1 this. 3-1 this.
Telling LaFell to crack jokes like telling him to breathe. Dude, people are telling me to stop breathing.
There. Any thoughts about Hawk? What's Hawk?
And welcome back once again here on the English
That
desk.
would
It's
actually
Mirko, it's
Double
nice
Legends
to,
needs to
and we
respond
are
with,
facing a match point for Homeboys right
you know
now.
how they've been like hating on us, like posting all this stuff.
Here for the
Mobile
wild
Legends
card
should be like,
stage.
Hawk, what's that?
And we'll find out which one of these teams will
No,
score
on that.
the group stage for the midseason.
I'm gonna go to the toilet.
Here at EWC. Man, I would say we've seen some good variations from game 1 to game 3. What do you think about that? What do you think about that game 3, Mirko? Because we saw some interesting picks, the Eudora, and I don't know, man. I don't think it worked out the way they wanted it to.
It really didn't. I think it kind of failed at what it was supposed to do in the early game. They needed a snowball. They needed to get Chan going, but unfortunately, the pace was actually on the side of Homeboys. They were able to push the pace
it's a best
all
of
the way to
5,
the start
guys.
of the game as usual. I think in all 3 games, even in game number 2, in
Bro,
the loss
I'm getting
that
cold
they
in here,
suffered
bro.
up against, Entity 7,
Yeah.
they also got
Yes,
first
Mirko
blood.
has
They were
makeup
the
on.
ones to actually force out some of these early fights.
Bro,
So,
they
as long as
just
that
definitely
continues
touched
to
his lips
happen,
up. Look how
going for
shiny
something
his
like
lips
a
are,
Eudora,
bro.
I don't think will work. But if Entity 7 can grasp that early
Oh,
game
no,
and
why'd
go
they-
for these fights, force it out a little bit earlier, and hey, we might see the Eudora actually work.
I think
I think he's got the guy makeup
There's
artist.
still room for it to work in some different lineups. I think part of it was just like you mentioned,
Mirko-
the
He
fact
does,
that
bro.
Homeboys was able to
A little
get
heavy.
that
It's a
lane,
little heavy.
get
I'm
control
not gonna
early
lie.
on, and
It's
play
a little
the part,
heavy.
because remember too, this Minsatar pick was something interesting as well, you know, and. Also, don't forget, guys, you can leave us your broadcast feedback here by scanning that QR code to let us know what you think. Don't let us know what you think about the picks here, though, but about the broadcast. You guys can let us know in the chat what you guys think about these drafts, because I think that's a thing to be said is Minsatar Gold Lane has popped up in the past, you know, even in some of our regions here. coming into this. I think it's still, if you want to think about it, it's actually a good answer in dealing with Roger. You're kind of trying to catch him out. You're trying to play into the fact that you have that King's Calling ultimate ability, and it might be enough to deal with a gold lane Roger. It might be enough also where teams typically pick up the Roger first pick, and they're probably going to flex it. They don't know if they want to put it in the jungle or the gold lane. Then you save that Mincetar pick as the answer, possibly, depending on the teams, to answer the Roger.
I'm so hungry. I need this to be a 3-1.
Unfold here.
And it's
the
cold.
Eudora, like I said,
it's cold.
Might have been
I'm
just,
hungry.
Something that Entity 7 wanted to pick up. Could be also the pocket pick for Chan. But I think it was just the game plan here was to be able to stop the momentum, because that's really what they went for. I mean, you're talking about a Ling on the other side.
I could try moving the camera like here,
and maybe if there's not light behind us, it won't be as dark.
Just playing around Zorn. I mean, how many times did you see a Guardian's Barrier exactly where it needed to be? Timing was on point. And this is what I like so much. Zorn on the Grok, Sapat on that Ruby pick, because we saw those two alone really being a key part to turning the tides in some of these fights. You know, they're able to even bait things out from Entity 7, whether that's the ultimates, whether that's battle spells and initiations. And Zorn, you know, he has this, I don't know, passive effect where he's just, he gets people going. You know? He gets people
in your
initiating.
face.
Yeah,
that's what LaFell says usually. Zorn just gets in your face, bro.
Yeah. Especially on a Grok.
A little bit.
The perfect hero to do it.
Yeah, because he uses Power of Nature, walks up to the E that just says, yeah, go ahead, go onward, bro. Go on, try to CC me. Walks up to Erwin as well. Even, I think this game in particular, he was walking up to Chan a whole lot, right?
But now we're all blurry.
Stun me, bro.
Stun me, bro.
Trying to burst me down.
2-0-20, by the way.
2-0-20, and the combo is what's really deadly, right? You go for the wild charge. That in itself is already like a crazy CC ability, especially if you connect it onto a wall because you get the additional stun. But then you get a Mincetar to pull you into the King's Calling, and there you get knocked up, you get pulled in, and then you get ganked technically by a few soldiers like, stabbing you with the spears, right?
And then
you
got to deal with Zorn.
At that point, you can't even dash out. At that point, so. What do they need to do up against that? I think this composition, by the way, for E7, I honestly feel like it could have been as long as there was no Mincetar on the other side. I think the Mincetar and the Grok, technically, these two picks were the big picks that got them the victory.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on
Definitely agree with that, because I think Minotaur, like the Mincetar is still.
Do you think they're slightly overhyped?
I would still call it a niche pick. I feel like it is becoming one of the answers to a Roger. We saw this earlier in game 2. One of the answers to the Roger, like we said, was the Eve. The Eve pick. The Eve pick was picked up to deal with it in the jungle when HOMEBOIS drafted it first pick. So now we're seeing things fall into place to deal with the Roger, I would say, at least, because so far that's kind of where this meta is going, where Roger and Lane are usually the priorities, I would say. We've seen Valentina maybe picked up first pick a couple times.
Micro-heavy, yeah.
But overall, it's really kind of dealing with momentum, guys. We haven't seen a game go super long yet, and I'm not sure until when we see that, because even when it comes to these Lord fights, you're not an LD anymore. You're not Lord Dance Enjoyers anymore, because
you're
so far
you're Lord Dance Enjoyers.
I don't know about hater, man, but
it's a strong word.
You're you're LDW.
LDW. What is
Lord
that?
Dance Watcher.
Lord
Because
Dance Watcher.
like half the teams, man, because of the snowball stuff, they're just letting it go. They're just watching it, you know? And very rarely so far throughout the wild card have we seen teams actually dance off for the Lord. So and like we said, even when gold leads, we're talking about gold leads of just 3,000 to 4,000. They almost feel like they're
a little bit blurrier, but you can actually see us at least.
So that could be part
of it. I was thinking about doing that, bro.
Actually, it's not that bad.
A deficit even further against
all the lights on.
So let's jump into the draft here. Game number 4. It's match point for HOMEBOIS. They win this, they'll secure their spot, the last slot for the group stage for MSC 2024. You can already see it too. Moskov actually going to be the first ban. There's the Luiso. They swap it a little bit, but still nonetheless the same heroes being banned out. Chip over there. And I'm actually surprised it's still HOMEBOIS on the blue. 4 games in a row now. HOMEBOIS is on the blue side, and we got Entity 7 on the red.
Okay, at this point we can't reach that.
How's this, guys?
See what these bands end up doing. I think
I
it's
can't even
still
see the
going to
game
be,
right now.
Possible that they're the same bands we saw previous games. And for Entity 7 specifically, let's just say HOMEBOIS doesn't take out the Bane. I could see NCT7 picking that up, going
All right,
through
boys.
it, but with Homeboys,
And
the way
girls.
that they
Homeboys.
dealt with it in game 2,
And girls.
I don't think they'll let it go
Ladies
through.
and
There's a lot
gents.
of respect bans obviously
And everything
going
in
out.
between, I
The
guess.
Claude is taken out for Nets.
I guess, yeah.
Nets,
Nowadays.
and I would say Nets as a dynamic
difficult
gold
in
laner,
the
that's what
States
makes him such a
being,
threat. You could ban out the Claude.
Very
Signature pick,
sensitive
probably
about,
his best.
you know, like,
He's
Yeah.
also a
when
great
you
Harry.
talk to someone,
He's
you
Go
also
for me,
now,
for example,
you've
I
seen
work in
him.
the restaurant
He's a
industry. I work
mid-sitar.
at greet tables.
You know,
Yeah.
how many
regularly.
gold laners can you actually confidently
kind
say,
of
like,
had
yeah,
to,
they'll pick up the mid-sitar and play it really well
Change my
against
greeting
these
to
teams?
how's everyone doing today?
But that is going to be the
yeah,
main
yeah,
that's
yeah.
still
Say,
banned out from home.
and I also have to be careful about, like,
you guys say ma'am, sir, that
like,
kind of
how we
thing.
doing today,
so
ladies?
same
Like,
Yeah.
that's like
game
the only time I do it is if
right?
it's
If
like
it ain't
a
broke, don't fix it. That was what Homeboys
Like
did.
table full
regular
of older
as well.
ladies.
That was when E7 were able to adapt.
Like it's very
so,
obvious.
yeah.
But there's even
it
been
feels
times
like
where I'm
right
watching
now
and be like,
E7 will have to make the call.
it's just because it's a
They wanna
polite
ban out
thing
the
for me,
Herod
like gentlemen,
or the
ladies.
Ling, because you mentioned it. If
I've
you
walked
want
up
to
to
try
the
to
table and
counter
been like,
Roger, if you
"How
want
are
to
ladies
try
doing
to
today?"
win
And then I
these
look,
team fights and have that
and I'm
poking
like,
pressure,
"Oh,
he is a
like, you're
great
definitely,
option. We've
yeah,
seen
yeah,
you're a couple
Chana
of-
pull it up
you're two
many
girls, but you're a
times,
couple, and
working
one of
it,
you is
making it
definitely
work.
like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it'll
more on
still
the
be the Herod band,
masculine
so they
side,
won't actually
and I'm
go
like,
for
full-fledged and
the
just
Ling
defend
band to try
somebody,
to
but
enable.
But
that
most
youth
times cool, but
pick.
also
And
in my
obviously Homeboys,
city,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
just,
He's
like,
gonna go with whatever
very
worked in the previous
heavily-
game. That's a
There's a
Valentino
lot
first
of,
pick
like, we
again.
just had our gay
Now
pride
waiting
parade and
to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what
Like, we're one of, like, the
E7 wants to
biggest-
do.
It was
But, like, the
that's not
meta
good,
with
yeah.
Roger
for-
again, or
Got it.
if they try to change the
Yeah, like
things
nothing
up
against
now.
you know anyone,
I
but
think
I
they
would
still-
imagine it's very
Man, if
like
they go
for
Eden,
me having to watch what I say
that's
now is
just
difficult.
every single game
Having
it's
to
locked
greet
in.
someone like sir, ma'am, and all
And
this kind of
honestly,
things
they
must
could.
be
It's
much
still
more
a safe
difficult,
pick.
yeah.
Honestly,
They're definitely
Edith
much
is
more
just in a
sensitive
position
in,
right now where
in
there's
America.
always going to be value in that pick. You can pick it up 4 games in a row, and it's still a threat. Still something that you have to deal with. For E7, it would be interesting if they change things up here, though, as they're facing that match point and losing this this opportunity to see the world. But there they go. Edith locked in already.
Grok.
Good answer.
Taking the
They
Grok
take the
away.
Grok instead.
Homeboys
They want to
fucking
give
choke.
that over to Zorn. So Grok Edith is enough tankiness and durability in the front line
Honestly,
that they
unironically,
can kind of
another-
base the
another
rest of
thing
the
that could be
lineup
good here
around
is
this
Kylos.
already. So I'm wondering how
Len
Homeboys
says hi.
will respond to
I don't know
this.
if you know Len from
We
Twitter
were
and
coming
stuff.
into the lineup, or coming
Len-
into this game,
Len?
this match, this grand final,
Oh.
to make to see who makes it to MSC 2024 main stage. With the same
Liz
thought
and
in mind,
Dave
I
might
feel,
come
with
by.
the same opinion. Roger,
Yep, there we go.
amazing
Joe
first
locked
pick,
in.
but now we see the
There
choke
it
and the
is.
Ling
Yeah.
before the Roger. We see the Edith and the Grok and the Valentina before the Roger. It seems now the trend is you pick Roger. Roger is an auto lose so far, right? Homeboys game number 2 picked up the Roger, lost. E7 on game 3 picked up the Roger and lost as well. Roger is standing at a 0% win rate here in this series.
This is interesting. So yeah, Homeboys goes with the Ling again. The Cho is there.
Signature.
And you mentioned this earlier, right? I think you did say that it was like an unofficial Savage previous game, right? Like I'm pretty sure that's the case. We'll have to.
Technically, it was official because the card still went through, but the game ended before
Okay.
it went
so
through.
official.
So it's an official Savage. Shout out to Chibi, by the way, for getting an official Savage. I thought at that point, like, you know, Savage, no Savage,
Yeah.
the game ends.
But the game ended, you know. I don't know, man. They might have to bust up some of these healths on the base. I think
Yeah.
at some point because
Lunox,
it goes
100%
down so fast
win
right now with the course of things.
One-time
But
pick.
there's the Lunox pick. So
Is there
Lunox pick is
separate
going to
Wi-Fi
come
for
through.
this?
I
And
have
we
no
know
idea.
that this was banned out previously.
idea.
This is also
My
a
internet
great
isn't
pick
that great as
for
well.
Chan. Loves this hero. This might be exactly what they need to hopefully extend to a game 5 ahead of them for
there's an
Entity
EWC
7.
Wi-Fi.
Now that we get through the second phase of the bans, we're going to have to see what Entity 7 wants to take out. Again, gold lane option is not picked up just yet for Homeboys. And I'm not sure if they'll actually ban out a Minotaur, if that's something they're going to go for. But interestingly enough, they're going to take out the Lapu Lapu instead. A hero that even now I would say is niche to certain teams.
Fingers
Some
are
teams
cold.
don't pick up the Lapu Lapu at all, and some teams love it, right? But Julian is going to be the answer. Oh, there we go.
Chibi got a
Chibi.
Savage.
He officially got the Savage
In the last game of the
in
series,
last
so he
game
did
of
actually
the
get it,
series.
yeah.
This marks the first Savage of the Mid-Season Cup 2024.
Let's go,
So,
Chibi.
you know, man,
Let's go,
wild
Chibi.
cards
Thought
we've
you didn't
been
want to
seeing,
play the
the
lane, bro.
Maniacs, multiple.
See
I
what
mean,
worried
Hiko
about it.
got
No,
3.
see
Yeah,
what
Hiko
happens when
got
I say
3.
don't.
Bro, Chibi
Yeah, you see
is
the
the first
curse.
one to
Smart.
get the
See?
Savage
There
here.
we go. There we go.
Makes me wonder. We see this stuff this early on, man. What are we gonna see in the group stage? Like how many maniacs are possible savages?
Imagine how many friendships
with the way
I've lost when
the
I say
team team fights are going, how many are we going to see?
I think
Yeah.
we're going to see a lot.
And they get hit by a car.
But it just sucks to see the first Savage go that way. It wasn't even like it wasn't even
They don't look
hyped up
good
because
anymore.
like it didn't come out.
That's true.
It's okay. It's okay. Now we get the Roger ban. By the way,
You're
4
powerful
E7, they
man.
were like, all right, they kind of listened.
Sometimes
So maybe they already
not.
had this thought as well. But
With
the
great
Rocket
power
Mincetar was definitely
comes
the biggest
great
change
responsibility.
from
Wait, what?
the previous game. So right now that they banned out the Mincetar, they picked up the Grok, denying it away from Homeboys. Is this the way to go? Now with the first
I
pick
think
on the
I
red
saw
side,
earlier in chat
marksman,
when people
silver
said
grabs, they can go
you and me
for
are in the same room
no
for
Roger, no
GTA
quad,
6.
Before
no
what?
Moscow.
GTA 6.
GTA
This is actually
6.
kind of tough now. I mean, we've seen the carry. Usually the carry
Yeah.
doesn't get picked
Not
up,
in the
but
same room
the
before.
carry has
Meaning,
been
like,
on
not
loose
working, kind
so
of thing.
far.
Carey
So
hasn't had a good time, yeah.
The
Clint,
not
maybe?
working?
the Clint has been doing good. I
I'm
think
confused. I don't
this
know.
is a
What is
bit
considered as
unfortunate though
working? No,
for
basically, like,
E7 if they
we're
go for the
streaming
Clint,
together
you know,
before
both the
GTA 6
Ling
comes out.
and the Cho.
Oh, like that's
very
rare.
happy to go up
That's
against
rare.
that
That's
hero
fair.
that can usually always just go for the flicker.
Mm.
GTA
no
6
other
not coming
battle
for a while,
spell.
guys.
It is still going to be the Clint, so still
Yeehaw.
relying on the Edith and the Grok to disengage for
Hey, man.
cover.
He's got a
for
100% win rate.
Yeah, but he
you know?
needs
One-time
more
pick, is that
cover
one
though.
time?
One-time pick.
Yeah,
Taking
man.
the high noon.
No,
baby.
at this
For
point,
Champ,
Homeboys
two
should pick up a
times
fighter
picked up
again.
Lunos, and it's an 100% win rate.
So this is
Where's
like
the Keto
you know,
Jungle
a
at,
way
man?
for Entity
Oh,
7.
yeah.
I feel like
Keto
it's
Jungle
just
with
comfort in a
spear?
way
General.
for
The new
hero
item?
picks
In general,
so
Keto, I
far.
haven't seen.
And actually,
Skypiercer
just
or
with
whatever I'm
this,
thinking.
they're
Skypiercer
locked in
Warcry,
terms
yeah.
of damage profile. Got good
Punches him in the
physical.
face.
I think people sleep
That's-
on the
that's
fact
what
that
you
how
need. That's
much
gonna be the
damage
meta.
Clint can actually do.
Another one.
And also,
Another one.
you know, Lunox is
Finally.
Lunox. Like, she just
Another
pumps out
one.
damage with
I
gas
did not
bolts.
pick up.
Oh, there you go.
Guardian
There it is. I
Sour
mentioned
Stage,
this
yeah.
earlier.
Wow.
Nets is a Bruno player, loves the
This is a
Bruno.
Bruno
and
player.
is one of the few
Loves
players
the
that can
Bruno.
bring this hero out.
I mean, all gold lanes.
So he goes
play
and
Bruno.
picks up the Bruno.
He doesn't
Which
pick
was
it
his
in
last
the
pick
other
for Homeboys. So
Zero
interesting. Also,
picks.
another debut. Man,
Nets
how
is-
Karina.
Ooh.
How many debut picks have we seen through the wild card
lot.
alone? My goodness.
Nets. I need someone to clip
All right, interesting,
Nets is a
interesting way to
Bruno
kind of lay
player.
this out also for Entity
that.
7.
Picking the Bruno.
That even furthers it, man. Like, I was saying their damage
Just
profile's
understand, guys,
great.
this is all with
Well,
love.
Now they add a little true damage, of
No.
course, to that as
No.
well with the Green.
Fuck that.
That's interesting. The
Yeah.
fact
Wait,
that
why
now they
don't
have
E7
so
has a
many
point?
They
layers
do have a
of
point.
damage.
It's a little red. Oh, you
They
can't see
technically
red.
have 4 damage
Oh, wait.
dealers.
Are
in
you
the
There's a
for
red
real?
dot
Right, that's a
there.
Are you for real?
Lunox,
There's a dot there.
There's a red dot
Edith,
there.
and the
Are you
Clint
for
and
real
the
right now?
Homeboys.
I
really can't
legit
see the
don't see.
red?
I see all black.
They have a Bruno Turismo.
Okay,
where's the
Martina,
dot? Where's
and
the
Ling. I
dot?
think
This
me and
one.
LaFell were always
Red,
saying this, but
gray,
the team
gray.
that
Oh,
has
shit,
more
I don't
damage
see it.
output
And the other one's blue,
usually
blue,
comes
gray?
out on
Yeah, I
top
see.
of
I see the
that.
blue one, but I don't see
Both
whichever
teams
red
really
is.
banking on
Yeah, it's-
the damage output.
Oh.
And
I was
without
about to
further
say,
ado,
oh,
nice
you know,
take
you
of
guys don't know,
number
he's colorblind.
4.
Well, we're going to jump into
Well, now they
the
do.
land of Dawn.
Spoiler.
Well, yeah, that's why I
Possibly
said if you guys don't
for the
know.
last time, unless Entity
Spoiler
7
alert, he's
can extend
colorblind.
the series to game
That was
number
meant to be
5.
released at the end of
Homeboys are
MSC.
looking to lock in that slot to MSC at 2024 group stage. Can they do it with
We have
this
some
lineup?
big announcements where
Signature
M7
picks
will
all
be in.
around.
Whether
Entity
LaFell is
7
colorblind
will have
or
to
not.
do something
Probably
great
Jakarta.
here to take it further. Already mid lane though.
I don't know. I don't know.
Should be fine.
Maybe it's going to be in Kadia.
This is one of the interesting things with the Cho currently too. Gets a little bit of extra damage on those basic attacks. 180% rather. Look at him just battling
Oh.
out with Irwin.
The passive just constantly being
Oh.
on. Now, Erwin might be
That's
forced to
flicker.
flicker, and he does.
Oh, man.
Udil
I mean,
walks
bad
up
to
or
use the flicker, but good
dashes
flicker.
Yeah,
up,
no, no,
Deal
I-
that damage to force the flicker
I
out
know how
on
to play the
Marquinhos,
game,
even.
okay.
It's taken a
I
bit
was
of punishment.
talking to
Now,
myself,
oh,
sir.
3
Alright,
swings
sorry.
and a
Yeah.
hammer.
Oh,
In
mid
the
lane.
mid lane, Chan forced the flicker too. They're burning flickers very early on.
2 flickers down already for Entity 7, and this is what I was saying with the Cho pick, man. Concussive Blast with that new passive there from Cho, actually pumping out 180% plus damage on that basic attack, man. It's surprising how much damage he can actually do, and that's what they're feeling right now. Already Chibi level 4. He's going to be kind of pushed out of the jungle here, but he wants that. Goes and pops the Tempest of Blades.
Goes in for the Fine Blades as well. Just needs one more and goes out with a pinch
there you go.
poise. Chibi claims another first blood. How many first bloods has he taken now?
That's just crazy, man. I mean, the fact that he was 1v2, wanted to get that little XP camp, gets it, and then gets a kill under the tier 2 tower versus 2 members. That is the power right now of Ling, and I'm sure, like I said, a lot of people out there for the Assassin are rejoicing. Shan doesn't have the flicker here, so gonna have to be a little bit careful. We'll heal back up. And now with this turtle now spawning, and a little lead for Homeboys to work around with Zorn and do what Zorn does best.
in the past.
Taking the attention here of Entity 7 and just showing face, but it looks like everybody
you
rotating
tell her
except
to
for the
pass
goal
her here?
laners for this turtle. Udiel holding on to that Primal Wrath himself. And Entity 7 still waiting, you know, on this level 4 for Irwin. Doesn't have the wild charge available. They might just call this one off.
It does seem like they have no ways to actually enter around the turtle, and Chibi will be able to pick this up for free. Does use the Retribution still, up top, by the way. In this lane, it's Nets who's actually winning it out in the trades.
Yep. It's Bruno's just that pick. I mean, Bruno is still a good quality pick in the sense that he
Bruno's
also
just
just
that pick,
destroys
man. Bruno's just that pick.
He's just that pick,
and,
bro.
you know, his ultimate isn't amazing or anything, but
Listen
the
now.
amount of just damage that he has. Let's take a look at the. We need a Zorn cam or a Zorn.
We need a
counter here.
TP counter, bro.
We need a counter here. But
Now
going
we're
back
just
to a
picking nicer
Bruno,
parts.
great solid pick, especially
Now we're just
once
being
you get
pain.
a couple items locked in. And once again, go ahead and grab the
my
MSC
hands are
pass for you
so
guys
cold.
here in game.
Oh, big
Flicker
kick.
away the dragon right into the Defiant
Where'd he
Blades, and the
go?
tip of the blades is
Brilliant,
used
brilliant,
up, but it's still going to be the brilliance from Chan as Chibi picks up some of the blades on
Chibi's
the
kinda
floor,
smooth
gets
with
out
it.
with the Finch
Yeah, he's
poise.
He's like
And it doesn't
polishing
seem
more
like
and more.
anyone's
I
going
think
to be
it's
dying
normal.
there in that skirmish.
I think it's no big deal.
Both teams
I think it's just
disengaging,
whatever.
resetting again.
Okay,
not that
let's
great.
take a look at the items. You can already see the Blade of Hepsies locked in once again for
This is the
Fury.
Asian dad
Saw him
experience.
do this earlier. The
It's-
damage will
could do better.
decline
You could do better.
already. Look at
It's
him
not
going
Kyrie level.
one
Yeah.
of the nets, but look at
Your cousin Kyrie does way better.
I'm not sure if they're going to commit
Yeah.
on this.
He's about to be a doctor.
But
What are you doing?
one thing
He
too,
plays
for
the lane
Highland Bush,
and-
I'm
and
looking to
is-
see
is
what
a
and he's got a
able to
degree.
actually pump out and get the damage out.
Did we
on
mention he
some
has a
of these
girlfriend
targets.
too?
Again, the
Girlfriend.
Karina is
Two
not a pick you
girlfriends.
see often right
Well, that's
now
what chat says.
in competitive play.
Guys,
It could make it work. They just, I think they just really want to farm up.
I
as
forgot
much
about
as
that.
possible.
Guys.
Crossfire there for Nets now too to deal with that bombardment range advantage that the Clint will have, so he can heal
This
back up.
pride
But
of
still,
Beijing.
top side.
Again with the Jikundo, Fury
I'll let
still
her
able
know,
to
guys.
flicker out of the
Oh.
Jikundo, not out of the time of the blades though, was Nets. Just keeps on basic attacking, and now it's Udo who's going to be caught, who's already stolen away some of the damage with the Primal Wrath, and now with the wild charge. They're still trying to delay the inevitable. Zorn is trying to sandwich Erwin under the tier 1, and now Erwin,
Anthony
where do you
should've
have to
picked
go? No way, the dragon. Actually, he
being
does, but he doesn't even
I
need
know.
to go for it. Erwin flickers back out, and Udo gets baited in right into Chance. Chaos Assault with the flicker as well, chasing
Well
Chibi
played.
down
Oh,
to
Chan
secure a
goes for the
double
Clock of
kill
Destiny.
up top into tier 1.
Great play, great response. Chan as well. This is what happened to them in the previous game when he was on the Eve, right? He got 2 kills early on, and he was able to really help the damage profile and the team for Entity 7, and that's going to be them taking this turtle, possibly.
Penalty zone, lock it 2 members up. Storm goes over to Jikundo as well with Retribution. Still comes out on the hide on Bush. Still, Sapant's going to hammer down as Chan goes over the Chaos Assault. As now Chibi goes over re-engage, gets knocked up 2 times by the Wild Charge, and the Earth Generator still follows through, and it's going to be Marquinhos that gets picked off by Sapant. Zorn again playing force to flicker out with the Shadow Assault, not connecting. Good way of the Dragon
down.
to disengage.
Fury is
Udiel
scary, bro.
was
Yeah, he
still
is.
all alone, isolated from the team, and taken
Chan as
down.
well.
So
Do you think they got any
that
blankets
was a
in
good
here?
trade for Entity 7, actually. His Nets
Oh.
damage down with the Worldly 2. The bounce.
That was more damage than I
Last
thought.
one doesn't hit onto Chan.
Does he
He'll
have
be
his
able to escape.
berserkers?
Like, do you feel like
Should have.
Worldy's a good ultimate? Like, do you feel like it's actually impactful?
No, Haskell.
I mean,
Okay.
as a Bruno player,
You're a noob.
it's
Vegapunk.
it's there. It's
there?
an ult. It's one of the ults of all time.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? We'll see if the impact is going to be there. Haskell,
You're
like I
not.
said, is already
You're
locked
not.
in, working
I don't know what
on
that
the
means, but you're
next
not.
item. Sometimes we might even see
Fair
him. I'm
enough.
not sure if he's going to rush the next item of Malefic Roar or what the build path is going to be here, but
Yeah, it is
also
cool.
Glowing
I'm
Dawn was
feeling it
picked
too.
up.
I'm feeling
And
it too.
again, it
yeah.
looks like Homeboy still wants to make a play up here.
Use
They got the
flash in-
information
in-
that they need.
in React, it's
Zorn
cool.
providing
Yeah,
a
all
lot
the
of that.
buildings are very
Here they
cool.
go,
Yeah.
top side.
Like legit outside is hot,
Push
but when
them
you
out.
get anywhere indoors, it's very cool.
Chibi might be going for Ray the
Ooh,
Dragon,
nice
finds
kick.
him in the bush, brings him back to
Erwin,
Sapant.
King's
Waits
Wild
out the wild
Charge.
charge, but now it's going to be
Should
Chibi
be
who
in.
walks up with the Finch poise.
Does it to Blades?
And it's still going to be Sapant who secures the kill. A defensive Tempest
Homeboy
of Blades by
Homeboy's
Chibi is
winning.
in the bottom
2-1
lane. We do see
though. Entity did
Marquinhos
take a game.
go for a trade,
Sheesh.
but that's a kill.
Yeah, Entity's
Erwin.
actually
Yeah,
doing
it's
decent.
I mean,
Damn,
I'm sitting
Homeboy
here
staying
thinking
this time?
about Entity 7.
Who knows, man?
What they're able to do at this point. They don't really have an answer just
They're
yet.
not going home, boys.
For everything being thrown at them. Zorn
Don't say that,
as
Soros.
well, able to get a lot of these away the dragons
No
off,
curses
whether he
here.
has a flicker or not. Hide on Bush, like I'm still waiting to see this Karina come through in the damage department. Chan has been doing a lot of it. And
You
I
could
think, you know,
also-
you just
Hey,
buy
Dave.
time for Fury to go ahead and get the items that he needs. So they have to buy some more time, and right now it looks like, you know, they want to battle out for this third turtle. Chibi's going to start it up. Rest of the team going to go ahead and get situated. They might just let this go, and it looks like they're going to do that. Showdown Bush is not even near here, so they might just try to get ready for the Lord fights instead. So that's going to be that. Now third turtle of the game going to the hands of Homeboys. Chibi.
Gonna go for 1v1. Fury gonna be caught in the Tempest of Blaze. That knockup will catch him, and now Chibi just escapes, leaves him to Udil.
Yeah, but that was close. Yeah, that's why I was worried.
Another couple minutes.
So much damage. Chibi taken very, very low. Sky Piercer already, though. Second item as he completes the Berserker's Fury first.
Yep. So already at that point, you know, this is where it gets very threatening. Berserker's Fury allowing him to do a lot of this crit damage and get that off.
Berserker, Sky Piercer.
Kino, I don't think he's going to pull the trigger on this. The rest of the team coming up.
The way the Dragon brings him back all the way. Udil has a Primal Wrath, gets up just a bit, but then Sabat comes in with a hammer.
Homeboys are
Even with
really good at
Erwin with a
picking,
wild
man.
charge,
They're doing great
he
at
will not be
picking
able to
people.
save him, and Sword continues the damage. Chan goes
Ooh.
in for a penalty zone. Fights Sabat
That's
to
huge.
lock them
That's
out.
huge.
The Nets just picks up all of
Sabat!
those basic attacks to take Fury down. Again, he just respawned Naisu, and it seems they're also going to be able to take the tier 2 up top as well
Yeah,
as
doesn't want to. The camera doesn't.
Dude, everything is offended by me. All right, it's all good. It's all good. Everything is offended
No,
by
just
me.
Liz is there, and the camera knows.
Yeah, the camera knows. Yeah.
Stay to the pretty
Winter's
one.
crown, and you know he was ready for that initiation.
Yes.
And it
The
just
grand
looks like
finals.
Entity 7
Grand finals.
have an answer right now. I mean, even Haina and
Not
Push
Homeboys.
pretty much anything on the Karina pick at this point. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and have to turtle up in their base on the
Thank you.
defensive.
Feel free to take a seat if
and
you'd
hope
like.
that
You
there's
can join
enough
us.
time to build up here. Because even
If
they get
Homeboys
some
wins
set,
into the last game.
who are they going to set up?
Oh,
Look at the
no.
replay here
Oh
again.
no,
You'll see
we
it.
don't want that to
Cameras come
happen.
down. The penalty zone is about to be dropped.
4K.
Even using that
But
Winter's
dude, that
crown,
four-man
gets
block.
multiple members.
Oh.
They follow on
Winter
through.
Crown, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. He got the Winter's crown just to
Bro,
pop
guys.
the freeze. You know,
Was
Because
that
we
more
know,
just
man.
like freestyle? It didn't
Really
look like
not
he-
it did. I feel like he didn't need it, but he was prepped.
got it, bro. He's upset.
How do you rub in someone's
like,
face?
How do you?
Interesting.
Here's some
because
salt.
Sabat, he even just has an Athena shield, so he's like,
Dude,
my
that's so
job
weird.
is
MSC is gonna be
literally
the
just
saltiest.
to penalty
Yeah.
zone. That's it.
I got a
Doesn't
feeling, bro.
have
There's gonna be a
any,
lot of
like,
trash.
usually you see a Fury Hammer, right?
Oh,
Like,
I
there's
just
a Fury
nothing,
Hammer.
dude.
He has nothing. He knows that he's just playing the
Like,
enabler
you know why I
role
hope
here
so?
in game
If
number
they can do it, then I can do it.
Udil picks up.
And I just
I
want.
want to trash talk some
I
teams.
want teams to be a bit
Got
more.
Udil.
You know,
Like,
they're having a battle
I
amongst
kind of want our
themselves, I
esports
guess, you know?
to get a bit more open again.
but,
Because I feel like it's
yeah,
had
I
times
think,
where it is, and then
part of
like
this is
everyone
just-
gets real humble. And
It's crazy.
It's not humble,
Damage
it's just
dealt.
being silent.
He's second with
I
this
hate when
defensive
players are
build for
silent.
Sepat, who
Let Udil be
is
Udil,
somehow a second in
If they
damage.
want to
That's
trash
base
talk
damage,
teams, they can
man.
do it.
That's the base
Charisma.
damage. This is the different type of
wanna
Rizzler
see
you guys
Kyrie
are
being
seeing right
toxic.
now. Damage taken too,
right.
like I said.
That's what we need.
ND7.
Right, that's what we
So
need.
Irwin is trying to do
Everybody
his
needs.
best.
Once
to even
Kyrie's
get
toxic,
at
that's it.
some
Then it's
type
on.
of
It's
setup.
on.
It's like he
I just
finally
feel like
wins.
they
Like he
don't
finally
have
wins
enough,
worlds,
in
and
terms
it's just
of
like
damage, which is weird. Because you're talking about Lunox, who has
M6
two
he finally
early
wins
kills,
world, but yeah,
but
the
they're
real
lacking
Kyrie
in
finally
where's
comes
the
out.
arena? Where can you pump out the damage
told
you look for
ya.
in the jungle?
Kyrie's
They're
like,
gonna
I
find
really
themselves
want
on
to say
defense,
the N
like
word.
Guardians
Like,
of
yo,
the
yo,
Galaxy.
yo, 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 yo,
Man, the Holy Defense
Don't say
already
nerd.
down in the mid lane and the bottom lane as well now. As that Cannon just goes into towards the base turret. They're going to be able to take
Ooh.
that away. Penalty
only
zone. Right,
one?
Sabat.
Uh-oh.
Only
Oh, Chan
also
goes
one.
in.
Winter
Oh,
Crown
no.
stays in for a bit
No,
as
no,
Marquinhos
no,
no.
goes Primal Rat in the back.
See what
Oh, happened
happens
to
when
Chibi,
Lucius get
who dove
bored?
in way too deep.
Yeah,
Gets
I
picked
see.
off.
Now-
And now
oh,
it's
Chan.
Chibi taken out. Now a full re-engage.
Now-
Coming in from
now do you
Chan.
see
as
what
he
I
pops
mean
into
by,
Brilliance,
oh no, they got the
flickers
Lord.
forward.
It's
Do you
happened
consider
twice.
the
Flickers
Ruby
down,
BD?
traded in for a
Yes.
base turret in the mid lane.
Hey,
What do you
that's
hit
Entity
Darkness
7
first and then
answered the
Brilliance?
question. I was
Exactly.
like,
Darkness
where
Brilliance?
is the Karina? I don't know, Haina and Bush got a kill there, but it could have been actually
And
more
do you actually like get a
devastating.
shot or two
He's
off?
already got that Feather
Do you,
of
like,
Heaven and Starlight
darkness,
Scythe. Looks like he's
or you
going
just-
Holy Crystal next, so maybe
You don't
this
have to.
is
Usually people just
the makings
goes
of a
in, and
turnaround
then
for
even
Entity
before the
7
shot
in
gets
this
off,
game.
you
They
just
still
change the
have,
gradients
you know,
because you want it to be safe.
4,000 gold depth to work against, but they're going to be able to get some space now on
But
the
usually you
map.
get at least one shot
which
off
is good
because
for
you
them,
have
but
to
look at
press
Zorn.
the first skill
Back
first.
line with the way the Dragon fights!
Oh,
He
really?
got him
Really
all of
down.
them! Kicks him back right into
That's
TV
huge.
as he picks up the Sky Piercer,
Erwin doesn't
execute,
have ult.
and now it's Erwin
He can't
next
get
to the
away.
topping block. Say goodbye to him as he picks up a double.
Dude,
Turn around again.
Zorn is still not
And it's
dying,
for
by the way.
Zorn.
That's
He's
2 games in
walking
a row.
up. All
0-0
that
and
effort
4.
just to recall the faces of Entity
While
7.
doing
Oh
this.
man, they're doing it again, and you know, just when you think
Heta.
like, okay, Entity 7 able
Heta.
to get something out of that, then they get
One more
just
time.
executed. Also,
One more time.
Blade of Despair now. BOD locked in for Chibi. They're going to need those immortalities for Entity 7. No Lord available just yet. You know,
Now
30
they
seconds
should
away
show
or so, but it looks like they're going to work on this
players'
bottom
faces
turret
when he's
as Nets
TPing.
knocks it down. This is what Bruno's really good at, just decimating these turrets, getting them down quickly. With that, Homeboys will probably just be the discipline route, wait for this Lord to spawn up. For Entity 7, I'm wondering
they
if
should
they
use
are
the,
able
Ranger
to actually
Emas.
somehow contest, or if the
Emas.
game plan is just going to be, you know what,
You know you
let's
guys don't need one.
defend
Yeah,
in the
you got
base.
that.
We
Well,
were able to do
it's
it
actually, it
previously.
would have been cool though. if
Shan
they-
hasn't died yet,
Maybe
playing
Chana.
really well with the brilliances that's available with this Lunox. Does just pick up the
It's
Wishing
actually
Lantern.
just, this is a disaster.
So maybe
This is just
the plan for Entity 7 is really to find a
The same
payoff
as the-
if
the-
they
the other
can. It looks
casters
like
did
they
on the
are
other
venturing
game.
outside of the base. They might even look for Udil here, unless, look at this,
Look at
Zorn.
Oh,
Zorn in mid, concealed.
Uh-oh. Step back.
Did
Step back
cancel
down.
out that.
Oh, no, with the
Crown
crown.
as well. Beat it down. Now it's going to be the re-engage. Coming to the back line with the brilliance.
Oh.
The penalty zone to lock Fury, and he's all isolated.
Oh,
Erwin
no,
flickers forward,
that's
gets
it.
the
Oh,
one target away
yeah,
and Dragon as well
Zorn.
to bring
Dude,
hideout
Zorn.
push right
That's
into
disgusting.
Udil.
0-0-5 still
Chan
doesn't
gets a
die.
few
And they're going for more. They're going for more knockup.
Maybe,
Jimmy?
possibly another
Oh.
Maniac going to be
Chan?
forced to respect that
Chan
damage.
is-
That's
Dude,
dashing forward,
nice.
sliding tackle right into Chan, but he does have that brilliance to escape once again. Homeboys is
Just in time
very
for
low.
lunch.
Marquinhos goes for
Just
the
in
Earth
time for
Jam,
lunch,
but Chan
boys.
doesn't have the Chaos Assault, not anymore. He has onward, goes in. Marquinhos decimated here, and Chan's gonna be next in the chopping block
Yeah.
as Ness jumps in all the way, picks up a few of those
Minions.
turret shots, and finally
They got it.
GB shuts him down, shutting the dreams of Entity 7
They made it.
as they
Yay. Don't be too
qualify
excited.
to the main
Yay.
stage of MSC.
Homeboys
Boo.
will do it,
No.
only losing
This not my
one
boy.
game throughout the entire wild card
This ain't my
here
home.
as they move on forward to join the teams for
Well
the
done,
group
boys.
stage
Well done.
here. A great
It's
showing
alright.
from Entity 7. Gotta
Next
give it up
target,
to them making,
Team
you
Spirit.
know, making waves,
What?
making people that doubted them to get to this
I got you.
point.
One
They
second.
managed to get here, and they put on a good show for the
gotta
grand
charge
final,
it
but
for you.
ultimately Homeboys, with their just the play style they have, man, the decisiveness that comes through, and the fact that now again a Ling in game number 4, just monstrous here for Homeboys as they get ready. Again, a good preview of what we saw. What do we got going on here? We got some signatures, of course, going out.
What's this?
What is this?
I think it might be like a signature to participate in main stage. I don't know.
You gotta sign
it,
your
boys.
way
That's a
now
wrap.
to the group stage.
I guess they've officially
Master
made it
wraps.
to the Esports World Cup MSC.
Oh, what are they signing?
A few
Yeah,
signatures.
Homeboys
Some
won.
of the players, or all of the players.
It's
rather,
over.
they're gonna
It's over. It's done.
sign.
Yeah, it is pretty early. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to copy those signatures? I'm joking. You guys can see it there, but you can see they've all
been like this
qualified.
all week.
They've
Like, we
made
go
it
in at, like,
to
11,
the main stage.
we're out by, like, 4 or 5.
Homeboys welcome them to Group
Easy day.
C, together with Team Spirit, Twisted Minds,
Yep.
Congrats.
and Liquid Echo.
Can't wait to see them, man.
They're talking about
Of
the
course,
groups.
in the group
Twisted
stage. It was great
Minds,
to see how
Team
they
Spirit.
adjusted to the current kind of meta forming here, of course, throughout the wildcard stage. And like I said, Entity 7 was the only team to go ahead and give them that loss. And I feel like even some of these games, even if you look at the highlights here, Entity 7 had some good moments throughout the
Homeboys
entire
just won.
series.
How
Not
we
just
feeling
in
with
this
that?
game, not just in the game that they won against Homeboys, but they had some
That was
really
a-
good moments against a team
It's
like this.
alright. It's alright. It's
which,
okay. I mean, like,
again, you got to
people
consider
win, people
the
lose.
fact that
It's normal.
the team
Nothing
of
big,
Entity
nothing big.
7
Do you think they can
coming
beat Team
together
Spirit?
before their league started,
Nah.
and
Do you think they can beat
relatively
Twisted
still,
Minds?
you know, an up and
Number
coming
4 groups.
region that
So they
has a
can't
very
beat Team
distinctive
Liquid Echo
play
either.
style.
Like
but,
Zorn, TPing all the time.
unfortunately for them, against a team
That's
like
it.
Homeboys, who has
It's
gone
easy,
through the
easy
ringer
group.
time and time again
Easiest group.
in
You know what I
Malaysia,
mean?
is now here.
Oh, like
And
easy server.
very
No. So,
great
so
decisive
Merkel,
victory
I
for
think
them
I
in
think it
this
was
series.
Merkel.
But again,
you know,
big
in
shout
Group
outs
B.
to ND7
And so I was
getting to the
talking
grand
to,
final here, making it through all the
SDG.
wild things that they had to get through.
Yeah,
during
now you know what I'm
group
talking about.
stage,
It's like
going
easiest group.
undefeated.
Easiest group.
Easiest
And,
group.
you know, at
Yeah,
the end
we
of the
got
day,
this.
one team
You guys
only
see
gets
how
to
that-
go forward
Yeah.
to the main
They were
event,
part
the
of
group
the
stage here.
group, though, huh?
So,
Yeah, plus, like you said, Malaysia is
here,
an
I'm
easy
really
sport.
Maybe he just
wondering,
meant
you know,
himself.
for home
Who knows?
And,
specifically,
you know, the rough
how it
translation.
feels to
He's not very good at English.
have
Malaysia
this
is-
He was like, yeah,
kind
we're
of
the
meta
easiest group.
for, I think
Malaysia
it
is the
really
easiest server.
favors them,
Shit,
you
shouldn't
know?
be. Ooh,
The
spicy
Spicy
Kage.
Kage is back.
Oh,
MSC
that's
2019 champion
I hope it's spicy.
returns for
I hope they just give him a
more.
mic.
2019,
just
wow.
give him a mic.
Like,
2019,
okay, here's the
back
thing.
then, that was the
If he-
Kage
if he-
era, as you
if
can
he
see
gets
with
out of
Sasa,
groups,
Psycho,
I'm pretty sure he has
Jian,
something
and
to say about it.
Anti-Mage, obviously with Udil as the spicy
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, if he gets to
If
if he, yeah.
If he gets out of groups, I feel like he has something to say.
Philippines?
What?
Bro, it's
yeah,
really
it was in the
good out
Philippines.
here,
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, that's
Mr. Mao?
crazy, man.
That
You
was
know,
a
that's the
long time
first
ago.
event I ever
was
watched
the
in
flight?
person.
It was good.
Oh.
It was
As
good.
a
I had,
viewer.
it was empty.
There you
I don't know
go,
if it's-
Oh, dude, that's
It's
so
crazy to see
good.
that. You know, it took him so long to be back where
Let's go say hi to
he
the.
got that championship trophy,
the
MSC
handsome-
2019. But
You want to say hi? I want to go grab lunch now.
veteran.
I like your haircut.
Oh,
and
thank you.
seeing him
Thank you very
back,
much.
It
Very
just definitely
different.
feels
Thank
good
you,
to see
thank you.
a veteran like Udil to make it back to where he once was able to lift the trophy.
Yeah, and I'm wondering like what this with Homeboys coming in, and I'm sure you guys have been sharing your thoughts all very constructively in the chat, throughout all this. For Homeboys especially, I think a lot of people naturally thought as we got ready for the wild card stage that they were like, all right, Homeboys has a good chance at moving forward. But I think even, as they went through this, they were tested.
All right,
I'd say
guys,
they
it's
were
lunchtime.
actually
We're in the stream.
1-1.
tested, yeah, 1-1. They
Are
were
you guys
tested
allowed
pretty
to
good
do
against
lunch?
Entity 7, and I think really
you guys
it
get
comes
all
down
lunch?
to now that
You're-
they've
oh, you guys
locked in
already
their
ate?
spot, it's
We
like,
haven't ate yet. We've
all
been
right,
down
how
here.
will they do against their group?
All
How
right,
will they
boys
do
and
against
girls.
everybody waiting for them.
Oh, they're gonna
in
interview Zorn.
the group stages
gonna interview
here
Zorn?
for the
Yeah. Should we
season
wait?
cup.
Nah.
And again,
Who cares
let
what
us
he
know
says?
what you guys
I mean, we
think
don't
about
have to
our
watch
broadcast
that
here
live
by
stream, we
scanning
just
that
watch it from our
QR on the
phones. Yeah.
screen. We do appreciate your guys' feedback. It helps us make things, of course, better here because that's
All right,
what
guys,
we
much
all
love. Thank
are
you guys for
about,
tuning in.
Making the best experience for you guys.
Dude, the
viewing
shocks,
around the
man.
world.
The shocks
And,
are
even
real,
for
bro.
yourself
I wish I
here
can be Magneto.
involved. We got a lot of people showing up on
I wish I can be
Riyadh today,
Magneto.
I would say.
What?
Shout out to all
Magneto?
our friends flying
Magneto.
in.
Magneto.
Of course, all the
I
teams,
think
the
if I could
staff,
have any,
the
like,
other
X-Men
talents
power, that
from
might
other
be mine, too.
languages.
Yeah,
and
Magneto's
everything
my
else.
favorite
And also,
man.
He's
shout out
pretty
to you
cool.
guys because
Yeah.
right now you can join
He's
the
a cool-
battle with
I would
and
want
grab these
Professor
amazing
X,
skins. The new
but I
lineup.
feel like people wouldn't trust
Amon
me.
and Hanabi.
Yeah, and you
His
probably wouldn't be able
favorite.
to handle it.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Or
yeah,
even better,
no,
I
don't know.
translate-
Amon's
I-
on
I
Wawa's
transmit
favorite, so
my
he's definitely
mind to
gonna
other
go and
people.
buy it. 7th
Then
of July,
other
go
people
ahead and
can
get ready
handle
for
it.
it because
Yeah.
also
Well,
for you
then
guys
you
out
just, like,
there
kill
who's more of
everyone.
like, all right, man, Amon's
That's, like,
cool.
what he
he's
did.
Isn't that dope?
assassin.
Nice.
Wait, what? No,
But
sorry.
she's
No,
a
that's not what I
marksman.
meant.
I want a mage.
Juicing.
Say
You
bye
go
to
for-
chat.
As
Bye,
nice
chat.
calls
Bye,
her,
chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Juicing. Go ahead
Mike
and check
check?
out Juicing,
Mike?
Beacon
No,
of
my
Space.